They've gotten 5th, 3rd, and then 1st. So like, I don't know why people think they're bad. They've like never done bad. They missed one Worlds. They missed the 2021 Worlds, or yeah.
I'm actually gonna fix my webcam real quick.
The only one. Different roster and IGL for Nova, yeah. So maybe they'll do good. You never know. Maybe they need new IGL. That's why they got rid of Jimmy. Pepper number 1, A7 number 2, number 3.
They were in the prelims saying,
Not having Falcons up there is kind of wild.
I kept saying, no. Let
Taking
these
Falcons
boys
top 3.
cook because they are just a bunch of veteran misfit players from Brazil that decided to get together. And right now, they're finally getting the chance, Hot Jukes, to be at a global stage. And boy, I would be shocked if they don't take and run with it.
Cool, they need to, and they're kind of like, you know, Zebra Masters in the fact that they are just like a local team bringing together the best that they have and coming and playing at the top level. They're so
They didn't play week?
They were
yes, because they didn't qualify for that week. That's why they didn't play that week.
At the start of 2023. Then they had 3 different
like
community
if you go
teams
to
just grab their best players, put together this squad, and
which
it's
week
so
did they
crazy
miss?
that
They
the
missed
synergy is
week
this strong,
3.
Jute. It's really impressive.
They got 14th.
Yeah,
and didn't even make the weekly finals, so that's why they don't have any points that week.
Teams that
Plus some other teams
may
do
look
too.
like other teams, you know, coming in, putting players together, and it's just making it work, getting
Are
to
you gonna
the
play any
grand
official
final
tournaments
stage
this year?
now.
Yeah,
so many
I
of
play
these
my
underdog
first
teams,
one.
as we're seeing right
in
now. I mean, it's
Did we get
I feel
Longster and
like
Dream? I'm not sure who Dream
you know,
is.
especially against so many veteran teams.
I know they got long.
Looking at these teams, man.
This is basically a revamped PMWI. Vampires just win it, and then again flop PMG. Chat, but is this even the revamped PMWI? Like, if you go to tournaments, go to Esther tournaments, you have, or is it World Cup? I feel like the World Cup is like the PMWI, you know? Because it's like the $3 million prize pool.
PMGO's PMGO's has invited teams. That's how PMWI was. The World Cup is you have to qualify to get to the World Cup.
Oh, you do have to qualify?
Yeah.
Oh, just from the elite stuff.
Yes.
Oh, true. Well, there's 2 special invites.
Yeah, it's probably fucking like DRS and fucking another team.
Big Cloud too.
PMGO's
Turkey in the house. Turkey is in the house here. And of course, yeah, this is 2 teams that have merged together. It was Regnum Karya and Braw Esports, and they're looking to take it all here. And when you said Silas, I smiled because honestly, I think it's really going to be up to him to kind of lead that squad.
I'll just go give us some gameplay. It'll start in like 5-10 minutes probably.
I like this venue though. This venue's sick as fuck.
It's just so important, 7.
Oh, wait. Jukes. The sound. I need the sound, baby.
World Cup the has invite times, yeah. Oh, is it invite? Is it multiple stages for the World Cup?
Yeah, there's
there's a lot of teams.
and then group stage.
Last chance and group stage.
Crazy happened when we ended up going to the qualifier finals. We ended up getting a hot drop, and it ruined their chances to go straight from qualifier finals to the main event.
Thinking High Fives surprises us and wins. Yeah, I don't think High Fives are gonna win. There's just too many good teams.
I mean, I think this team.
But you never know; they could win.
There's only so much snow and
this team is definitely trying to send that statement.
Oh man, they were so close and fell short last year at the PMGC. I'm sure they really want this one right here, and I mean.
Dude, are Falcons finally going to win their very first tournament after being like one of the best teams in the world for like 6 years?
Is just
never winning.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he got the MVP of the PMGC last year, even though he was not on the winning team. So that says something.
You're let's see. Wrong. And I think he's going to be looking to use those MVP skills.
I got second in Worlds,
right
8th in this, 4th in this,
and here they are.
3rd in PMWI.
We heard him say
any favorites? Yeah, look at my title. It says "Let's go Rejects."
Not really worried about them.
Rejects are dog water.
I fucking love Rejects.
Once they're not even giving you
also didn't know Icy had a kid. I didn't either.
To breathe, they're just coming after you. it's, you know what, your hands start shaking a little bit.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, their hands didn't shake when it came to the qualifiers,
go,
right?
Robs.
They knew what they had to do. They had to drop Team Falcons, shut them down, and pass them up if
Not
they
gonna lie,
wanted to make it
6
to the main
matches
event.
don't show
And
the
that's
best
exactly
team.
what they
Well, it's
did.
not
Now the
just
question
6
is,
matches,
right,
it's multiple
is that
days.
that bad blood
6
in
matches a
between
day.
No, they're
the
talking-
Falcons and this squad? Will the Falcons
I think
hunt
they're
them
talking
down
about
and get
who
their
the very big,
revenge
like
for having to
the
make them work a
qualifier.
few extra days? But at the same time, right, they don't have those
Oh.
few games of
Tony
extra
K over top?
experience
Well,
in
tell me when
them
Tony
for
K
this
makes finals again.
squad. So they're literally, I'm not gonna lie, right? It's like just watching a little stick get thrown into a massive bonfire here in the finals. But I'm excited to see what
Okay,
they do.
let's go check Tony K. Let's go check Tony K.
What's up, brother? What's up, Sirens? How are you?
All right, chat. Oh, Tony K. Dude, when's last time Tony K made a finals of Worlds? Oh wait, chat.
In a bit.
He's never made the finals of Worlds.
The ones from
You just
home,
can't get there.
Alpha 7. We'll get a chance to actually talk more about their team, but I think that team is one that's definitely looking to win that championship, especially if they could do it at home. Imagine how happy they would be.
They go crazy, man. Imagine the crowd, everybody. I mean, everyone's cheering on this team as well.
That looks
So
like
I
Yoda's
love to see
glasses.
the
That's
huge
wild.
Brazilian presence and squads here at the hometown. It's just been absolutely insane.
All right, well, you heard me tease it earlier, and I think it is
Yo,
gonna
there's
be coming
Paraboy.
down, so here we go. Let's watch this video.
ตัวเองแล้วก็
Newsy almost cleared a no-kill
ก็
challenge and
เราพอ
during
เปลี่ยน
qualifiers.
ก็เปลี่ยนแปลงครับ
Newsy
ตัว
the
ผม
goat,
ก็คือ
bro.
น่าจะเป็นเกี่ยวกับเรื่องของระเบียบวินัยครับก็เหมือนอารมณ์แบบเราเป็นนักกีฬาแล้วก็เหมือนอารมณ์แบบการทำงานก็คือเป็นเหมือนมีขั้นมีตอนเราต้องใช้
FaZe made grand finals
มี
after
ระเบียบ
Drake
เช่น
left.
เราต้อง
That's
ตื่
the
น
funny
มา
thing.
ซ้อมหรือว่าแบ่งเวลาในการซ้อมหรือว่าแบ่งเวลาในการ
Bro
ทำ
left.
ทั้งบ้านก็ต้องฝึกซ้อมตลอดเวลาอย่างเงี้ยก็เหมือนจัดระเบียบ
So
ให้กับ
he
ตัวเอง
leaves
มันมี
FaZe
ระเบียบ
after they get
Acho que
31st.
o PUBG
And
mudou
then
minha vida
FaZe
literalmente em
proceeds to
tudo,
get what
porque
finals? They get
eu
6th in
sempre
the
tive um
finals?
sonho de conseguir conquistar minhas coisas, ajudar minha mãe, ajudar minha família.
FaZe
Então,
get
acho que o PUBG
6th and
mudou
Tony
esse
K's
ciclo
where at?
de poder ajudar quem eu amo, quem eu gosto.
38th?
E fazer o que
36
eu
and
amo também,
38?
que é jogar. E
Funny
foi
shit.
isso, o PUBG mudou literalmente tudo que tinha pra mudar na minha vida.
Pues he aprendido a convivir
Just
con
because
mucha
Dream
gente,
and Monkey
ya
didn't
que,
get
pues
much
hay
kills doesn't mean that
muchas
did it help
personas de
with other
diferentes
things.
lugares.
Well, yeah, that's
pues, he
definitely true. Like,
conocido
some people could get
culturas
less kills,
así.
but they're just be doing as much work.
También pues me ha ayudado en un lado porque pues yo tengo tiempo para estudiar y para jugar, ya que pues se me paga y pues no tengo la necesidad de trabajar.
Hem maddi konusunda hayatımı değiştirdi hem de hayatıma güzel insanlar kattı. Güzel abi kardeşler.
Eu me chamo de Menor, eu jogo PUBG faz 5 anos.
So y'all think the
E
tier 2
esse jogo
teams, the
mudou
tier
minha
2
vida,
Brazilian teams are gonna do
tipo,
good in the finals?
claro, financeira, mas também da
Or they're not tier,
saúde
they're not tier
mental
2, but
pra
like, you
seguir.
know, the not
E
top
na
teams.
época como esse jogo chegou, eu tava meio pra baixo e tal, e aí acabou mudando minha vida.
I like these, why did they use this venue the entire
Well,
time?
don't even get us started with how PUBG
The
Mobile
original,
has changed our life.
the
Because
venue they did
luckily
for the
me, I'm
qualifiers
getting
and
a chance
prelims
to meet
was fucking
Hot
ass.
Juice and Tute in real person because
Yeah,
of this
it
game.
was.
And you know
Yep.
what? Which team is going to be looking to hopefully meet with that championship is none other than D plus Kia all the way from South Korea. Now, we are used to seeing certain players from this roster. I know somebody at home, Maxman, is going to be a little bit heartbroken because no longer is Fabian nor Forrest in this team. They have changed up the roster, and they're looking to put up a much, much better showing than they were able to do in PMGC, Hot Jukes.
K is really
Yeah,
good
you
player.
know, this team in particular,
Who's
we've
K?
known
He's
this
on-
name, we've seen them for
he's
so
Korean,
many
right?
times in so many
One of the great
tournaments,
teams.
right?
On D+.
And in Korea,
On
this
DK.
team just absolutely shreds.
On
It's
Team
just at
SL,
the
but
global
I'm on
stage, they
a
haven't been able to replicate that. So hopefully,
I mean,
we can
every
see
team
that happen
in
here today.
SL, but other than like 3 or 4
And
like ad
hopefully
teams,
we
I
will
mean,
be
it's
able
just
to
like
get a chance to see it. As I
gone.
mentioned, it's going to be a bit of a
they should
different
do like
roster.
free win.
It did end up changing early in January, so
Korean team
I'm
is very
sure
underrated.
they'll
Korean
be
teams
set
are not underrated.
and
They're
ready to
not
go.
good.
Sute, how long does it usually take for these teams to kind of get used to?
Yeah,
each
it's
other
okay.
after
You can
they,
be bad at the
get
game. All right, some teams
I
are just
mean,
bad.
It depends from team to team, but generally I'd give it, a couple months. Teams at the very, very high caliber.
I feel like Boom is gonna get
put one
absolutely
player in or
shit on.
Switch 2 players out. I mean, the fundamentals.
They've never done good in anything but this one tournament that they won to get here.
Hopefully,
It's the only time they've ever done good, I'm pretty sure.
We'll have to wait and see if that's going to end up happening here, as we have Boom Esports all the way from Indonesia. And this is not just any Indonesian team.
Like, chat, let's look at this.
This is a very, very strong team, as they are the
They got
current
17th
champions of
last
the
split.
PUBG Mobile Super League.
They
South
split for that, they got
Asia Spring
5th.
2024. That's right. They already start playing their own
They
tournament.
got 3rd in
And
Indonesia
they are
fall.
already winning it, so they're gonna
Isn't
be
this
coming in
Indonesia
hot.
fall
I
like
know
ass? Is
Indonesia
ass teams?
for the longest
Yeah,
time, we
Evos,
talked about
RQ,
Beatron, we talked about some
Morph.
of the other teams out there from Indonesia as well.
This
But,
BTR team
coming
is
in hot
horrible.
from
What the
being
hell?
able to win that PMSL
Basically all you got in there.
They
You got
got that
AE.
experience under the belt to start off the year.
I mean, that's huge. I mean, they
These
have it
guys
under
have
their
done
belt, and
nothing
they have
really.
a belt already
They've never
around
played a
their
global
waist,
tournament before.
right? To start the year off. So that's going to be huge for their whole mental factor coming into today. They know that they can already get that top
There's
spot.
def better
It's
ad
time
teams
to do
than
it
other
here
ad
on
teams.
the
I mean,
big
no
global
shit. You
stage,
don't have
though.
teams
So
that are better,
hopefully
but like
they're able to, you know, calm
compared
those
to like the
nerves
top
down,
3
get
teams in
ready,
NA, like
and just start
they're all
fleshing out
just
right from the
bad.
start.
And I'm sure everybody.
But Yummy,
watching
they're
in
cooked.
Indonesia
Yeah, Yummy's
would
their
love to
best
see
player
that.
by far,
They will
and
love
so
to see
without him,
another
they're
team
getting dead
being
last.
able to be one of those top teams
Maybe,
in the
you never
world,
know.
just like Bigatron was able to do it back in the past. They haven't been able to shine that much, but you know what? Anything can happen. It's just that
There are my goats.
beginning of 2024
There
here
are my
at PUBG Mobile
goats.
Esports. And when we're talking about champions,
Come
well,
on,
let's talk a little bit
boys.
more about Reject, because this is the champion team from Japan.
Can you tell me
They
what
won the
achievements your
PUBG Mobile
goats have?
Japan League Season
Dude,
3 Phase 2
Rejects?
last year
Are you fucking
around
kidding me?
October, and they're
Tell me
looking
what
to start
achievements
off
they got
right
back.
here in the
I'm
PMGO.
kinda
Keep in
pressed
mind,
that
though,
Lufa
this team
isn't
did not
playing.
have the best of showings when they did come to PMGC, because they ended up in 22nd place.
Sorry, my goat, bro.
Currently, I would say they are the rulers,
Divine
the
better.
kings of Japan. This Reject team just dominates year after year after
You hear
year.
that? You hear what
in
Zute saying? They dominate
Japan,
year after
you know.
year.
Every
Pussy.
time they get to the global stage, they've always fallen
Dominate what
short.
year after year? Tell me what they dominate.
Dude,
I
their
would have to
region.
say
They fuck up
have
Japan.
improved
No
every
shit, their
single
region's
time
trash.
In terms of where they've come and finished at the global stage.
They have no
So,
competition in their region, dog.
it's
It's just
true.
absolute free
This
farm.
might be, you know, the best
This is
Reject
their
team
tournament.
we have seen yet.
This is their tournament.
And well, I can't wait to see what Japan
Sara is
has to
gonna become
offer
a
this
fucking
year around.
demon.
Yeah, there's always so much hope for Japan.
Korea's like
They're
NA, but way more gun
getting us
skill.
really
Korea's
hyped
like
up,
NA,
and
but their
get to
top
kinda
team's
go
just
to the
way
big
better
stage.
than our
They
top
end up
team.
Disappointing. Luckily for Rejects, guess what?
And they have one
They're gonna
top
start
team.
off early
So
this
it's just
year.
that same
You get a
team gets
chance-
world
you get a
experience
chance to
every
put
year.
your name out there
Welu.
and become the
Let's
champs
go.
of the PMGO. But as we're talking about champions, I would be
Those are
shocked.
my goats right
I
there.
would be shocked if this next team is in one of the main contenders to win the championship, as we know they have won in the past. And you might be wondering, well, Seven, which team is it? Stop teasing us. Just slow down.
Why Pairboy
Give it a
look like that?
second, because
Pairboy
it's
has
none
no
other
aura
than
anymore.
Nova
Chat, he
Esports.
lost it.
That's right.
So
the
did Order, bro.
back-to-back champions
Chat.
of PMGC.
You see this? You see this Pairboy right now.
2020.
All right.
And Pairboy, if you don't follow him
All
on
right,
Instagram,
all right, chat. We
you might
gotta.
not know. So let me
Where's
just
his old
refresh your
pic,
memory.
bro?
This man was in Istanbul,
Dude,
Hajj,
chat.
and he saw ISC being able to pick up that trophy. Guess
Like,
what he
chat, like,
decided
what-
to do? He decided
what
to post a
happened,
picture
chat?
on Instagram and
The fuck
say,
happened?
Next year, I'm coming back for what's mine.
Who, after
What happened to my
2
goat,
years,
dude?
right, of just sitting in the shadows,
Dude,
the
like, what happened to him?
legendary Pairboy has returned.
It's just- he just
I mean,
lost
this
it, bro.
is
He lost
the
it, chat.
all-star of PUBG Mobile here. So, can he do it? Could you imagine, Zute, if he could come here, get his 3rd title after his first tournament back for being gone so long? I mean, what more could we ask for?
I mean, that's one of the things I'm definitely looking forward to this tournament. There are so many things.
Bro, could you imagine if Pairboy NDPs
They
after
also
being
have
gone for
Order.
a year?
You can't talk about Pairboy.
That'll just solidify that
without Order.
he's the best player
Probably
and no
the
one ever
best
will ever be
duo
better than him.
in
He was gone
PUBG
for just one split.
mobile history. Long range
gone
specialist,
for a whole
close
year.
range specialist.
A whole
they're
year?
the best of the best when it comes to those two things. So I just can't.
He was
wait
playing
to
in the
see
Asia
what's gonna
games, and then he
happen
was still
in
doing
this
stuff with
tournament here, 7.
content
First
creators.
time actually we get a chance
like,
to
the whole
see
year
this team
2023.
without Jimmy at a global event, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't wait to see how that's
2023?
going to be adjusting for them and being
Played
at a global
PMGC?
event for them without their.
No,
He
didn't play
played
with the main
spring,
ones,
and then he didn't
and we'll talk
play.
about
He didn't play
champions,
summer
but
though.
Guess what? S2G
Oh.
is also one of those
I think
PMGC
He missed one
champions,
split.
and
He
they
missed
were able
one
to
split
win
for
it
the
in
games.
2022, they were able to surprise everybody
I thought he missed the
when we
whole
were
year.
in Jakarta, Indonesia. for that win. And this team has made some changes. We talked about earlier how Silas did end up leaving the team. They didn't really have one of the
Airboy was banned. He is back. Airboy wasn't banned,
when it came to global events. They were a bit disappointing. I
He
think
went to play the Olympic game things, whatever those are called.
The champions in 2020.
Asian games, yeah. He went to play Asian games.
Step up. They're going to have to step up big time. Losing Silas is definitely a tough one because that man could definitely get it done. But now you got Cal stepping up as the IGL. And
they don't have their go. They have
team get some success here.
They have that one player that's really good.
Start firing on all cylinders, they're going to be tough to stop. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these first few games. I think if they get a chicken,
that one doing the right just short as fuck.
Early,
yeah,
there's going to be a big target on their.
He was banned.
Once they get going, it's hard.
Why was Purple banned? Can someone tell me why he was banned?
End up winning that championship.
You guys are saying he's banned, but you aren't saying why.
They were such a consistent team that he ended up catching everybody by surprise, me by surprise as well.
And there are our champions. Why not? Team in the game right now.
Esports, the reigning, defending champions of the Pubg Mobile Global Championship 2023. This team was on an absolute tear, man. Absolute tear, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna be doing here. Imagine if you can get those back-to-back global.
Chat, y'all are some weirdos, dude.
He's already beat the story mode.
Music, right here.
Valic, you think you're on Mars, dude? Nate, chill the fuck out, dog. What's going on here?
Dude, Valic, are we getting on Mars, dog?
Dude, I'm past Mars. I'm on like a fucking Neptune right now.
Just imagine how they're.
You're on Neptune? Hold up, I'll be right back.
My bad, Nate. I'm like fucking planets away right now, dog. It's insane.
It's been done once before by Nova.
He's already beat the story mode. He's doing side missions now. On God, he is.
Wait, which planet are you on? What planet do I gotta get on?
I'm on fucking Neptune. Like
You're on Neptune?
I'm way out there. I'm fucking lost. I'm about to get lost in space. I'm about to fucking jump to Pluto and then float into the
teams here.
into
fucking obviously they're the champions,
into a black hole.
I'd say they are the scariest team to go.
Okay, so you're that going?
It is just the way they play, the way they utilize everything, their teamwork, their synergy. It is top.
This past hour and a half has been pretty fun for me.
They, made that run.
Last hour and a half?
It wasn't.
Brother, you've been like muted the last hour and a half. What the fuck are you doing?
Come up, and it was multiple teams
laying in bed and getting ready for Pmgo.
Yeah, that's one of those teams that you don't want to let them start
carrying that
momentum, or it's just gonna start getting worse and worse and worse. And you might be wondering, well, there's one team missing. That's right.
Yo, the
hometown hero.
Yo, chat, y'all are gonna understand, but this right here, this background at the top,
play in their hometown on
a
global event.
All these buildings, looks like a map on Overwatch.
But they're also gonna be nervous because this is a team that just keeps falling short every single time we end up going to global events. They have made some roster changes. In case you're wondering, Senatex is no longer with that team. They have added a lot of players within this roster. McGrellin, Squash. And then, they're still always looking to add even more people, but the core, Revel, Mafioso, and Carrillo are there.
I went like negative in my games and Overwatch.
They need one. They need it.
End of the day, like
I remember
13 and like
them
16 or some shit like that.
Stages, just barely come up short. Sometimes worse than others, and they want that championship belt. They've had pretty much every single success in PUBG Mobile. Except that global title, Zute. You know these guys want it more than anybody else, especially the fact that they're at home.
Yeah, they always come so close. And when I say close, I mean last year, they were...
Orb is too strong for this tournament.
Coming into the very last day of the PMGC Grand Finals. And they
Orb is definitely not too strong for this tournament.
That wasn't the first time it's happened. So now that they're on home soil... The buff,
now?
Territory, this has got to be.
I think it's on a prelims team, but I could be wrong.
To secure that.
How do you spell his name?
I'm so glad you mentioned that because they do end up falling short, and they don't want to
end
up falling short.
Team Maryland Esports
right here because first place is gonna end up taking
they're on this
$100,000. Second place,
they got what was it?
Third place with 30, and then
21st, 22nd.
You can see it.
They got 11th in their group.
Big drop off. So a lot of this team.
Over 5 points for qualifying.
They want to stay within those top 3 for that money.
That's a big money right there. $100K for first place. That's what everyone's going to be aiming for. And you're right. There's a massive drop-off between 3rd and 4th. So top 3 is definitely going to be on everyone's mind here.
Dude, chat, think about it. So, eventually, if Nox keeps playing, he could become the GOAT of North America simply by being the only player left.
Because at the end of the day, that's a big, big difference, Evan.
It is going to be a massive difference. And also what's going to be a massive difference, how aggressive these teams are going to be, because you can see the point structure there. It stays the same as before. But
So I wonder how hard Spec's going to like MVP. There's no way Spec does an MVP. Like, who's going to MVP over Spec?
It's still my favorite. We're going to be looking
in
at
regionals
here of how we're going to be playing this match.
Spec just be getting too many kills, bro. Like, you got too many fraggers on launch this day. Yeah, you legend him.
We're just going to get it away from it right off
and then Nate as well. So it's just like...
Yeah, facts. Like realistically, Spec's the only fragger on Fate's team.
Yeah, like it's him, J7, Fate, and Telly, right? Yeah, like no one's out fragging Spec on that team. Like he's gonna be the frontline gunner.
There it is on your screen. We have our favorites.
You just bait Telly the entire time.
I'm sure they have their favorites too. We're not gonna be saying it until we actually get to the final day.
He definitely retired. He playing with that team for fun.
That top there, the top just looking insane.
Oh, you mean he like retired from
We're
like trying to like win,
right
and he's just playing to chill right now. He's not retired.
Pmgo Brazil. Now we have a great interview with
Do you support LGBTQ? I support whatever I want to support. I support Taco Bell because I love tacos. Valic, do you support Taco Bell?
I love Taco Bell.
Chat, we got him. Taco Bell is bad. Gives you the diarrhea, okay?
I love chicken quesadillas and the Doritos.
I made a...
tacos.
Okay, those are fire. Understandable.
Those are so good.
High key, their burritos go kind of crazy too when you're hungry.
And the
you get like 3 of them.
Crunch.
What are the good teams in NA? You have Spec's team. You have Valicc's team. You have... Yeah, that's all I got. Valic, you're going to have to help me on this one. Extreme Slayers. You got Extreme Slayers. Alright, that's 3. So we have 3, and then we have like Titans down here, you know? Like, they're a little over here. You know?
Titan and Nova Hyper.
Yeah. So we have Titan.
Yeah. So we have 3 good teams.
We have 3 good teams. Yeah, that's all we got, chat.
자, 만화바그 대학인 우리 бүр эхнээс нь qualifier тоглоод одоо Монголын цагаар өглөө 6 цагаас ерөөхдөө
Bro, it's actually gonna be such a battle for MVP because it could be like, it could be Revo, it could be Top, it could be Paraboy. Like, shit, it could be Zol. Fuck, this is gonna be a good tournament. Great tournament.
From the Qualifier Global is in our country. It was 6 a.m. We play from the 6 a.m. with high MS. It was 400 MS, so very high ping, and we play very hard.
24 quit, I'm pretty sure.
No, he didn't.
Brazil, we come to Brazil. We
Do you not?
play the qualifier.
Wait,
he
so
made
was he not
Yeah, 24, Baby Tang, Mizuki, and Pika made a team called Taco Lovers, and they're playing in PMSO qualifiers.
We play prelim,
So
and we come
basically
again to
just
main stage,
left
so our
YKG
training was
to
very
join
good,
Baby
and we're ready
Tang
to conquer this lobby.
Like nothing.
That's great. Thank you so much. That's great preparation. That's great history.
I love the homie Baby Tang, but
I'm sorry.
Baby Tang, he's a very... Baby Tang's like a good role player, I feel like. He'd be a good role player on a team. Like, he's a very consistent player, you know?
And we go back soon.
He just needs someone to be the star player.
They'd have a good team.
Alright.
There's 24
Team
Baby
Falcons?
Tanks on 2 other people.
Okay, you know what? Talking about that high pay. Well, guess what? You don't have to worry about that anymore. You're right there in Brazil. If you do end up knocking somebody, you're going to be able to see that right away, too. Hot Jukes, as I'm sure a lot of us have experienced that before.
Who's there playing PMgo?
We're at a global event now.
Oh my god, Jules! Hi, Jules!
They're going to be wanting to get this win.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Team Falcons shouldn't have been in the prelims. They really should not have. I mean, they should have gone all the way to the main event. You know, it was just hi-fis that stopped them and made them work those few extra days here. So, I mean, I think that's going to kind of work out in their benefit in the fact that they're going to have a lot more games underneath their belt. At the same time, though, you could just see the determination on his face. I mean, this squad wants that championship. They want to be able to go ahead and start off strong in the year. And man, they had to work hard to do it, Sute.
No,
I mean,
I don't
according
think
to
he's ever gonna get it.
you heard it. You heard it right then and there.
Yeah, kid from YKG, go swing for can't travel.
400 MS. MS. I can't even imagine how good you have to be to just clap everybody on 400 MS to qualify and get into this, and then continue onwards from there.
They'll do MVP
but this
easily.
Team, we've seen them just such a dominating team, especially.
That's not a good team. They have Canis and Koi.
Small edge. They even remind me quite a lot of IHC. So I really want to see those two teams get into a fight too.
Yeah, I want to see a lot of teams get into a fight here. Another team that I want to see. You know what? Let's just speculate right now. Teams that I want to see fighting against each other. Alpha 7 and Nova. Just keep it down.
From High-Fives, just be shouting on TikTok.
That'd be amazing. How about you, Hajukes? Which is your pair?
You stole mine. Honestly. That'd be great. Honestly, I want to see High-Fives and Team Falcons. Like, I just think that that's such a great story. The fact that they gatekeep them, it'd be awesome to see.
Sute? Which one do you want to see?
Realistically, the worst team here is Row.
I mean, you guys took the two best ones, so I'm gonna switch it up.
As worst team here?
Like a four-way fight between A7.
I think High-Fives is the worst team here.
Yeah, like as much as I love Stolen Rob,
the cream of the crop all in one in a four-way.
It's definitely Row.
I mean, I can't imagine what that would be like.
Just give us the reigning champions. Why not? Why don't you? Give us all of them, but you know what? I'm hearing that we are ready in this stage, so let's take it away.
Nah, Boom are way above Row. Even though they're ass. They're ass compared to their region.
Let's get one set up.
A7 will destroy every team except Falcon and IFC in a 44. Think? Who's in the finals of this fish? Where's the... You think they'd be Vampire in the 44? I mean, they actually got newsy now. Did a High-Five win their group? Yes. Where's Juancho? Asleep. He'll be here in like 3 hours.
Pmgo Brazil now in the main event.
Salve, salve família! Pode convocar todo mundo porque já estamos ao vivo, diretamente de São Paulo, com o Pmgo Brasil 2024. Eu sou Carol Bombchel e é um prazer imenso estar aqui com vocês hoje. And so with you, Issa.
Thank you so much. I am Isadora Basili and it's a pleasure to be here next to the 16 teams left in the main event. And only one of them will survive this great competition that is coming in the next few days. That will be absolutely full of surprises. It's gonna be amazing, and for the first time in the game's history, we have all of the global champions here playing the same world tournament. We have IHC 2023 champions, we have S2G 2022 champions, and Nova Esports global champions in 2020 and 2021.
Yo, chat, check on the right bat as fuck.
Jornada, quase 1000 inscrições, uma emocionante fase classificatória, muita disputa na fase preliminar.
Oh man, take me to Sao Paulo, Brazil, chat.
Mitsuki is Bamtang side bitch. He gives good luck to play PMGO.
We started this journey with
that's the guy that's never played PMGO, right?
1,000 teams registered. 32 of those teams traveled to Sao Paulo to find the one team that goes straight to the main event. That ended up being HFIYS.
Os 16 melhores times do mundo estão reunidos aqui hoje, estão presentes, entre eles, os atuais campeões de 2023, IHC Esportes,
Does he have good gun skill? He's one of those players that just need rise to get on good teams and complains and blames the enemy for him dying. Oh, so he's just really bad at the game. And they're just gonna get smoked because he's on the roster?
Pela primeira vez, vai lutar com unhas e dentes por esse lindo troféu aqui e também pelo título de melhor do mundo.
Now we are live in São Paulo with only one goal in the next 3 days to crown the 2024 PMGO champion. Now all they want is this trophy, all they want is a chance to prove themselves not only to Brazil but also to the whole world.
E aí, pra quem que vai a sua torcida? Manda na hashtag PMGO Brasil 2024. Hoje é dia de começar a fazer história, família. É nisso, we will go beyond the top.
That's it. And now let's welcome our teams present in this huge venue here in São Paulo, here in Brazil.
Vamos conhecer os 16 times.
So let's start first with IHC Esports and Alpha 7
could be a starter.
Esports.
Vampire Esports and SQ.
Oh, he's been on a roster before? I thought it was just some like random.
Zebra Master and Nova Esports.
Oh yeah, they're getting the two non-NA players, right?
Huh?
Team Falcons and G plus Kia.
Reject and Boom Esports.
Yeah, Chad, this is horrible. Why are they already standing at their
Death Wolves and Dragon and
like everyone's standing already? Why not stand when they call you? Like, wouldn't that make it look better? Like now,
and Royals of War.
I don't know. Like they sit down after they're called.
HFIYS Esports and
Look
Smoke
how shit
Gaming.
Dude, Rob's is fucking giant.
And now,
Let's start the competition.
A gente não quer top 2, não quer top 3, como vem acontecendo nos outros campeonatos. A gente quer chegar e ser campeão.
at the Pmgo
Leave it down to the non-NA players to form NA man. Chat, I've said it before, if you're a non-NA player and you come to play in NA, it's because you're not good enough to compete in your own region. So you have to come to the worst region in the game.
Özellikle babama kendimi kanıtlamak için çok uğraştım. Annem de zaten inanmıyor çok fazla. Yani çok
Life question values
desteklemezler
there,
ama
yeah.
destekten ziyade beni daha çok hırslandırırlar bana inanmayarak.
Ailemden biri annem. Her zaman onun için çabalıyorum. Onun için şey yapıyorum, uğraşıyorum.
Is it a random ass post they made about High-Fi's dream? No.
ที่ประสบความสำเร็จที่สุดก็คือ
I don't follow any Pokemon people.
PMWI ครับ
Хангалуун гоё байсан. Ингээд саяны өмнөх дэлхийн аваргаар дэлхийн аварга болсон. Яг тэр үед бол тэр үеийн тэр хүрч чадсан сансандаа хүрсэн шиг тийм гоё мэдрэмж байсан. Тэгээд тэр одоо ч гэсэн ингээд толгойдоо тэгжидэг сэтгэлтэй жидэг.
Valiccc Grand Project Zomboys with us.
No.
Yes.
Carrillo the only one on full HP, but this guy can fight, this guy can frag. Aladdin around the foothills.
O maior orgulho é olhar pra trás e saber que todo o trabalho que eu fiz deu certo.
За одоо Pmgo was авраг ахаар зориод ирсэн. Тэгээд
ทุกคนจำชื่อของเราไว้
It's easy money though if you want to come to the worst and dominate. You win all the top prizes and slots to PMC. I mean, I don't really remember any EU people winning slots to anything really. Like let's go to Valic. Valic's played practically all of them. Let's go to his Wikipedia. Let's go.
And
The very last one.
We
It already started.
The first match
Alright,
of the
so let's see.
Pmgo Brazil Finals.
Zex has had 2 EU players and 2 NA players. And then you had 412 with all EU players, and then they got smoked.
I know you are so excited
And
to see how this is all gonna begin.
Zex has had Baton and one dude. They had Crow,
My question to you,
Baton,
though,
Everest.
how many
But
hot drops are we
didn't
gonna see off the
did
rip?
Peralta play or
You took my question, man.
was it
That's what
Everest
I
who
was
sat
gonna
out?
ask you. I was wondering how many hot drops we're going to be seeing here, because if we go by anything that we've seen already so far in the PMGO,
Everest,
there's
Baton,
a
and
lot of teams
Active?
that like to hot drop, but there's a lot more at stake here. We're already, as you were mentioning, at the main event here of the PMGO.
It's Peralta, Inactive,
If
Crow,
you are gonna be
Everest,
hot
Baton,
dropping,
Skyline.
this will
But
be
I'm
the
pretty
only
sure it
match
was
to do
Peralta,
on after
Inactive,
this.
Crow,
Don't
Baton.
even
Was it
think
Skyline that
about
played?
it. Don't even come close to any of those other teams.
Peralta didn't play?
And as we're seeing there on the map, a team that has actually been quite strong
I just came back,
when
let's
it
go.
comes to Sandhawk, at least from what we saw already in the PMGO
Oh my God,
prelims.
Steve.
Oh my gosh, ROW. Chat, I've been said that ROW is going to be the worst team in here.
Royals of War getting punished here as they already down
Nova's
two
down.
players, but they do end up finishing one of the players from Reject.
What up, Nova? We're gonna match our times, by the way.
Corner, trying to hold it down, but this is
What's your time at right now?
They don't have any loot at all. I don't even think one of the players
Zero.
has a
Keep counting
weapon for Worlds of War.
156.
Yeah, this is what happens. Whenever you get into a new lobby with new teams, you don't really know what to expect. You know, sometimes the teams do end up posting where they're gonna be dropping on social media. But
I don't have ads on my live stream today. I turned them off to where I can manually do them.
And right now, I mean,
Unless you like open my stream up just now and it gave you an ad. I have it where they're all turned off.
From Worlds of War, but these teams need to be careful.
Sent you an Insta?
Especially
Would you send me an Insta?
The amount of third party that we've been seeing in Sandhawk in this PMGO has been insane. A bit of a slowdown here to this fight. They're trying to figure out which way we're gonna be going, and I love those player cams that we have right there because we're gonna get just that pure emotion whenever it does.
No, my
goes
goat.
or something goes right. And guess what? I was talking about the third parties. They're starting already. Vampire Esports coming in.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, when you have a fight like this, you got to get it finished as soon as possible, especially at this stage, because.
So they made a post because he's Indian that made it.
Almost instantly.
He's like half.
So getting a knock from Vampire is going to be tough. But Reject's going to push on in here. Cole Gold holding it down with that M4.
Wait, so is he a player from India, or is he just
actually going to be the first team out?
half Indian?
Japan.
And they're seeing this movie already know these people are cracked very fast.
It's an awful way.
There's a lot of all these teams are global class teams.
We were talking about it.
Like this Nova team right here has won Worlds twice in a row back in 2021 and 2022.
War out of everybody too. That's gonna be a
They've changed their IGL and stuff though, so they're a little bit different team. But Order and Paraboy were the two main players for the team.
None other than D+ and a team.
And Longsker is a NA player that moved to China to play for them.
It's gonna be huge, but man, Reject
He's
had
a
all the
bracket.
advantage in the world there. But I think it was just down to the luck of the draw. They ended up going against Worlds of War. One of their players had.
There is an aim assist either. Yeah, there's no aim assist.
You know, and not to mention you got Vampire shooting you in the back. Oh, that's so tough, and that's what's so hard, especially at the start of a tournament. Those nerves come into play, Seven, right? And I always say, like, I have the hot jukes excuse card. If I'm gonna punch it for any of these teams, I always give them the first game, you know, because sometimes
So they're gonna show, you think? I mean, it's their first global tournament with their new team, so.
Hesitated, right? Hesitated to just full send it, and they got punished because of it. So now, I mean, you could see that how
Valic RC going crazy.
this is, and you can see D+ Kia saying, you know what, Nova, we'll give you Pine on. I don't think we want to mess with you just
Why
yet.
are they? I don't understand why they're fucking
They're gonna be looking
44ing
to
at
just get a
Exec
different
compound. That shit
position
makes
here
zero
as
sense.
still one of their team Ozol.
Dude, 44 at Exec compound's wild, by the way. I would just give it up, dude. I'm like, alright.
All three of them are gonna be rotating around, trying to get a different angle order. We did end up seeing Paraboy on top of a roof as well. Anything can happen here with this fight, but I agree 100% with what you were talking about.
Also has a vector. He's not gonna get a good knock. The only way he knocks someone is if he knocks Paraboy, but anything lower than that, he's gonna whiff.
They might have had more time to work with.
ROW over RC, that's maybe,
dude.
dude.
Gonna be third partying that quick. Meanwhile, Vampire Esports, the ultimately opportunists that they are, they say, "Oh, is that a point that I see over there? Yes, that is the point. Let me." Go
RC's so
ahead and
trash,
take that
dude.
point
Valic,
from
dude.
ya."
They're hating on your
Paraboy
team,
is
dog.
gonna
They're
end
hating
up
your
knocking
team.
somebody from D+. K is gonna get knocked.
Doesn't live in India, but he's
Imagine them
Indian.
there. They were trying to cross. They were trying to revert the rotation that they were doing, and it ends up backfiring.
Longsker was living in Sim 9 from Malaysia.
There we go.
There's also an NA player named Longsker. If
Hey,
it's the
speaking of getting
same
warmed
one.
up, that's one man you don't want to get hot.
fuck, they just
wow.
All right, glad no order's still good in the
Nova
game.
Shredding D+ Kia, no scopes necessary. All iron sights, baby. And that's 3 players down. They might get this last one here if they see him.
Oh, Paraboy? Paraboy? Okay.
Goodbye.
I was about to say.
Dude,
Nova
what is this
with the squad
They
wipe.
just shit
Smoked
on
him, bro.
DK,
that
and they didn't even
everybody
cross
watching
the
right now
river.
is so hyped. Let's
They
go.
triple knocked him without crossing the river. It's kind of crazy.
Give me a second, sir, to gather myself after what I just saw there, because my goodness, that was so quick that those players got knocked and eliminated. D+ too. This is not like some scrub team, you know. This is Dan Wang from South Korea. High expectations coming into the PMGO.
Are they back, dude?
And
Nova back?
Esports makes it look
Who has the
so
most
easy,
teams?
man. So
What
fluid.
region has
The
the most
angles
teams?
they were able to get. You mentioned it.
Brazil?
They don't need
They
it.
have 4.
They have
Ironside, AKM, one of the hardest guns for everybody in the world to control. They're
Brazil
like,
only having 4 teams in the finals of this, by the way, is kind of crazy,
why we
chat.
are one of the
Because,
best
like,
teams in the world.
they had 3
Disgusting.
qualified from qualifiers, right?
For
ZMDW
sure.
and
I mean,
SPK.
how else could you want to start off? And that's what I'm saying is that first
What
game
about
is
it? So they had
huge.
3
If you
qualify
have a
through?
Great start. The rest of the tournament just feels so much
They're at
easier.
a 8
But
qualifying.
you know what's not going to be easy? Royals of War.
Yeah.
Remember my words, Vampire number 1, A7 number 2, Nova number 3.
They have none other than
Vampire number one's gonna
coming
walk.
very close by, and I think Vampire Esports might. I wonder if they even know that this player is gonna be here. Colgo
I mean,
is
like
gonna be
they said,
staying
this is
close
the
by.
first tournament.
That was a little bit deceiving there. They're gonna be on the other side of the mountain, so they definitely don't know that this player is here. Colgo could end up surprising them, but at this point, it's gonna come down to what does he want to do. Right? We saw a lot of teams, especially during the prelims, even though this is completely different lineup. Focusing a little too much on the early fights. Well, guess what? It's a little bit different now in high fives.
Yeah, bro's not beaming that shit.
This is a fight
No down there.
I know you guys took the fight earlier with Falcons in the qualifier finals, but this is different. There's level to this, but hey, if you can actually eliminate Nova Esports here right off the bat, boy, an even bigger confidence booster for a team that's already so confident from what we saw in their interviews.
Can you imagine? That's how actually they start off. Colgoat actually gets the initial knock. I was surprised Rules of War even wanted to press this with only 2 people up, but he's gonna have to make it happen here as Vampire's coming in hot. A beautiful nade on Schweppes puts him down to 1 HP. Whoa, Colgoat doing so much work, but Tonka so far in the back, he's not gonna be able to support his teammate.
Oh man, that hurts right there because
Are they able to get
looks
Newsy?
like they were going to be able to
Newsy
get
looks
even
like
more
definitely
points.
easy to
Tonka,
get
as
by.
you mentioned, just too far away, and now Vampire Esports is going to be able to more than likely get a full reset here because Tonka is not going to be wanting to push this. Newsy is going to be very far away, and I'm sure his teammates are going to be looking to make that rotation towards him and stop him.
Okay, there's no one there.
Overall, though, Tony K there, I mean, a player that we'll be talking about, the superstar for this team, coming in clutch there for his team as he was able to get 2 eliminations. Vampire Esports, though, a little bit scary. That's what I was talking about. A little bit scary there.
No way, High Fives is trying to take. Why did Monkey rotate down into the compound? Don't they just clear him if they find out he's there?
Happen here in Sandhawk. This is why now we like to get the madness out of the way. This is why Sandhawk is one of the first matches that we do end up
is your
playing.
shit glitching out too?
End up seeing High Fives and Nova Esports being very.
Yo, it's getting greener, bro. Greener by the second. What the?
Yeah, let's see how
What is with
this out here? Gotta give a big shout out to that Rules of War player. The Mexicano's coming in hot. And I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful play. I mean, almost got the squad wipe by himself. But I mean, it's hard to be able to do a 1v4, especially against a team like Vampire. But to get that close, I'll give him some props.
Taco lovers.
But that's why you need that whole squad up, especially in a match like Sandhawk here. Nova now going to look to leave Pinon. We haven't really talked too much about the first circle. It's pretty dead center in the map. So nothing too surprising.
By the way, this Tony K's nade, which damaged Stone. Tony K, my god.
Headed towards boot camp.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I think we're enjoying just the fights that we're getting very, very early on there. And it's going to come down to rotations. I mean, we already saw some of the other teams rotated, right? With Vampire Esports, remember where they ended up dropping? They ended up dropping in Ruins. They ended up third party in the fight. They're super early on between Rejects and Royals of War. And now those early rotations, this might end up setting them up to take a fight here with Nova if they're
even render that?
spotted. And Nova deciding not to take any vehicles as there weren't any nearby.
Oh, Vampire rotated off.
This is what I think they were hoping to do right from the get-go. This is why they got a little bit.
Oh, we're gonna airdrop. If he has an MG3, it's over.
Was looking to take that boot camp from the get-go, Hotjukes.
Yes, they are. They're looking to get that rotation.
Rob's is down. Rob's is
quick
dead.
here, as we're gonna see next Ruya go up against High Fives, and they're gonna be battling it out there. As the High Fives are gonna be losing 1 player in that process, and you can see teams really heading towards that central
Falcons are chilling. They got mountain control.
The coach of Vampire Esports was talking about.
Like Stokes with the kill. W. Stokes is down though.
Later, but we got a big battle coming up here at the bottom 7.
We do have a big battle coming up. It's going to be none other than next Ruya versus S2G, actually. Wow, okay. For a second there, I was a little bit confused on which team it was going to be. But
this is a gnarly angle, by the way.
As well, very close by. And High Fives finding themselves not in a good
spot. Oh my god.
2 players eliminated. 1 more player is going to end up getting knocked. And that's going to be a tough one because they know exactly next Ruya where they're at. Frozen, a player that has had a lot of hype in the past, but we never really got a chance to see it
dog.
At a global event. I want to see what he's going to be capable of. I want to see if today this
I wonder why they're not
year
pushing.
His year for
Do they not know that
for him to show up?
I wonder why fucking
all those
Monkey's not getting the fucking
as we look at
revive.
the elimination feed. Everything's going on. Falcons getting into fights with Vampire Esports. Alpha 7 being able to get some knocks as well. Madness is going to start happening, and it's going to start happening soon, Hodges.
I am so glad I am not one of the observers in a tournament like this because every single
Falcons got
so
Stone Blessed. They
There's
should
so
win this game.
many monster squads here. You can see 2 of the qualifying teams pretty close to each other.
Nova's going to have a good rotation on top of boot camp heal.
Vampire fight is ever so interesting.
Which gives them that entire free corner.
Like to drop boot camp, so they look back and they're like, "Hey, who's over there at our house?" It's none other than Vampire Esports, and I was talking about it earlier, right? Sertani was talking about how much these
Falcon or Vampire should win this game.
Central Circle in
Falcon.
these big tournaments, and it worked out really well in the prelims. And so far, doesn't seem to be working too bad here. As we're gonna look at none other than next Ruria, going up against High Five.
Why is the other teammate not pushing across is the real question.
What's gonna happen? It's gonna be Monkey going down. So that is the qualifying team.
They got what, 2 points, 1 point?
Yeah, you can talk.
This match one, yeah, match one.
Those interviews, but when it comes down to it, you gotta show up. It is only the first match though, so we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen there with High Fives. But next Ruria being able to come out on top there with 4 eliminations so far already for them. Ro, we saw them earlier. I'm looking at the leaderboard here. I mean,
7.
Some surprises there for me. I was not expecting Ro to have 3 elims and only 1 player standing after this time.
7. I'm just gonna remind you. Remember that interview we saw during the prelims with I think it was Monkey, right, from High Fives? He said out of all the teams he was worried about, he said he wasn't worried about Alpha 7. Remember that?
Yep. They're not even gonna get a chance.
That guy is an idiot.
Yeah, they're not careful. Honestly,
How are you
at this
gonna?
point, like we
How are
talked
you
about,
gonna
it's
say
be
the
a whole
one
nother
team you're
level
not
as soon as
worried
they
about
get
is
here
Alpha
to this
7?
stage,
Like,
and I think
bro,
they already got a good little taste
that's
of it.
just like
But
the
there's
biggest.
still some matches
That's
left
the
to go,
biggest
and
ego I've
anything
ever
can happen.
fucking heard.
But knowing, Carrillo, we met
Biggest
this guy
ego
in
just to be
person,
bad, bro.
these
Unfortunate.
guys don't take to that kind of talk very lightly. So
This guy's
we'll see how that plays later
444,
on. Meanwhile,
556.
Zebra Master, look at that, getting some nice shots onto Smoke Gaming. 2 of the qualifying teams battling it out here in Paradise Resort. And you can see now they're starting to get those angles. It's gonna really be up to Miyaki here holding the choke point.
It is going to be up to Miyaki, and I don't think he's going to be able to pick up his down teammate there as Zebra Masters is being able to set themselves up, trying to find those
I'm finally watching one Brazilian team fuck the shit out of the other Brazilian team right now.
Carried away because we do end up seeing STG there on the horizon. And that's a team that could end up third-partying you. And we saw what happened early with Vampire Esports. We've seen what happens with this type of third parties. They're just going to keep raining down on this fight. And at some point, you got to back away from this fight. And you got to actually start focusing up a little bit more on this circle because it's just get tougher and tougher to get into this circle.
STG's gatekeeping them too.
Yeah, especially in Sandhawk. I mean, this zone moves so quickly. So you definitely want to be as central as possible. If you're playing Edge, you're hoping you get that hard shift of the zone straight to you.
Yeah, one up, bro. One up. Box like a fish right now.
Let's see how this ends up playing out. Actually, they do end up eliminating this team. Oh, no, not yet. Here they go. Here they go. Death Wolves down to 1 player. Gotta be careful.
DBS things?
coming in hot, and that's gonna do it.
That is going to be luckily for the Wolves. I mean, they were able to knock 1 player. They're going to make it. Actually, they were able to knock 2 players there from Regnum Karia. Going to make it a little bit harder for them when they do end up making this rotation. And the crazy part is we were seeing him being able to pick up his teammate, and then on the horizon, guess what? Guess who's going to be waiting for you?
Right there.
Yeah, they didn't go to fucking boot camp.
Absolutely stacked. You see,
I mean, the zone isn't on boot camp. It shifted off.
We have Boom Esports and Nova Esports very close by.
It shifted toward the
as well
Misfits
as
Hill.
Gaming ends up getting eliminated. There goes that fight between them and Zebra Masters. Good to see Zebra Masters was able to win it with only losing.
Boom's gonna gatekeep them hard.
Good to see as they're now gonna be able.
I think
to
Nova dies this next
circle
shift.
Now S2G looking to
if
see
Boom
how
does
they're
it
gonna be
correctly.
approaching this fight because they could end up gatekeeping some of the players from Zebra
All
Masters.
Well, here comes
Team
the
GC MVP down.
Sandhawk here. This is stage 4. A minute on the clock as this thing starts closing down. Here comes the shotgun action. The pop shotty switches that gun, gets the knock. Beautifully done there for Zebra Master, keeping it alive, and that's against none other than S2G.
STG showing that they're frauds yet again.
Later, needs to see you later to that
Wait,
nade right there. Oh, that does cap them up pretty good. And they're gonna start retreating after that one. Ray-Z looking to do.
Where's the Warzone mobile content,
here.
bro?
Oh,
Hell
another
no.
team is driven up.
All the teams are driven
Wow,
out.
that was a good
crazy part
day.
too,
Wait,
they're not from
1
Super
HP
Masters.
too.
They weren't even able to confirm it on an elimination. It was actually Team
Wait,
Rockets
good
that
day through the window.
ended up
He
stealing
didn't make it
it.
through the
And
window.
now STG is going to be taking on 2 different fights. Regnum
Stream
Karia,
is
they're gonna be able to
lagging.
knock 2 players as Regnum Karia was trying to make that push on them. 1 player.
That's what y'all's in. I have excellent connections. What it says shouldn't frame drop at all.
And it's going to be none other than Vitinho, as he's going to be the last player standing, very low HP. He's getting shot from the back. He's getting shot from the front. It is going to be a tough
chat, I don't know how to fix it because it's not giving me any errors that my stuff's frame dropping or anything.
But the off angle from the player of Regnum Karia being able to come up in a big way as Rays from S2G is going to be knocked, and I think he's going to end up getting eliminated, Jukes.
Good connection, everything.
All over the place here. Let's see what Silas can do though. Silas gonna be throwing that nade downtown.
Might just be on YouTube side then on
You don't want to be inside of this circle. They do have that edge, so they're able to creep in. It's just really against them versus S2G here. All the utilities to start getting thrown out. Here come the DBSs as well. That first knock here is going to be critical as S2G with the gatekeep holding strong.
And CO later is going to be able to spot that player. There's Silas.
Oh,
this is going to be a bit
cooking,
of a bittersweet moment there for him. Silas is going to end up getting knocked
why did he do that,
by
though?
his previous teammate, by his former
He went a little
team,
too crazy.
S2G, but there's still one player alive here from Regnum Karya. They could make it even harder for S2G. It is going to be a 1v1, and the crazy part is that everybody else is just waiting to see what's going to happen with this fight. Waiting to see if they can maybe find some angles, as we haven't even gotten a chance to see Top, and he's already at 3 eliminations. That's how much of a fight they've been getting into, and we're not even going to get a chance to see them as they end up getting eliminated. Team Falcons, but they end up with a massive 7 eliminations.
Wait, Tony K just diff him?
Massive. Here comes
that was Nova with an
with 5 eliminations.
Order with an MG, bro. Jesus Christ, that has to be so scary.
I told you if it's an MG, it's over.
Player up. This team is looking just too good at this point. And we'll see how they finish.
No, the GOAT.
Knock from Boom all the way downtown.
Dude, they got 6 kills right now, chat. 4 up.
Left and right here.
What is, dude? A7 have been silent this entire game. They're still 4 up.
Start getting into the action to Alpha 7, because I believe it was Alpha 7.
Chat, is it still lagging?
Knocking some of the players here from Nova. Nova should be able to reset on this. And Nova
I'm looking at my own stream right now. It's not lagging anymore.
Ain't that some shit? The only kills on Nova is Bear Boy in order.
End up abandoning him as they're looking to take
Art carries.
They know Alpha 7 is going to be on the horizon.
Yeah, they need to get Bear Boy up, bro.
Probably going to have some spots on them, and they're looking to see if they can maybe spot him and start.
Wait, none of them are going for
a little bit more.
Not just anything, right? Look what order has.
1080? Is it not 1080?
Oh,
fuck! No, it wasn't. My bad.
I mean, that if there's any
holy shit, that quality is insane now, chat. My bad.
In a map like Sandhawk, Nova started
Yo, I'm on
better
1440.
Yeah, I know. I was too. I went to 1080. I was like, holy shit, my eyes. I could see better.
You're gonna have to also take out the hometown.
But I was gonna. Yeah, I don't know why.
That is Alpha 7 ready to go here. Here comes Carrillo looking to make his countrymen proud. You can hear the crowd start roaring as these guys are getting so excited here. And now Carrillo has his eyes set on S2G.
I don't know how that Boom player didn't end up knocking.
Chat. I have ads literally turned off, bro. I don't know why it's giving you ads.
Carrillo said, "Okay, you know what? Let me switch my."
I quite literally set it to not give you ads.
Shot to the face as he's ended up sending him back to the lobby. S2G is still gonna be alive. We do have next Ria as well, and I mean Nova. Nova currently with only 3 players.
That should be fixed now. Apparently it wasn't. I guess it's because I refreshed my stream. I refreshed my.
We've already seen the rotations that they've been able to do, and they're gonna be going for another rotation here. They're gonna put themselves.
Stream with some tweet people just me. I think probably because I just got my PC and I haven't changed my OBS setting for that, or forgot to.
Should be happy about this one, as the angles are just gonna become easier and easier. You can see their long skirt.
Bro, is this a play?
But he's able to just
Nova kind of just like
some cover. And this might
dodged fucking A7.
This might be.
I mean, they could have pushed up the hill.
Alpha 7, they're in their hometown, and they are in a perfect.
They gotta rotate out here. They're dead. So
right here, where there's nobody to their backs, they can just spread out and shoot at everything in sight. This is the perfect match for Alpha 7 here. They have to win this one.
Oh
no!
No!
In work on
they're raining hell.
Oh, double knock.
To their advantage, a beautiful nade from Revel from downtown gets the double knock.
Revel, more like Tom Brady. That was an amazing throw right there by him. And Nova, we're thinking maybe
they don't compete against Global.
Such a tough spot there, especially with the utility that Alpha 7 currently has. They're not going to be able to pick up those players. I think at this point,
you
might want to try to save some utility and then start focusing on the other players. But they don't know how many players are there. They don't know how many players are not. So anything can happen here between this fight too. And
bro doesn't know who he's talking to.
On the horizon is next.
Damn, Dream's actually going for him?
Look at this absolute madman. As he wants his teammates back. He wants to be able to pick them up. And that Molotov is going to be landing a little bit short.
Bro, he actually might get it. Well, he's going to get somebody up because they already wasted a fuck ton of nades.
Because if they do throw another
dude, if he bounced that A perfect with
and he got order up too? God damn it.
And they do.
Wait, Carrillo got knocked to the side.
But then now Carrillo gets knocked. He's got to be careful. They're going to go ahead and get the res off.
Is Mongolia best region? After last Worlds, they were best region.
Towards the end, that's S2G done for. Top 3 teams remaining, and it's the hometown champions of Alpha 7 going against the oldest champions of all, Nova Esports. And then you have Next Ria in the mix as well. It's anybody's game, but Alpha 7 are looking unstoppable.
Yeah,
A7 definitely won this game.
Surprised that in the top 4 we ended up getting some previous PMGC winners. You can see Rebel right there trying to get an angle on Dream Y6. We'll see if he's gonna
in our God's zone.
Because right now Alpha 7 is just looking great.
Wait, Nova gets second place.
In the circle.
Or wait, hold on, Nova Loki.
So next Ria
Nova could Loki.
Alpha 7 is gonna.
Nah, I think A7 still wins, but like there's a chance that Nova does, like a small chance.
Order has the fucking
Alpha 7 is doing that.
Yeah, but A7 is just gonna rotate to this compound because they're a 2-man.
End up working out as McGrelly's now making the push. He's gonna be able to.
And then they're gonna take control of the compound.
He's not gonna be able to knock him, but he's gonna continue.
How did Dream get knocked?
Dream Y6 is gonna get knocked there by Alpha 7. Alpha 7 with the great
How
push
did Dream get knocked and thirsted though?
Next Ruya and Nova Esports at the same time.
Yeah,
this is the Alpha 7 that we want to see. This is the Alpha 7, the Brazilian
Wait,
crowd
Orders
has
used
been
to get
waiting for. Can they
hold for that.
actually
Oh my God, Orders so
Can
cracked.
they finish off on this great star, Hot Jukes?
Alpha 7 not even letting
Dude,
up.
Frozen gets one kill.
They
Frozen
know
just
they
needs to
have
get
the
one knock.
advantage of this circle. They're looking to get
Oh,
it
he didn't get a single one.
They take out Next Ruya. One more player left. And now we'll see Alpha 7 win the first chicken dinner of Pmgo Brazil.
Damn, get the knock. Not my go, not my go, bro.
It's the hometown champs winning it, and
A7 game 1 winning.
The crowd is going berserk.
That's what we wanted to see out of Alpha 7. Everybody that didn't wake up in time in Brazil to make it to the venue are gonna be heartbroken that didn't get to see their hometown heroes get that first chicken dinner. But great plays, man. Great positioning by this team. And this is a team that we have always known they are about that momentum. They are about how they're able to start and they're able to carry it through. And they couldn't have asked for anything better. And they didn't do it just with any teams, Hot Jukes. They were able to manage a fight there with Next Ruya. They were able to manage a fight with Nova as well in S2G. Amazing start. Absolutely amazing start by Alpha 7 Esports.
I mean, we talk about pressure, 7, right? There is no
Order's a
team
little
that has
wash
more
chat.
pressure on their
Old
back
Order
than
1v3s for the
Alpha
win,
7.
but that's
They
just
have
him, you know?
the highest X in their hometown.
Yeah, that was a piece of cake
Everybody
for
in the
Order
crowd
back then.
has Alpha 7 in their hearts, and they started off so strong. I mean, even though they had the position, you could see teams break under that pressure, make some mistakes. Alpha 7, straight business from start to finish.
Alpha 7 was on top of that mountain and they were saying, "This is Brazil." That's exactly what they ended up saying to all these teams. Look at them, the excitement. They're going to be so happy, man. A little bit of pressure relieved off their shoulders. But Sute, come on in. Tell us, what were you thinking during all this madness of Sandhawk?
I mean, name a better trio, right?
It's like PMGC,
Alpha
no.
7 and Sandhawk, plus the fact that they're in the hometown of Brazil.
Dude, that guy was
Those
just
three
flipping
factors
off.
combined, they're winning that for sure. The first game,
was he?
Of course,
That guy was holding up the fucking middle finger.
And I will note, however, during their celebrations, I noticed only one player
Dude,
did.
Chad, look at him. He's just flipping the fuck. Flipping off.
I think he knows. I think he knows job's not done yet.
They've been here before.
Yep. Yeah, he's the player that's caught in so close so many times that, you know, even with that huge first chicken dinner, he's still locked in.
And you know why he's locked in too? Because you know what the team he had to finish in order to win that game? It was Nova.
What'd you miss, chat?
And they do not want to
A7 won game 1
in their hometown to this squad. So seeing them in that end game, and they know they got a lot of eliminations, makes them think that, yeah, we beat you this time, but we're going to have to definitely work a lot harder here for the rest of this tournament. Otherwise, they're going to be in big trouble.
Not only that, too, it was a great momentum killer for Nova because Nova was looking strong. I mean, we saw what they were able to do to D+ right off the bat. We didn't really get a chance to see much of what Alpha 7 was doing into those early matches because there were just so many fights going on all over the place. Overall, I'm like a little kid at candy store right now, man. This is exactly what I wanted to see.
All right, Chad. The 116 people voted for Nova Inning
back with a statement with all
in first place today. You guys should be voting
for just that trophy that we saw there at the beginning too. Man,
Chad, you're telling me 39% of y'all think Nova's going to end first place today? 39% of you guys.
We're going to be getting an interview here shortly.
First place?
They did just get second.
We're going to be interview. We'll have
Dude.
to wait and see for
Dude, but I'm saying, like,
Fuck it, I'm voting first place too.
What?
Ah, shit, you either.
I'm,
All right.
I'm like speechless right now.
Realistically,
All
Chad.
I'm saying is, wow,
Realistically, okay, whoa, this is definitely not what the correct tournament. That was NA. I was like, yo, who are these teams? All right, realistically, Chad, I have Falcons getting first place. Chad, I am a Falcon rider until I die. All right, top action, the goats. All right, have them ending first place. I have A7 in second place. Nova third place. IHC fourth, and then fifth place. I think fifth place is like up in the air, but I think Vampire Esports is the more consistent team out of the other ones, so they're gonna get it. But you know, I mean, some of these teams could just pull out like a god tier tournament. You know, Smoke's been doing really good the entire tournament, so you know they could definitely be fifth, sixth place. But you know,
they dismantled the team. The other two
Falcons number one,
really
A7 2, Nova third, IHC fourth.
that I would love to mention about
Those are the main ones. The main ones that I'm predicting, chat.
Resilience out of Nova. They survived for so long. Look at this.
I cannot wait to go to the dentist so they can fix my bracket. That shit has been annoying me for weeks now. I have the appointment in like 3 days, I think. Yo, she is tall. Or is Cardio short?
No, Carlio's short.
Oh. Dude, I'll be forgetting people are tall as me. How tall is he?
Bom dia a todos. Acho que a maior expectativa nossa era ganhar a primeira queda, começar bem. Acho que todo o time pensa.
This land? Yes, this is land.
É muito importante para os 3 dias a equipe pontuar bem. E nós conseguimos essa vitória e agora é focar nas próximas partidas, que tem muito jogo ainda.
Agora sim, nos últimos torneios e campeonatos de PUBG Mobile, vocês não têm posicionamentos, vocês não têm nenhuma posição abaixo do top 5. O que a gente pode esperar de vocês agora para esse Mundial?
Bom, acredito que a constância...
You voted 2 out of 4? I think 2 out of 4 is the good number.
A gente sempre entra muito focado nos campeonatos. E espero que a Pmgo não seja diferente. Ainda mais aqui no Brasil, jogando frente à nossa torcida. Espero que a gente possa ir bem mais uma vez.
Falando em torcida, veio uma galera. Tem uma mensagem aí pro pessoal?
Bom,
They got whistles and stuff, bro?
Bom, só tenho a agradecer eles. É muito importante essa torcida e esse carinho deles. Pô, tem palavras, tipo assim, quando a gente tá e a gente olha pra frente, tem várias pessoas torcendo por nós. Isso é gratificante.
E agora, expectativa pra próxima partida? Manda aí.
A expectativa é a melhor possível, né?
Yo, chat, does anyone speak Brazilian? Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
A gente sabe que é muito difícil vencer todas as quedas. A gente tá na final de um Mundial. Mas a gente vai dar o nosso melhor e vai tentar conquistar de novo.
Perfeito. Façam muito barulho para Carrilho, jogador da Alpha 7. Já nós voltamos com muito mais ação. Qual que é o seu palpite pro próximo Chicken Dinner?
Yes. That's exactly what I wanted to hear from Carrillo. I agree with absolutely everything.
I had no idea what that man was saying. He's just like me, bro.
But you know the crowd was absolutely loving it, Hot Juice.
Dude.
I know what he said.
How many subs you away?
He said, "My name is Mr. Brazil, you know, and I am staying true to my name, and I'm gonna destroy everybody."
My bad, Portuguese.
Old news,
my bad.
Right? We're in my hometown.
I don't speak either.
Get it done. And that's exactly what they did. But
he's saying 6 is my goat. He's been my friend, but he's a racist.
I got that MVP, boy, with those 4 eliminations.
I think I met him.
Damage, Sute.
I don't think I ever met Cardio before.
Right now for order, and I mean,
this is the English stream. Yes, they just didn't translate.
First game Chicken Dinner with Brazil, with A7, without a little bit of an.
He's saying the easiest opponents come from NA region. NA's not even in this tournament, bro. Or we did qualify to the finals. He doesn't even play against NA ever, other than Americas.
last.
After that, he never sees NA again.
Game. I think all the storylines just from that very first
Dude, Roach, when is the last time you've ever? What the shit? Hairboy just beamed that kid.
Into play, you know what? This shot.
And then this part was kind of funny because he like reloaded his gun and everything.
The way that this team was able to take care of this fight with Paraboy being able to get those angles, you could even see it right here. Quick little shots, takes care of it, and then they start moving on to the next position. We didn't even end up getting a chance to see some of the other fights too. Right here, a massive surprise too.
Dude, he should have got that second eye.
Into Vampire Esports. Luckily for Vampire Esports, they were able to manage that because it could have been a very early exit for a lot of their teams.
This is just craziness, honestly. Casting these games is ridiculous. I'm so glad I'm from Texas because, like, towards the end of that game 7, I felt like an auctioneer. You know what I'm saying? We're like, here comes Alpha 7. No. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Fight after fight after fight, especially right here in this location.
NA players even went to
Pmgo. Really held it down well for a good while.
We had an NA team. We had Nova Hyper. And then STES was NA.
You kind of want to avoid these edges at all costs. Sandhawk, you're just forced to run out and have to make plays, but a good effort from them regardless.
You're saying auctioneer. I'm over here thinking I'm so glad I watch soccer or football, whatever it is.
There's like 4 teams that qualified but can't travel.
Because boy, they teach me how to narrate quickly and how to hold that breath. Because right here, I was running out of breath. I'm glad I got you as backup though. Overall, man, Alpha 7 being able to play that so well. But now, you know what? We're glazing so much over this first match. I kind of want to start thinking ahead for Alpha 7 going into the next Erangel. I feel like
I should download PUBG on my PC.
Consistency. I don't want to see any inconsistency.
Or PUBG Mobile on my PC. Think about it, chat. And then 1v1 Valic.
I would love to see
a
top 5 out of that team. With minimum
you cap. You're not clapping me when I'm on PC.
If you are on emulator, I still clap
start off this strong.
All right, chat. How do you download a PUBG mobile on your PC? I'm about to. We'll do this between. We'll do a 1v1 between games.
I would shit on you if you want.
Make that comeback strong.
Dog, I would smoke you, bro. You on PC, dude? I'm hitting you with the.
Chat. This guy is so full of it, bro. He's so cool.
Dude, he doesn't know, bro. He doesn't know who I am, chat.
And we just saw the standings. I think everything looks about to be correct, except the fact that IHC with only
3 European teams, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, bro.
Second page, but it's only been 1 match.
Wait, how much FPS can I get on PC on mobile?
It's just like all the hard-hitting teams that we expect to see at the front. We do see.
Fuck, I don't know. You could get 120.
Yeah, something that I got a chance to see there on that first page too that I didn't get a chance.
Yo, I'd smoke you if I'm on 120 and you're on set 90. That's an extra 30 FPS over you, bro. You hard cap, bro.
They're still able to salvage their game by being able to put up a great amount of eliminations, and I feel like that's some of the other top teams.
Y'all know with 4MV not playing this tournament?
For that championship need to end up doing. If you do end up having bad matches,
qualify because they're playing on 400.
Oh yes. Getting just 1 placement points or 0 placement points, they need to back it up with eliminations. They need
their feels forward. I'll still do it.
The good thing is that some of those teams are able to get that within that.
You get 60 on emulator. Oh yeah, I'm clapping your shit.
Read my mind as you were looking at those leaderboards because I kid you not, when I saw
I said 90, bro. I'm still clapping you.
Yeah, Sandhawk's a tough match. You're not going to always get those best circles. When you do, you got to win with a ton of eliminations. Team Falcons didn't really get that position, right? Even though they dropped boot camp, but they still got those 7 eliminations. They put up points no matter what the scenario is.
Yeah, it's consistency. That it comes down to just consistency, but then it's easier said than done. You were saying earlier that you were going to be giving teams just the first match, if they were going to have a mulligan, if they were going to have an off game, the first match. I say each team. All those teams get 1 match per day, and why not just make it?
And sub to me on 4-way.
Here we are gonna be
from 1K.
Yeah, he's 4 subs away for 1,000. Go sub to Valic.
3 Erangels in a row.
Here, I'll get his link.
Definitely still have my headset on. I'll be right back.
Consistency start to shine through. Sandhawk is, the crazy map, but even with Sandhawk being the crazy map, I'd have to say with the point spread on the table with all the teams that
Chad, go drop him a sub.
They all did well minus IHC in my opinion. That was it. So the veteran teams really show, even in the craziness of Sandhawk, there's strategy, there's skill, there's consistency behind everything.
And it's going to come down to what kind of circle we are going to end up getting here in Erangel.
You got shotters, Alpha shotters.
Zeal 2024 main event.
Let's get it going, baby. Back to the bread and butter of PUBG Mobile at the biggest event of the year so far.
I
And,
could,
we got a
but
nice
not,
southern
bro.
playing
I
path.
don't give a
Zuke
fuck.
as we take it
Sub
away
me
here
or
for
not,
match number
puta.
2.
Match number 2, Erangel, the tried and true, as we all know and love. And we have a very southern playing path here on the south side, not going up north much at all. And we saw, you know, a few hot drops out on Sandhawk. Usually we don't see that on Erangel, but with a playing path like this, we might see some contention here.
Yeah, it's totally possible. I mean, we talked about hot drops in the last match. We saw a couple for sure. I wonder if we're going to see some here in this map because, I mean, if you're going to try to avoid hot drops, I think you're definitely going to want to avoid them in a map where you're going to be playing the most PUBG Mobile in, right? And that's going to be here in Erangel. You're paying 3 today and 3 in the rest of the days as well. So you want to be able to put up most of your points here now.
Yeah, as we see the teams jumping out of the plane. Doesn't look like too many teams are landing too close to each other.
Oh,
of course,
shit.
see on the west side of Mansion.
Yo, SMK getting the taste of what good teams are like.
There, and just as I say that, we do have rejects in a hot
Yo, he
drop.
got a pistol. He going for the pistol.
They started off really rough.
Come on, don't die first again,
We see
rejects.
pistols coming in.
You're supposed to be my
Sara
goats.
with that shotgun in hand, and
Oh, Reggie has a DP. We're chilling. And Sara has a pump.
With that AK-47.
Where's the 4th player from Reject? Where is he? Oh, he's already gone. So they already lost a player in this hot drop.
No, Reggie.
Smoke happens to have some really good weapons here, but you can see.
Wait, what's your time at?
Saro there with a pump
204,
shotgun
203,
shuts down the
202,
AK.
201.
That's going to be huge.
Alright,
It's
keep
up to
counting, keep
Miyaki.
counting.
0, 58,
In a 1v2 situation.
57,
All he's
56,
got is the
55,
pistol.
54.
Maybe running back for a gun here. And yeah,
Got
he
it.
drops him that AK. That's smart. He does not have time for this revive. 2v1. Make that 3v1 as they get.
Alright, come on, OC. Wipe these shitters.
This is going to be a tough one for him. I don't think
One
it's
up.
not what it takes. He switches around the other side. His teammate does get thirsted. HP bars are low.
Kill that
though,
motherfucker.
The side of Reject, but
He's
Miyaki
1
is
HP.
even lower down
There
to
we go.
1,
Goats,
and that is
but
it.
we lost
Hit
it.
their bodies.
Get a much better start here. It's not here around and shooting the box for good measure. That's a quick 4 points.
Shooting the box is this early?
When I see members leave and join Team Falcon, I guess the order their contracts were up, I guess, so they just became free agents. And they didn't re-sign with
So
SC.
hopefully we could see Reject continue on with that. Reject's one of those squads
they're in
that,
Falcons now.
as long as I've seen them play, the aggression is without a doubt there, right? It's just sometimes that it can be a little bit too aggressive. Yeah, they got those 4 points. They're losing 1 player, though, and it's all about getting those placements and eliminations. So hopefully we can see them, kind of flip that aggression switch on and off as needed.
Yeah. One thing that some viewers might not know about the Japan region in particular is that I feel like a lot of the top teams in Japan really have a lot of strong players that are really mechanically focused. I'm talking like close range, quick scopes, quick lean peaks.
They beef
all of
with
that
mid-table
stuff. So when it comes to
Brazilians.
close
Bro, they
range,
got beef with their own skill level, you know what I mean?
Reject definitely has it. It didn't play out too well in Sandhawk. We did see that long-range third party, though. That might have slowed down the Rejects teams there. But this time around, no third party to be had. And they win that fight pretty convincingly, only losing 1 player.
Yeah. It's such a risk, though, with these hot drops. I mean, just going down with so little, loot, you have to kind of really hope on a little bit of RNG that you get the right weapon. And we did see Smoke Gaming end up with a couple AKs. That's the gun you want to have at the start, for sure. 1 headshot, no helmet, that's instant knock. So, I mean, that's how it ends up working out. But that pump shotgun proving to be superior in that last one.
Shotguns nowadays is pretty much meta, even if it's not that DBS. Players have really learned how to use that, especially in the close range situations. We're looking at Falcons here.
How did Action die?
Might be looking to lose another.
Top's dead.
Last year's MVP and a 1v.
Oh, Rob just absolutely fucked him.
Yeah, Top's got.
And it's actually
Shit on.
They've got some bad blood, and with the way they came in hot, and just after taking out Top, ejecting right out of that.
Oh, Delu, what's going on?
That's for sure. Now let's see.
Hey,
what
Divine
happens
cooks
here.
these though,
Divine's
trust.
gonna be going up
Wait,
against
that's not Dale, it's
Boom.
Divine.
Team Reject
Wait.
just not
Yeah,
letting
Divine's
them
back up,
get
see?
gas. Beautiful nade to start things off.
Oh,
That
no.
knock, that would have been huge. But him very separated from his team. Here comes the rest of the
There are
squad
my
now.
goats.
Full committee
1v1.
on Boom.
Sara!
1v1?
Sara! Come on, you're the best
I've never
Japanese
seen-
player in the game.
Behind the car on the low ground. Quick peeks gets the.
If he wins this, he's the best
Why
Japanese
the
player in the
fuck-
game.
Why the fuck are you throwing a
He's low
bit?
tossing
Low
some
toss
meds out. I mean, I'm talking about mechanics here. He's pressing so many things at once. You don't know his next
Sarah,
move, and maybe that's the plan. If you
kill
don't know
this
what you're doing, the
motherfucker
opponent
before
definitely
Reggie
doesn't.
dies.
Sara's still up. First aid coming through.
Why
Rejects
is
to
Reggie
pick up
going?
8 points potentially here.
He's gonna
And
body
if he
block
can
for
win
him.
this 1v1, it's a catastrophic game, and
Yes!
Sara
Oh my.
does get it
Pick
done.
that motherfucker Reggie up.
That mechanics
Let's go.
right
8
there.
KPs
Oh,
to the
Okay.
dome.
Placement points.
Alright. Maybe he is the best player, you know.
All the elim points early on.
Oh my gosh, dude! What the confidence?
That's
Who's
my
your favorite
fucking
team?
goat.
Nova?
There in that
Ali
situation.
High
To
Fives.
throw the pen on the ground. And you know why he did that?
Falcons. Falcons is my favorite team.
Actually, he switched to meds.
And then, you know, Nova. I like those three.
No, but I
And
think-
also like A7. Because A7,
I
I've
think he baited it
known
out,
them
though,
for
and he
a
said, "You
long
know what?
time.
Let me cook.
They were like a top team when I was like good at the game.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? He said,
Back in my
"Let me
time.
cook. Let me grill this player
Back
up
in
real
my
quick,"
day
you
when
know,
I
and
was
that's
So I
exactly
like
what he
like
did.
them because
He
I used
got
to
that
compete with them a
1v1,
lot.
Clutched it up, and man, like you mentioned, 8 eliminations. That's the thing is that.
Dude,
See,
would
tournament
you?
like
I've won
this,
before
there's
Cario
always
before, but he hasn't
so
won
many
before me
different
before,
ways you
so.
can play it, right?
Would
can
you
either
be
play it
fine
hyper-aggressive
early
or you can
game
play it
if you lost 2
hyper-passive.
players,
The
but you
days
came
of
out with 8
hyper-passive have
kills
gone,
before the verse
right?
don't even
I
pop?
think in order to win a tournament like
Or,
this, you
like,
gotta
close?
have it.
What
like
kind of
a
dumbass question is that, bro? Do you realize how much 8 kills is?
No, but like,
man, these guys like.
I would take
Right.
8 kills and play the entire game as a 2-man every single game if I could.
Yeah, it got flipped on.
yeah, I probably
and
would
it
too.
just-
Do you realize how much 8 points is per
we
game?
have a, debate
No, I know
Just
it's
to
a
be a
lot.
2-man?
You get
That's a
4
lot.
points and you
Yeah.
lose a player. Is that okay?
I'm taking that every
That's-
time.
That's okay, but could be better. Honestly,
Is you from Texas? No, I'm from North Carolina.
pretty good because when you're down to
I used to live in
you don't
Texas, though.
expect to pick up another 4. The fact that
Snows
they
For
good.
picked
about
up
2
another
years
4,
in Austin,
I
Texas.
think this is a good game for them. If they were to go out now,
Oh, you
it would
leave
be
competitive, though?
not too bad in my opinion.
I don't know, I just got
I agree, right? That's
like,
points on the board regardless.
competitively
If they're
drained.
not
I don't know,
now,
I just-
they wouldn't
I
be,
just
like,
lost
really too
passion
frustrated about it. But I
to,
think
like,
now it's
compete.
just about trying to stay alive.
Because like NA was dying and everything, so it was
help
just
you out for sure.
I just didn't want to keep
Next
doing it or like
we are
improve.
Right next to Death Wolves, but
And so I never tried to get better, so I just started doing whatever for
knows
content
to work.
and playing PC
Because he
games more
smelled that
often.
Something was wrong. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna take off."
Yeah, taking off immediately. And
Oh,
I think
they're to the
might
wrong
be-
direction.
I think it might be because they're smelling something else out. They're smelling some vampires close by. I don't know if there was audio confirmation that there could be a team, so they're grouping up for a potential fight. But next Rhea, Wolf shooting off some shots right there. No lucky hits. And we're only in stage 1. Stage 2 has not even happened yet, and we have 2 teams already eliminated and out, all thanks to rejects, of course. And we have the Falcons team down to 2 players.
Ooh, Team Falcons. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Only 1 elimination in this game. So they started off match 1, remember, with 7 eliminations, no placement points. Now they're down to 2, so not the greatest start for Team Falcons, but if any team can bounce back, it's definitely them. Let's take a look at where this zone's gonna go, though. Are we gonna get some of that Pmgo toxicity? No, it's gonna be nice and easy here to start things off in Erangel.
It's a pretty standard shift, but this
Most of
zone
my
does
players just come.
win a lot of
They spam to shotgun too? Yeah.
Pachinki, taking a majority of that.
Oh
They
no.
have the open
I feel like
space, the
they need to
Pachinki,
nerf
get the
nades
high grounds. Potato
and nerf
has
shotguns, so it's more gunplay. It's more M4 fights and
as
stuff.
next Ruya
Like, so people just aren't carrying 11 nades and just spamming them. And like, oh, they hit 1 nade out of their 11 nades, and then boom, entire fight changed.
Oh, and that's gonna be frozen right there.
Or like nerf
Busted out of the
backpack space so
buggy
you can't
and
carry that many
instantly
nades.
Confirmed. Beautiful play from Death Wolves, man. I really like the way this team plays. I mean, once
Because
they
like
start
nades, you're
working
gonna
together,
pick up nades
their
last. You're not gonna
synergy
run
is
no
pretty ridiculous,
ammo,
especially
ammo,
considering
no
that
meds.
this is
You're
their
gonna
first time playing
run
an event
no
like this.
nades over everything, so you can carry other stuff.
Really
So like if you nerf backpack space, they just can't carry 10 nades. And if they do carry 10 nades, and they have 50 bullets in their M4 and like 2 medkits max, you know? I think that would fix the nade situation. Just nerf backpack space. That's all you gotta do. Keep nades the exact same way they are. Just nerf the backpack space. By like 50 to 100, somewhere around there.
And that's gonna be the knock. Now's the question, right? What's stronger, Death Wolves or the Z Wolves?
Oh shit! I almost
last
fell out of my
player up for
fucking
next
chair. Holy fuck!
Valic,
What?
do you think in comp there's too many nades? Like too much nade fights.
Try and hunt him down. Stays quiet enough. They may just let him go.
Yeah,
like nade
I mean,
spamming.
like,
Edge of zone,
yeah,
so
because
they're not
like
in too much of a
if you
rush
get
to
like
rotate or take up a strong
knock
position more center,
on a team,
might just leave him instead.
Like
then
remember
you're
yesterday,
instantly just
Lord
gonna-
had 11 nades.
yeah, it fucking.
And he was just spamming them.
Ralph had 7.
And with just
Like,
that
yes.
weapon,
yeah, they fucking nuked the
the
shit
old
out of
saying
Team
goes,
Queso.
right?
So
Bark, no bite.
I figured out a way to fix that. Like what they could do to fix that is instead of nerfing nades, you just nerf backpack space.
Here. So Falcons do get the center of zone, but they are a 2-man.
I mean,
Think about
yeah,
it. So if
but
you
like,
nerf backpack space, you don't have enough space to just carry that many nades. So you would have less nades.
well,
So
yeah,
you don't have
but
to
you're
change the
also-
nades at all themselves.
like that would harm like you won't have like you won't be able to carry that many smokes or like mollies.
Exactly, it'll just be less util.
That's what well like util like changes fights and like right now with
No,
the meta
like-
right now with the meta it's DBS meta, so like the only thing that really counters a fucking DBS without you getting shit on is a fucking nade.
No, so that's what we're talking about. That's how you would fix the current meta, because there's a bunch of shotgun spam and nade spam. So you just have to nerf shotguns, and then boom. That's how you, and then you fix the nade with less backpack space. So they have to carry less nades, but then they can still carry enough smoke stuff. You just be sacrificing more nade space. Because you're not going to drop your meds, you're not going to drop your ammo, and you're not going to drop your smokes. So you're going to drop your nades for extra backpack space for those things.
Yeah, I think maybe they were
You know what I
holding
mean?
that split just to see where the
And
zone
if you
went,
do
and
decide to
on
carry
either
10 nades,
wave or
then you're
either
going to have no
those
smokes.
directions, You would have seen them leave and join up together, because that's a very difficult split to hold for a long time.
Nades
But
are
with
like
the
a
zone,
touchy
completely leaves
subject
their
because
direction,
like
so they're gonna have to take off here.
you could like
and that's
decrease the
just buff
damage.
the amount of
they
space
do.
nade stick. I mean,
At the
it
end
would be
of
the
day,
exact same thing.
2K, This is their hometown, right? This particular area.
You would
they
just
know
still end
like
up
the
not
back of
carrying
their hand.
nades.
So I'm gonna be interested to see how they rotate into this one.
Yeah, Nova does have a split drop in farm and around Gaka, so they know this zone really well. Falcons picking up.
They're never gonna do that.
On the team that's been giving them.
Yeah, they're never going to do it. It's going to be the same way.
I don't think the meta's ever gonna change. I think this is the meta that's gonna stay for PUBG Mobile Esports for the rest of the time here till they add a new gun.
That's more broken than the DPS.
Yeah. They're gonna fucking somehow.
Throw a little Molotov
They're going
out
to drop
there,
some.
light rounds on
There's
fire,
some
but
5.56 gun
Roz
that's
in this position, he's
better
not
than the
getting res no
M4.
matter what. It's gonna be really up
And
to
it's just
this
gonna be
guy,
that
Dave
spam.
Monkey, last player up for this
And
team.
it's just gonna beam even harder than the M4, and then everyone's just getting shit on. If they actually drop that, I'd low-key come back and play it, because that'd just be the freest gun to use. I would just use only that gun. Am I muted? No, Nox. We just ignore you sometimes.
Or they would I feel like the next gun they're gonna drop is like a 2-tap DMR, and that shit's just not gonna be fun.
He's got 4 nades.
That would actually be fire, because it'll be a DMR, like a DMRs will get used.
Gonna be tough indeed. Yeah, he's pretty much done for right here. He's gonna have to be really
At the M10 into all maps, that would be
I mean, he was talking
tough.
some stuff about, hey, you know what teams that I'm
I
focusing
think-
on, teams I'm not
I think
worried
we just
about,
had to
and
call
the
for a
teams that I'm not worried
ceasefire.
about is out the
Like we
seven.
couldn't use that gun and
Yeah,
scrims or something.
we'd have to be like, listen,
And
if
they're
we want
still in this
practice,
one with
don't
4
pick up
players
that
up
fucking gun.
and looking to kind of have a good performance as
Like,
well.
use
So,
it in tournaments
see what
for all I
Monkey can
care,
do.
you know, because it's a tournament, you know, do whatever it takes to win. You know, all rules are out the window, but in scrims, no shotguns.
Right.
I
Everybody,
want like actual
everybody
practice.
throw up that fucking white flag. Nobody pick up that fucking gun.
Very tough spot. Vampires have him circled
Like,
in.
We'll have on the weekends you can use the shotgun in scrims, you know. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. On the weekends we'll have fucking party scrims where you can use
Weekend-
whatever you
yeah,
want.
party scrims. Not serious scrims, we can just W key everything. But weekdays, we lock in, alright? Like that was, if they ever had the M10 to all maps, bro, holy shit, dude.
On weekdays, on work days, we lock it the fuck in. No guns or no shotguns used during the work week.
Should get the win on this
They
one.
did.
He's behind that tree cover, popping shots back and forth. And they do get the confirmation there, but they do lose stone in the process.
Fairboy
Now
knocked
he's
the
gonna stay
zone?
solo and
Oh,
out
they're
the
fighting
seven.
Oh,
A7.
A7.
This is a
Wait, I
huge
want to hear
fight
the
once
crowd.
again against
Dude, I
the
can't hear the
two
crowd at all,
Titans
bro.
here. of this lobby. They went at it in the last match.
They're not live casting, that's why.
And now they're going it early here in match number 2. Alpha 7 in the blue zone.
Dude, the crowd would be going insane right now.
Seconds left on the clock, and blue zone's already starting to chunk both of them. Paraboy's gonna go down into the play
Everybody just died the zone. He
that is a
didn't
fight
give
I
me
really
one to
want
go.
to keep my eye on. Is now D plus Kia from the inside, starting to put in some work on Nova. Oh, it's down to their last player.
I want to see D plus Kia here really make a big play, which is to gatekeep Alpha 7. They have the whole north side to themselves. They have the edge of zone within their reach. I mean, if they just go into zone, you're going to have Alpha 7 barking behind your back with the high ground in play for them. So we'll see how this works out for D plus here, as Alpha 7 is now going to be leaving. They picked apart Nova. Nova just down to the one player of Dream.
If you have to rank Paraboy, Order Suck, Action Top, Cardio in order, how would you rank them? All time or currently?
We'll see if he can somehow make a miracle rotation in here, as he is going to try and rotate it.
Yeah, he's got to hurry up, though, because this zone is really starting to close. Once it ticks down and we get into 5th circle, blue zone just starts chunking. So he needs to leave as fast as he possibly can. You can see his health bar just constantly healing. And, yeah, that heal strategy does not work anymore, that's for sure. As Team Falcons are going to hold down the Wizard Tower with their last remaining 2 players. They're really hoping
All-time,
stays on them.
all-time, Paraboy, Paraboy number 1, Order number 2, Suck number 3, Top number 4, Cardio number 5, and then Action number 6.
Just 2 players. You don't want to take those houses as 2, because full squads will be looking their way. And it is pretty centered. Maybe Falcons will get another
STG win incoming, you think?
South side of Pmgo.
I think RECB is going to win.
IHC do have 4 players up, so IHC still have a lot of firepower left to work with for the rest of this match. And everyone's pretty much settled in. Alpha 7 actually sweeped all the way down south and found a little pocket to play in next to Death Wolves.
Okay, yeah, all the way down south. So they wrapped really, really hard. We're able to find that location. And
dude, Zute's mic is ass. Did anyone else notice that?
Dream does go down, so that is going to be Nova
Doc, you here?
early. Alpha 7
yeah, Zute's
being
mic's
able
terrible.
to get away from that
Sounds
fight, only
muffled
losing
as
1
shit.
player.
Like, it is horrible,
like this, sometimes
dude.
you gotta have to make that sacrifice to pay the toll.
I was like, bro, are we in the bootleg stream? Like,
and that's exactly what they did. Now, one team in particular you talked about earlier, Zute, right, was IHC. The previous PMGC champions didn't have game 1, or the game 1 that they were really looking for. But so far, 1 elimination, all 4 players up, and not in a bad spot.
6 potential-wise, Action or Top. Now that Action is no longer IGL.
I just got better.
Okay, potential-wise, Action, right? Because Action as an IGL, with like being an IGL for so long, has, you know, an insane brain, right? He's gonna be way smarter than Top. And so now that he's no longer IGL, all he has to do is just frag. And once he, you know, gets used to fragging and positioning himself as a fragger, he's gonna out frag Top.
Here comes Death
fuck's
Wolf. They're trying to
IGL
make
now?
that hard push. They're gonna go ahead and get to that compound.
Icy or Nerzad?
Push up right here. This area of Pachinki is very interesting because you have that sloping hill right there.
Why
There's
would
still
they
that
change?
pipe in between those 2 roads that's still open.
Wait,
but
was
there's so
Action
many players
IGL and this
you know,
past
guarding these
PMGC when they
ridge
got
lines.
second?
There's just no way to get there without
Yeah, he's been
having to
IGL
make
for
some
like 2
sacrifices.
years
So
or 3
Why would they
years.
change?
Like,
He's gonna have to be impeccable.
I don't
for
know.
these
They
teams
maybe,
to
you know,
time
maybe
it perfectly. And you don't want to be the first.
they
one,
wanna
because if
change
you're
it up
going
because they've
in
never
first,
won.
You're gonna get shot at for sure. But if you're able to kind of go ahead and time it right, you can get there second, third, catch a nice little third party, sneak in and get some eliminations.
Does casting pay good? Yes.
Timing here when it comes to the late game, and you got to time that chaos coming in here. As S2G, they do go in early.
Oh my
This
god,
spot
if they get
is very vulnerable, but if
they get that
weather the
vampire
storm for
kid,
the
that
first
CD is
couple
gonna
of
Dude, I need
you
Zute to stop talking, bro.
here, Vampire may just give up.
His mic sounds like he's in some AirPods underwater.
Vampire are only down, or they only have.
Tony K never had a bad individual performance. Because like the teams he's played on have never been like top teams other than VPE.
Are still surviving for now.
Yeah, one does.
VPs is like first good team. He's top one for you.
I wonder if they were trying to get to that pipe
I don't
position.
think Tony K is anywhere near top one. He's never even been in a finals of Worlds, so I can't say he's number one without him ever being in the finals.
Starting to get punished.
Vampire's a touchy team to talk about because it's like they won both invitationals, but like
early. You were talking about earlier. You don't want to be the first team to move in. Well, they moved in right in between Zebra Masters and the team on the
If you want to count PMWI a finals, that Tony K dropped like 50 or something, that's the only time he's ever been in one finals, and those weren't even the best teams. So that's why I don't consider him like number one.
Zebra Master, a little bit of a slip up there. You had 4 players up. Didn't have to go down there to finish off the last player here out of D+.
So much money.
That is, I think, one of those things that it comes down to.
And they just shit the bed in PMGC.
It could be just, I mean, a call out. That play right there just reminds me of so many times when you call out as an IGL. Oh, we got the knock push, and you push by yourself.
IGL is
the rest
icy
of the team
now.
Is behind you, you know, any little miscommunication could prove disastrous. So now Zebra Master's gonna have to do it down a player. Meanwhile,
Piku was their old IGL. Yeah. So Action only IGL'd 1 year, right?
With another player knocked, no eliminations to their name, but they have this edge. Nobody behind them. This is really where they work best. But let's see where this zone goes.
Yeah, Alpha 7 right now, playing it slow.
Dude, if Alpha 7 went 2 in a row, it's fucking land. Brazil land. Brazil land diff, dude.
You see a potential third party out of here from Deathwolves, and actually might be Alpha 7.
Rejects with 10 kills. Let's go.
You're Athena Gamer, yeah. Is he still post?
Now Zebra Masters down to none. Zebra Masters, everything just fell apart, and now with the new circle,
just Reggie. Saradai, goddammit.
Looks like Alpha 7 will be trying to take this position away from them next.
Perfect finish there from Deathwolves. They finished that fight right on time. So now they can just focus on their backs, make sure they're clear, and they have perfect timing to be able to gatekeep Alpha 7. If they waited a little bit too long, that fight took a little while longer, Alpha 7 would have came in third party then easily. So now we can see Deathwolves. This is exactly what they need to do here. Apply that pressure, let Blue Zone do the work, and start throwing all the nades you have. You can see Alpha 7 saying, oh, I got to get out of here. They start taking off. One of their players does to try to find a different position. It's very risky, but now he leaves the rest of his squad.
He got hit with a fat flash.
Zagrella's going to try to be able to make it to Carrillo safe. Will he be able to get away? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, Deathwolves looking really good out
here. They only have 1 kill.
Positioning, their timing, their decision making, all on point. And I love how they took that fight to Alpha 7 rather than just staying on top of the hill where the zone is. They saw they had an opportunity. They had an advantage to take
I'll get behind the car instead.
Outside of the zone, and that is exactly what they did after they cleared off their sides too. So Deathwolves looking really good.
One thing I like about what you said was their decision making. You could tell, like, you know, at this stage, you have to be like one brain, one unit. You have to be decisive, and you have to work so fast together. And that's what we see from Deathwolves, right? When as soon as they smell a little bit of blood, they are out there making sure they get those eliminations and they get them taken out quick, efficiently. And because of that, that's why we see them with 8 eliminations, not a single player lost.
Yeah, we saw them do the exact same thing earlier against Nexria in the early game. That isolated 4v4, it was all one mind. You know, Deathwolves really rolling deep in a pack right now as Falcons really holding down that Wizard Tower still. They're down to 1. IC can get revived. IHC forced to make their excursion out of Pachinki.
Remember Cardio soloing Americas?
They have lost 1 player.
Yeah, him and Federal were always cracked as fucking Americas.
That pipe position like you mentioned earlier, and it's actually a nice little split out of S2G holding the pipes and the dip they were in earlier.
Yeah, IHC are going to be trying to press that. The reason why that pipe's so good is because if you just stand there like we see, it's really difficult to knock them. You can if you get a nice, well-placed nade, or if you get angled out from Tony K. But you can survive quite a while if you're able to hold it down. And you can see right there, Schweppes getting the knock on IHC. That's why it's so good, is it protects you from that position behind. Team Falcons, though, they made that bet on that Wizard Tower, and it's really paying off because that zone has not moved from them.
S2G really holding it down. A lot of crossfire support from the other members of S2G and Vampire too on top of the hill. Now Vampire
going crazy.
maybe realizing S2G's a little
what
bit
are they doing?
up.
Oh, Tony K?
All angles, Tony K up close. And the run over, the distraction from behind. I was going to say, you can't keep your eyes on just one player for too long, but S2G still hold it down. It is down to Hamzi, and the nade comes in.
Wait, can we just watch one fight? I just want to watch one of the fights, dude.
By the likes of IHC.
Watching half and half of the fights.
Working in unison.
F2G all day. Did VP win? VP all day?
IHC will be the winners of that three-way engagement.
They got beat.
IHC really bringing it back.
Fools with 9 kills,
Man,
still
we're
up.
having all the big names popping off right off the rip in this tournament. Definitely not disappointing, that's for sure. We got Regnum Karya there with all 4 players up, 6 eliminations. This could be that wild card team that could really put in that work. Silas, previously with S2G, really leading the charge here. And meanwhile, you got Team Falcons just holding on there on that edge. Where are the Death Wolves? Oh, here they are. They're on the hill. The zone is not really in their favor. They're going to have to stand out in the open. So you can see them in their vehicles. They know they're going to have to take a fight here soon.
Yeah, I think they have just enough to work with here. And, oh, wait, the new circle popped? It does go to them. They are in the open, but there is a tree, and there is some, you know, elevated
Death Wolves are pushing IHC.
some little divots that they can work with. But the main thing is, Regnum Karya have to make the next big move, and I think everyone's going to be focused on them. So Death Wolves looking good here in this last.
Wait, they can't even pick up
that zone. It's really hard to tell if they have enough cover. If they're barely behind the hill and they have coverage up there, they're gonna win this match. I mean, that is such a great position to be in. But if they're stuck out in the open, things could definitely get scary. They have some vehicles, so they should be able to blow them up and create like a little bit of a car wall. I think that's what we're seeing doing. Yeah, I think this zone's gonna be very, very tight. But Death Wolves are gonna have to be careful. If the zone goes north, though, Death Wolves know that they're toast, so you can see them pressing up quickly, gonna go ahead and find this divot, and they get there for free. That is so huge.
Not completely for free, as Zio does get the opening, and he's got that nade and DBS in hand. First applying the pressure with the DBS. Once the pressure's applied, Zio will feel comfortable enough with that nade. It's cooking, it's cooking. Is he gonna
Wow, what a fucking nade from Godless. Holy shit.
Picking that one up and just on, I mean, right on time.
That motherfucker threw it from across the street.
Their position up on the hill and look to close this out. It is a 3-way fight.
Death Wolves are trying to be
Damn,
able to
that
get
was
this
actually
nades
such
off,
a good
but
play
they can't.
for
Now
Regnum
they're
Karya, though,
trapped in between Regnum Karya and IHC. A great effort, but this one's going to be so tough. Silas looking to finish him off. He wants all.
Yo, chat, tell me how to download PUBG Mobile an emulator.
Regnum Karya stacking up the
I can't remember if y'all
Here we
told
go.
me or not.
Regnum Karya versus IHC.
It is a 3v4 situation. Godless about to get knocked. He really needs to stay alive there if they want a chance. And one player just get run over, and he's driving him off into the distance. It's just all down to Zio, and Regnum have this in the bag.
Yes, they do. They've been waiting, and finally just punched their chicken dinner just like that. Regnum Karya brought 13 eliminations. That's how you get it done.
Big win right there for Regnum.
Dude, his mic is so bad it hurts me, bro.
Leading the team, and that's
yeah, 23 points from Regnum Karya.
We saw a lot of
pretty big game for them, dude.
They're gonna be
almost 2K damage.
Oh man, things are still
you think?
only getting eating.
Yeah.
Starting to get
Yeah.
Oh my God,
How many points did they get
so
first game?
Beautiful. I mean, that's not an easy position to win that game from, especially considering that circle. Their timing was so perfect. When they decided to take those fights, you can see them just holding that little tree line. I mean, they hardly have any cover, but they really just executed this so well. Then they decided to go for that split, and just boom, one by one, they take IHC apart. But 7.
This High Five's new team or what? They're seeing for it was SBG or Game Lords. You know, if you remember them with the Robs. It's Robs and Stoics.
With Vampire Esports, take the fight there against
Silas as an
STG, and
IGL,
being able
it's
to
just
eliminate Vampire
insane.
Esports as well, but overall,
S2G looking at
13
this.
eliminations, the way
Yeah.
they were able to finish
I wonder
off
if
that fight,
S2G's
too.
regretting
So
to
much
drop
stuff
Silas.
happening as well. We saw fights between
I thought
he wanted to be dropped.
We saw fights between them and Nova.
I don't know.
Unluckily for Alpha 7, all those knocks that they
He wanted to be a
ended up
free
giving to
agent.
Nova players, they were not able to confirm on their side for eliminations. But this is more what
Bro,
we want
Regnum
to see
Karya
now.
is-
We can start
I
seeing
love their
how some of
jerseys.
these teams are going to start playing this PMGO. As we said before,
Their
Sandhawk
jerseys
is
are so
usually
cool
a little
to
bit of
me.
madness. Now we get a bigger picture here of what could happen in this PMGO.
You know what could happen, Zute? Non-stop hot drops from Reject. What do you think about that?
I mean, Rejects, the second time is the charm, not just the second, the third as well, because right after they finished that, they won the 3v4 against another team right afterwards. And I love how I was, telling you, after that first hot drop that they had, I was saying, you know, Rejects, Japan, it's a region that's actually known for their individual fragging power, close range, their mechanics. And right after I said that, we saw the individual players pop off. I think it was Divine first, and that 1v3, he manages to stall and get a knock, allowing the 2 other players to come in. And Sara, I mean, he was cooking. He even called it out. He took out that pan, tossed it out like, I'm going to cook you right here, and that is exactly what he did.
I love that fight, man. Please stop hot dropping. To answer your question, we don't want to see any more hot drops, right? We don't want to see another Enigma Galaxy during prelims where they ended up somewhere along the lines like, what was it, 4 hot drops? Yeah. Don't want to see that here in the minute. Never too soon. You gotta call them out whenever they end up doing dumb things like that.
Yeah, it broke my heart because they hamstringed themselves. I mean, I think we could have seen them here for sure if they decided not to really put in so much work on D Xavier. But yeah, Team Rejects, I want to see them get into at least one end game because
iFight's getting the better of that as 2 players ended up getting pretty much eliminated.
Wait, Zute's still alive?
Are we gonna continue to
Long
see
time,
that? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't see this guy.
Team Falcons.
That's my reaction, bro. That dude's not on social media at all.
Interview here with Regnum.
Zute's been
MIA.
Yeah, Zute's been like a fucking ghost.
Here in 2024 Pmgo Brazil in the first day, and I'm
Dude,
here with
so
Silas
bad.
from Regnum Carrier Bra, so we can talk a little bit about this last map. First, I want to ask Henry, how is he feeling in this first day of tournament? We have a crowd here, and the Brazilian crowd is very known.
Yeah, she bad as fuck, dude.
Oh, she's so bad.
Loud, and I know that the Turkish one has a
God damn it.
So how does it feel about this first day?
Yo, chat, who is this?
Yo, chat.
Chat, find me the
find me the Twitter, bro. Find me the Twitter.
Türkiye'de de biliyoruz bir hayran kitlesi var PUBG için ama şu an buradasın ve nasıl?
Burada da çok çılgın taraftarlar var. Yani normal hissediyorum. Çok da bir şey hissetmiyorum.
I'm feeling normal. I don't feel so much.
Oh, there's the ad.
About the country, about Brazil, we've been here for
Oh my god, yo. Fuck, I gotta go back and pause it.
What have you done in Brazil already? Because he's been here for a while now. So what does he think about it?
Bir süredir Brezilya'dasın ve burayla ilgili ne düşünüyorsun genel olarak?
Çok sıcak, insanları çok cana yakın. Obrigado.
Brazil is so hot and people are so warm. And thank you.
That's it. Congratulations on your last map. Now we have Regnum Carrier Bra on as our second winner in our second match here in our first day of 2024 Pmgo Brazil. Let's go. We come back soon and see you soon.
Did they not like pay for like 2 mics, you know? One for the translator, one for her, you know?
Right.
Great interview there from Silas.
The awkward second where you have to hand the mic over and then she starts talking, you know?
He's gonna be happy. He's gonna be saying thank you for all those eliminations.
Like that was
ended up getting with those
that was rough.
3 points. Death Wolves with those 4.
The British are coming. They're in 7th.
And Reject 10 eliminations.
Whew, I mean, 10 eliminations the hard way, 7, right? With hardly any loot at all. These guys
Andrew?
are all
No.
aggression. Like I said, you know, that's good. I mean, yeah, 10 points. I would not be mad at that at all, right? The thing is that if you want that top 3, you're not going to be able to do it with just eliminations. You need both, right? You got to be able to do a game like Regnum Carrier just did.
Yo, Brazil, Turkey in 1st and 16th.
23 is going to be huge for the leaderboard. So hopefully we can see Team Rejects just kind of like take a little bit of a break, get to one at least one end game.
No, it was NRX.
Team Rejects like, we don't want those placement points. We want to continue on with those elimination. If there's ever an advocate for just only getting elimination points, if it's gonna be that high,
because they're British.
If they do want to end up winning this,
well,
they're gonna definitely.
I don't know how to break it to you, buddy, but they are British. That's why the flag's like, you know. I don't know how else to.
And this is the deja vu that I was
That's why.
here. And I'm so glad you guys mentioned it too, because Team Falcons losing those players there to High Fives, quite a big surprise.
I just have a strong feeling that they're British.
Of a revenge there towards the end.
Could be that they are in fact British. You know.
That was pretty wild. You know, hopefully we can see teams, you know, kind of calm it down a little bit here and get some placement points. Because Regnum Carrier, when they got this position, they didn't leave. All they had to do was just stay right there and put in work. And that's exactly what they did.
They aren't though.
We saw
They're
also
too
fights
French.
right here from Zebra Masters. The grenades
I don't
of
know.
Zebra Masters into D plus were just beautiful. And then the crazy part is that Zebra Masters decided to push as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't make the rules.
That push, they opened themselves up.
They're
to
just
this kind of
somehow
third
British.
party by
They're
Alpha
British.
7. It was
That's
just
what
a
they
lot
are.
of great timing from
I'm
certain
telling you,
teams.
they're
I'm pretty
British.
sure, I don't know if we'll
The
actually
British
get a
are
chance to
coming.
see
Robs,
Alpha
he's now
7
British.
ended up getting just great timing on them by Death Wolves, and Death Wolves was just able to, as Zute was saying, push out of a great position that they were and take the 5 to them.
Yeah, a lot of just timings as Regnum Karya,
Yep.
right? With the best timing of all into the late game.
Salas might be on the go list. I think Salas is like a sleeper pick and like the top picks. Like he definitely plays higher than a lot of people.
Very tippy top of, you know,
Like he's been a dominant player since the Worlds he won, and like a little bit before that too.
Recognizing when it's your time to make the move, the aggressive play.
And now, like,
You know what's
look
speaking
at
of
how
timing,
S2G's performing compared to him.
Speaking of that timing, you know, that push from Zebra Masters and Neil Zada there, that just looked like just a new team and some miscommunication. I hope they learned from that quick, because when I see a play like that, it's either one, right, they called for a push and the rest of the team didn't come with, or he saw the opportunity, didn't call out that he was pushing, and went up by himself and got eliminated. But hey, great game from that team, and man, Regnum Karya, look at them on the leaderboard.
Like all I'm saying, Chad, is
That win right there, they're gonna end up
S2G
pushing
into
up to
the other
31
half of the
points.
leaderboard,
Alpha 7 being able
the
to
second
collect some
half,
points there in the last match, but not
and
to the
Silas and
consistency
his
that we
team
wanted
were
to see.
top
They
like
did end
threes.
up pushing there to
I
second place.
think
And
Silas
Nova
could
was
be
the
like
team
in the
that didn't end
conversation
up
for like
having one of
goats
the best matches there, as we saw them fighting
if
with
he
Alpha 7. I
carries
think
this
it was
team.
D plus Kiev, correct me if I'm mistaken, that
Yeah, it was.
pretty much took some of those eliminations from Alpha 7.
D plus Kia was on that.
That just
high
proves that
ground,
he's hard carrying that
couple
team so
points
bad.
away, and then only 2 points though, as that is what they have just in total, as you can see on the leaderboards. IHC do bump themselves up a little bit, you know, after a disastrous start on Sandhawk, only getting 1 point. And a lot of teams you can see here are dropping
Which
down
teams do you have
after
play for
having
nowadays?
back-to-back rough games.
Is it BTR still?
Yeah, rough games for Smoke Gaming, D plus as well. I don't think we were expecting D plus to be here. Another team that I sure as heck was not expecting to be down there was going to be Boom Esports. Boom Esports currently just sitting with 4 points there, where you heard us hyping them up, what they've been able to do. But so far, Hot Jukes, they're just not putting up the numbers.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, it's kind of tough. There's only been 2 matches so far, right? So I'll give them the Hot Juice excuse card up to this one, right? I'll give them the first game because it was Sandhawk. I'll give them the first Erangel. That's it. The card's been punched. No more excuses after this. You kind of, now you know where everyone's dropping. You're very secure, have a good understanding of where everyone else is at. You got to be able to bounce back here in game number 3.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that we didn't get to see insane amount of hot drops. This is more of what we were used to. This is more of what we wanted to see, as match 3, boys, is starting to get ready for the second match of Erangel.
Let's get it going, baby. Here we go. Match number 3. Zute, let's get it. As we start seeing this playing path, another little southern playing path, but this time coming from the east to the west.
Yeah, a little bit better than that first one. The first plane path was just hard south, and it just cut south. Didn't really start off, you know, in the middle here on the north side like we do see now. So we'll probably see, I mean, farm rejects again, potentially. I mean, they might just be, you know, contesting that spot straight up. We saw it happen before in Pachinki with D Xavier and Enigma Galaxy, so it could be another hot drop potential. Of course, rejects, you know, winning 2 fights back to back might scare the other team off here, so we'll see very soon if there is going to be another hot drop. But the playing path just definitely better than the first one we saw in the previous match.
Yes, sir, indeed. So let's see what happens.
I think they're dropping on each other.
Oh, here we
are,
go.
yep,
Another hot drop. As we get started here for match number 3, man, these teams are not letting up off the gas.
Let's see if Reject can win another one. And we saw in the highlights, you know, just earlier, I mean, I think that's as hot as it could get. You drop in, and you don't even pick up weapons. You just start shanking each other with the knife you start out with. It doesn't get any hotter than that. We'll see if what comes to fruition here. As on the north side, actually, S2G and another team getting into a quick fight, and I think that's Vampire. No, Vampire's all the way down southwest.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Which team is that? Small little window we see here. Can't make it out quite yet.
Is that
Hi-Fi's? It is.
It is. All right. So they're going in Yas now. The one thing I like about this team is their ability to adapt, right? You can see them going to different drop locations, trying to make things work. Yeah, so far it hasn't, but at the same time, this is their first time competing at a lobby of this caliber. So, I mean, they definitely don't have anything to lose and everything to gain. So, even if they don't end up on top of this tournament, the experience alone is going to be huge as we watch Team Reject having to bust out some pistols here against Smoke Gaming, and they're going to go ahead and clean up that first elimination.
Yep. Quick point for them once again. Hi-Fi getting a return knock right there in the elimination feed against S2G and getting the confirmation. So Hi-Fi against S2G in that northeast is now a 3v3 situation. I don't think we'll see much more happen, as you can see right here. Quite a lot of ground to cover, quite a lot of buildings to clear.
I think we have the Sixless curse because, like, I just hyped up Silas and stuff, and then he just insta-dives.
Alpha 7 making their rotation already into probably...
Like, how unfortunate is that, chat?
Continue looting. Alpha 7 did drop Lakovka very early, as that's where their plan started. So
oh, wait, no, S2G. I'm so brain dead right now.
Western circle.
House died.
Yes, we do. By the way, folks,
I thought they said Silas died.
The name is HFIYS, but for convenience, we're going to call them Hi-Fis. That's going to be their little nickname here for Pmgo. We'll see how they end up, as they do lose one, and you can see them rocking that split. And I got to ask you a question, too. In the history of you, playing this game, casting it, have we ever seen a team win first place that hot drops every match in Erangel?
I don't think we've seen a team that hot drops every match in Erangel, period.
Yeah, that's true.
That has qualified to the finals anyways. Just gonna throw that out there real quick. So Rejects, I mean, if
you get what they're saying?
It's going to be a first.
Teams who hot drop are less likely to qualify for finals because they're, getting 0 points some games. They're going to get,
even if they stop
a few kills and then lose players and not get much points the rest of the game, or they're going to get 0 kills, 0 points, and not qualify. So if you hot drop, you're stupid.
Vampire, there's just too many. Star-studded teams here to get a easy, first place potential over.
Yeah, don't even count on Regnum Caria with how they started. These guys, you got Silas leading the way. He's been to the big show. He knows what it takes, so that's a big factor as well. I think in order to win a tournament like this, because everybody can just shoot, right? We know everyone's got that laser beam attached to that M4. The question is just how can you adapt as a squad, right? How does your team handle pressure? How does your team handle, changing strategies on the fly? Because that's what you really have to do against a lobby like this, right?
Yeah.
You have to see the meta, because it could change very easily in just a couple of matches, and you have to adjust accordingly. And, teams like Nova are so good at doing it, right? They're Alpha 7 as well are so good at adapting on the fly, saying, okay, we tried Edge, it didn't work, we're going to change this next game, So Reject, I think what they do in their hometown of Japan of just full on aggression works so well, but you gotta change it up in a tournament like this, especially if you want first place.
Oh, chat, the sound starts blasting.
You gotta have a deep playbook, and that's what some of the most veteran squads out here, or veteran teams out here, have. They can make 5 different plays from the same position in regards to, just what's happening at the time of, an engagement.
He saw us also carry SSG 4th place in PUBG 2 finals. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Reading the elimination feed.
Silas is definitely a sleeper pick that a lot of people don't consider, up there.
And we'll see if Rejects, have some of that adaptability, or they could continue winning every single hot drop, that they so like to choose. But we can see already, that hot drop that we just had now only got the 1 point. They're a little bit delayed on rotation now, you know, a little bit more, you know, starving on loot because some of their split was looted from the likes of Smoke Gaming. So it just puts them at a huge disadvantage against the teams of like Alpha 7, Nova, you know, all these.
Shadow should have gotten at least 3 slots, man.
Their fill and have.
They should have gotten at least 2, I feel like.
If we can get the map up, we'll see real quick just how well.
You could argue 3. You could argue 3.
Are still way
at least.
On the edge. And you know, from a lot of these top squads,
at least a slot to each.
Like this, I think you
like 1 slot to qualifiers, 1 slot to prelims, and 1 slot to finals. I think they should have done that for 1, 2, 3 in their qualifier tournament, in the Chinese qualifier tournament.
You know, or maybe
I think that would have been fair.
But in this kind of lobby, every single squad is a monster, and the more you have to fight on the edge, the more players you're gonna lose, and the harder it is gonna be able to win again.
Should we even Nox a solo slot, real?
It depends on what your play strategy is from the edge, like.
Yeah, giving only like 1 slot to China is like
shift. If you have a nice game plan set up from edge position to edge,
I think they should have done that for every region, given them a 1, 2, 3, you know, to each prelims, qualifiers, and finals.
But we see teams just that previous match, you know, have some decent success. Vampire was on the edge every time, and it worked out. They had to take some decisive fights. And they did. And they won.
It could have been like ultimately they could have made it to where like
the Wolves, you know, from the south
the
side,
top 3
they made it all the way
from
up
every
into top 3
PMPL from last split
too.
Like 3rd place gets the qualifier finals.
That's what I
2nd place got the prelims. 1st place gets the direct invite to main.
On the
you know
side
what I mean?
of Erangel. Got that on my bingo
like
card. Nice little snipe from Order. That'll get me pumped up and ready to go here. More than I already am. Let's see where this next zone goes. And it's gonna head right towards Everest. Everest dead center. Jesus. You know, Nova's gonna love that little spot just south of Everest. That's one of their favorite positions, one of mine as well. And that's gonna be a great place to
Chat, I'm
hold
2
down.
subs away
Meanwhile,
from 1K. Make sure you fucking hit that sub button.
The big names at the highest point of this map.
Now would be a good time to insert ads, chat, is what it says. So I'm slapping y'all with an ad.
I've seen, you know, this is a tough spot to hold
Thank you for the money.
Pushed on both sides.
Appreciate you guys.
Teams have really mastered.
That's funny as fuck.
Pressuring
Thank you
one
for the
side
money.
first, and then holding that side off, creating a buffer zone for them, so that team, you know, trying to push up on them is forced to fight other teams. That vice versa tries to push up, you know, onto them. So we'll see if IHC could pull out a strategy like that. And here's that spot you were talking about. And actually, Nova, we're talking about splits. Nova never scared to hold greedy splits. That's
Chat, what happens if I just spam y'all with like ads and you watch all of them? Like, how much money am I making right now?
Circle like this, and Nova's just gonna try and take both of them.
Yeah, I wonder if they're kind of just like doing that to see where the next zone's gonna go. The problem is that we're gonna be seeing some teams coming late.
Oh, Rob's zone's got beamed. Holy fuck. Oh, he did get beamed. Shit. My bad, Rob.
See how it plays out though.
What's your time at right now?
135, 134, 33.
Okay, yeah, we're on the same time.
One of the players
Snow got beamed too.
Snow Wake's down. That's gonna hurt.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah, IHC. Ooh. Doing a crazy split as well, coming on down the mountain. And it looks like they're going to be starting heading right back up.
Is the extra Coops make the finals? No.
I like the
0 NA players made the finals.
But they're not just going to stay up
actually,
and shoot out what they can. They're actually going to go down.
Bray made the finals.
Yeah, we got
in RW.
Party action.
So we have 1 NA player in the finals.
Pick up a point, steal a point. So
he used to play in XS.
There is
Extreme
a
Slayers.
risk, of course, you know, if Zebra Master
he was their IGL.
It will be difficult to get that revive.
The GO Bray. I've always said Bray is like insane.
Very healthy.
Me and Valic have both of us.
Hi-Fi did lose 2 of their players on that rotation.
Dude, when they're like, oh, he's not playing, I'm like, what? Your best player's not playing? You guys are ass.
See how IHG's going to defend this. Here come the nades. Going to miss the mark here.
They still got Robert, though. Robert kind of good.
Hey, you know what? There's another team here already. You guys are late. Let's see what they do. Are they going to try to fight it out or head right on back?
So many ads? Dude, how many ads did you get? I hit it once.
Yo, give him another one. Give him another one.
I'll give you another ad for complaining.
They're gonna just leave 1 player up there also.
Oh, why are you seeing that?
Some info, but of course, if he does get naded, it is not gonna be too great for him. And he's holding this spot, so nades are raining in. And after that first nade, I think he realizes, you know what? Maybe I'll just leave this position. But with that new circle shift,
Wait, I actually lost one.
figure
How
out
the
where they
fuck
want
did
to
they
go
lose one?
because their earlier position no longer in zone. Nova, are they going to group up now? I'm looking at the minimap. They are going to group up. So no longer holding that greedy 2-2. You can see them forming up together as one of them do get knocked.
UGC
That's a strong
2023
position, and I don't know
would have been much better if Nova got the special invite instead of DRS.
Holding that spot, waiting for the next circle to get popped, and he realized that, yep, we're gonna have to go ahead and commit to Everest. The rest of the team is gonna start creeping up.
No, because I don't think Pairboy was playing with him at the time, right? So they were missing their second best player.
He's got ran over.
Oh, Pairboy just got ran over. Fuck. Chad, maybe Chad. Oh my God, Skr.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Oh.
Yo, long. Yo, come
Long
on, Skr.
Skr.
Guys gonna have to hit these shots here.
Oh.
Back and forth. Here they go. The shutting down Nova.
No. No. Oh my God, he destroyed them. Jesus fuck. Oh my God.
The power of Brazilians.
Jesus Christ, dude. They got shit on. What the fuck?
God damn.
For a team like Deathwolves to take down a 4-man team,
That might be like playing the game right there, or playing the fucking tournament.
Brazil is in the house. A 1v3 coming from a qualifying hometown team. I guarantee you Alpha 7 is grinning after seeing that in the elimination feed right there. Their hometown.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
No way, bro. That just happened. Yes way.
Meanwhile, IHC, the previous champions, right? It's looking to get that back-to-back.
Dude.
Now trying to get some work on the Regnum Karya. Beautiful.
That's gonna fuck up Nova's momentum right there. So hard.
Considering that there's so much elevation. If you're gonna get a knock, it has to be perfectly placed.
I love how much pressure Zio as a solo pretty much is putting out here. You see the rest of the team focusing on what's vulnerable. Their flank,
It's so bad, bro. Jesus Christ, dude.
If he gets knocked there, chances of getting pushed by Regnum on the low ground very unlikely. So Zio is
Sounds like he has like a sore throat and underwater.
peaks as he's want, pressuring them with nades, not scared to get knocked whatsoever. So really understanding the dynamic.
Dude, how did they let him get to the finals?
Speak louder, fucker.
Still, with 3, Zio's feeling comfortable.
Yeah, he's feeling comfortable, but
dude, how did they?
A little bit concerned with
How did they even allow him to do this?
How they must have, bro? They did a tech check and they, like, how did they not catch on to that his mic is dog shit?
I'd rather see Zio focusing
Like,
on
there's no way they would
that out first rather than focusing in.
Like, did they not have another caster, like anyone?
Very, very interesting.
Oh my God.
Get the knock though.
This is why he's the MVP, bro. Jesus.
The zone
He's cooking them.
Everest though, so now
3 teams on Everest is kind of fucking wild.
Not at all. I like how earlier.
That is kind of wild.
If I was Ziol, you know, I'd go focus on the flank. Well, your name isn't Ziol. IHC Ziol is Ziol, and there's a reason why he is one of the champs. So he's gonna keep looking forwards, and he picks up another point too for his team, as just, you know, pretty much heading straight in close range. And now IHC up to 3 elimination points. They have the solo of Rogue holding the entirety of D+ back. So it's just, I think they just understand how teams play, right?
Why the fuck is Deathwolves trying to scale Everest?
They have zone. They're probably just gonna keep sitting there. They have no need to get aggressive, so we're not gonna be worried.
Deathwolves said, "Fuck it, we're doing it."
Just keep looking for point opportunities.
Yeah, I think they understand how they play. You're right. I'm not yelling.
Bro, what are they doing?
I'll handle this team. Rogue, you
oh
handle
my
that
God.
team, and Godless, you handle Deathwolves down the way.
Dude, Godless is shit at him.
Look
wow.
Just
wow.
That's how you.
Damn.
That's how you need to get it done. Just one-man army every 3 ways. As Falcons looking to get into a fight here, and oh, this is not a good fight to be had.
Top leaving Nizared. He said, "Fuck you, I'm out of here."
Getting picked apart slowly here and there, and they're getting pressured from the flank potentially too.
Yeah, Antenna's a good spot if it was in circle, but now that the zone has shifted away from it, they're going to have to find their way on in. The thing I like about this, though, is that it's pretty easy to get into this next circle as long as those reds are not taken, and they are not. So Team Falcons are trying to get away with this, but or get away from this. And unfortunately, it's proven to be pretty difficult because smoke is making it hard on them. Now these teams finally agree to let each other go. But yeah, that's going to be at the cost of almost the entire team of Smoke. Meanwhile, we got Vampire in the feed, finishing Rivas from Worlds of War.
Yeah, that's on the west side, and those two teams are going to be pretty close together. Most everyone else has rotated into zone, besides the team you're watching right here. Falcon looking to find a spot here. They will be having to drive their no man's land. Same with Smoke. Both of the two teams that were engaged in the fight out of zone earlier, really hampering their progression inwards onto the next zone.
Yeah, now we see some pieced up teams on the edge just trying to be able to secure some points. Meanwhile, you got IHC,
SMK is
big
feeling the
boys up
pressure.
on top. Meanwhile,
I mean,
Vampire and Worlds of War going at it right here, back and forth. Colgoat, one day,
Jesus,
that's
Newsy
it. That's
just
gonna be all
Newsy
three players of
mollied
Vampire
himself
done for,
and his
as
teammate.
Tony K is too far away to get into this one. Maybe
Vampire
they have that
Esports
idea.
or
yeah,
Dog
two
Water.
players, you guys can take them all on. Tony K is gonna make the drive.
And
He's
Tony
in a lot
K's
of trouble.
crashing.
And I think he's
Tony K said,
actually onto
"Fuck
this
it, I want
position.
this
Yes,
bug."
he is. He said, "I can take this."
Chat,
team
if
all by
Tony K
myself."
clutches this, I will never say anything bad about VP ever again, okay?
Before the revives can come through, the revive and the heal that is Tony K up close with the nade in hand, M4 switching over, but now it's a 3v1 and they're going to swarm him from all sides. A little bit of a third party from distance here, but Tony K
VP fucking suck.
get taken down, and I think Vampire,
Goddamn right.
I don't know if I want to call that a misplay, you know, a veteran team like
Chat,
Vampire.
I'm a VP hater.
Probably thought, you know,
Until I die, chat. Until I die. VP hater at heart. They're just PMWI frauds, chat. They can only win invitational tournaments where the good teams can't play. But the good teams are playing here, chat. The good teams are here.
So Vampire, yeah, you know, maybe that would work in some different lobbies. This is the PMGO, though. You got to send the whole squad. Because I guarantee if Tony K was there, that whole fight would have probably turned out differently. But hey, you know what? To the victor goes the spoils. And now we're going to see who's going to win this match. Alpha 7 still up. All 4 players. They're going to be at those warehouses just north of Everest. That could be a really sketchy position to rotate away from, as Mafioso is going to start driving towards Everest. S2G very, very close to them. And meanwhile, Deep Kia happy to share this Everest mountain with IHC. They said, IHC, you worry about all those players.
Damn.
We'll deal with you later.
Dude.
Oh, damn. Oh, Revo.
Wow.
Dude, is Rogue the replacement for Alex, since Alex isn't playing today?
Did steal that point away. They blew up the vehicle.
Alex?
So that
yeah.
is not good for IHC. That
Who the fuck is Alex?
They're up to 8 elims already, and man.
Isn't there IHC Alex? Isn't that what the other player? Their fourth?
This is the play.
Revo.
And I think teams at this high level, they understand.
Bro,
right? Like, hey,
what are you saying, Six?
You handle that side of the mountain.
You
we'll
said,
handle
isn't
this side,
Revo the
and then
replacement
we'll
for
No.
Alex?
Who's gonna get first and second
No,
later on,
Alex.
right?
I said
why do you
Rogue.
fight each other now? Because if
Rogue.
we fight each other right now,
Oh,
we're getting
I have
hurt.
no
On
idea.
IHC.
So-
Rogue
no
on
idea.
IHC is the replacement for Alex today.
I have no idea.
Right?
I have no idea.
Chat. Chat. Alex is stupid. Answer my question, chat.
That's what IHC.
Due to using his phone mic, that's wild.
Racking up all the points. C+.
His phone mic will be better, bro.
Chat, we hit 1K! Holy shit! Let's go!
Sports going live, oiled up right now, Valic.
Huh?
What? What'd you say? You say something?
Yeah, I hit 1K. Dude.
Yeah.
Imagine the carnage they'd be
WWW.
I was just
talking about.
I was about to say, have you ever seen a team dominate Everest like this, especially in a lobby like this?
No.
I mean, that's crazy. Zelo from up the top is just wreaking havoc. So many shots, so well placed that it feels like there's like a squad
IHC are farming them.
there. And that is making so many of these teams so nervous to even push. So, I mean, IHC doing a great job of playing keep away.
The long-range position, or the long-range precision coming out of every player of IHC up there. Keep in mind, they're shooting at multiple targets.
I want to know what IHC's damage is after this game, dude. That's going to be insane.
To make the shots count, it has to be accurate. For them to still be taking shots with that much ammo left, I mean, every shot is probably landing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just don't. All you're trying to do is play keep away. You don't want any team to come close. You don't want to get rushed at all. So if you could just put on that pressure and force them to stay where
Monetization.
they're at,
I know, that's what I'm hearing.
Even further.
Show me the money.
So IHC don't have to go anywhere.
Nah, I appreciate you guys.
I
Appreciate everybody. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough because
Suck
that
them meats now.
Ruya right there next to him.
Gotta give the guac. All right,
7
chat.
eliminations for next
Like
Ruya,
I
too.
said,
Very nice.
I'll post a thirst trap on Twitter. It'll be out like probably today or tomorrow. I'll post it when I'm in my suit tomorrow. That's when I'll do it.
Okay.
Surely
I'll retweet it.
We'll get a little bit of aggressive. Like, I know you don't want to go out early when you just have prime positioning, right? You don't have to take the fight. But for me, it's you have 4 players. So you should be, fighting, getting knocked, revived, and then maybe thinking about not pushing. Right now, D plus with 4 players is just not doing anything, I feel like, with their... I want to say number advantage, right? You can see they have a number advantage, but maybe they think it's a 4v4. Even then, in a 4v4, with your backside completely clear, you have to be doing some sort of proactiveness, and D plus hasn't been doing any of that.
It looks like D plus Kia and IHC are in a school group project together, and D plus Kia is just rubbing the shoulders of IHC, saying, "Hey man, you're doing a great job." You know what I'm saying? But IHC better be careful because who knows? I mean, D plus Kia can come at the last second and take all that credit, and take them out. So that is something they have to really, really be careful for.
Yeah, they could slap their name on the project, at the very last moment. Get all the credit, take the chicken dinner, take a couple eliminations, and it looks like they might look to go in engagements. They waited long enough,
coming.
and I think D plus realizes, okay, now for sure, if we take this fight, it's gonna be an isolated fight. Smokes do come out, but IHC, they hear it, they smell something coming, so IHC is focusing all of their players here. In 3v4 situation, I almost want to say it's an even fight, just with how hot IHC are running right now.
IHC running straight to the teacher to turn the paper in without letting D plus Kia.
I think Sal does not play that good in an 8-year tournament but qualifier. But when it comes to global lobby, that guy's beast.
Put some shots down the way.
Yeah.
The longer this fight happens and the more noise they make,
It's like my IG yelling in NA versus my IG yelling in Americans. You know what I mean? That's how he is built with his fragging.
Hearing all that commotion, they say, "We'll take advantage of that."
He just be bodying the tier 1 players.
Gonna have to try and hold it
goes.
down. 1v2, nice knock though on a D plus Kia. That's
he wins this 1v2. Watch.
Zeol now forced to kind of hold a 1v2 on the other side.
Maybe not now.
And
What if he's half
IHC
HP?
continue to just be one-man army on every side.
Valic part
every
compilation
front.
is insane.
I said it earlier. Imagine if they had 4.
Please never say that again.
They'd be dominating. But even with 3, they're dominating. And Rogue goes down. I think Rogue knew he had to make a play with another team flanking them.
They lost Rogue, dude. It's over for them. They're getting sandwiched from 2 teams.
IHC will go down to 2. D plus even get the revive on the knock earlier. Now IHC will be taken apart.
Dude, they just had too many teams on them, bro. Too many teams on them.
Getting a point there onto IHC. So it took 3 different teams to chime in to finally remove IHC.
A7 4-man live right now? Let him cook, chat. Let him cook.
So much work and not getting the credit that they deserve towards the end. As the pressure was just too much from so many different teams. And now D plus Kia are on top. Alpha 7 are big chilling on the bottom, looking to soak up some more points. So far, only 2 eliminations.
Dude, chat, Rogue are doing better than I thought they were doing. I apologize, chat. I apologize.
6 eliminations to their name, 3-man squad up, and not a bad position in the zone.
They're 11th right now.
Not at all. Right now, the other team working with a lot of elim points is next Ruya. They have racked up to 8, and if they could somehow win this fight up here, 2v4 against the likes of D plus, next Ruya will definitely shoot themselves up the leaderboards, but it's going to be a tough task as D plus playing very conservative, so they're not going to, just throw it all away doing a crazy push, so it's going to be very tough for the likes of next Ruya with only 2 to win out over them.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see D plus Kia staring at those smokes right now, trying to catch one of these players from S2G, holding it down, and they have Papa Blue to their advantage. Yeah, he's going to have to run out in the open. Hamzi's in big trouble here. Nice shots through the smokes, getting those hit markers. They see him now, and whoo, right through the smoke. Once they saw the direction he was running, they're like, oh yeah, we'll take that point real quick. Alpha 7, very central to this circle. They're on the bottom side of Everest, but they should be able to climb up. Now there comes a knock on the Cold Goat. That's huge. Razy's gonna have to run out in the open. Actually, I think he's just gonna stay in the blue and deny the point.
Yeah, deny the point. Deny every point possible. Razy gets the heal off. Makes it to the next piece of cover. Looking to stall out. Maybe for another position. And it works out though. Royal Zavor went out right before he did. So they laddered
Who
up.
wins this? Huh? Who do you think wins this?
Take that placement point. Now here we go. The hometown heroes are still alive. As Nextria and D plus Kia are still in the mix. Let's see how this all plays out. There we go. Nobu getting a knock onto a Grella, and that's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Zone stays up on the high ground, but you can see Alpha 7 does have a small foothold in the form of Carrillo in that next circle. D plus have to move up just a little bit, but more or less all three teams kind of have a little bit of the zone in their play. So it might come down to Stage 9 being the last circle, Jukes.
I wonder why we're not seeing D plus Kia try to clear the top side of the mountain now. Maybe because if they're cleaning that out quick, then they'll have a clean fight against Alpha 7. But I think all these teams are just opting to just let the blue zone do the work.
Has an MG.
And Carrillo has the MG3.
Yeah, he could have.
That's the weapon to have, but he's definitely at a disadvantage when it comes to position.
The problem with D plus pushing now is that even if they push over and
I would just wait till zone closes, then just nade the shit out of Alpha 7.
Vehicles from the low ground. That could be fast enough to,
I would not try to use my util on these motherfuckers when they still have that bottom side. I would make them push up to where Carrillo is and then just absolutely tank them there.
So, like you mentioned, I think it will come down to the blue zone, spurring these last three teams into making a play.
Motherfucking Mafios has a Groza 6x.
Got a Groza. Not quite the best weapon to have from long range. So he's got two CQC
Dude, he's about that.
Really up to see if Alpha 7 can get.
Wait, Margolin has a Groza too. They have two Grozas and a fucking MG. If Alpha 7 does not win this game,
apply that pressure.
They should hard win every single trade in the entire game. Even at low ground, they win the trades.
Circle.
Wait, that is insane.
Into nothing now. Very soon.
One more.
Yep.
There we go.
Stage 9.
And one dude has a Groza and DPS. He wins every fight. Every 1v1 trade, he wins.
It's a tough one because, okay, so D plus have the high ground, but
has
they have
an
to
MG
move towards the low
and
ground,
fucking
which actually gives
has
the
a
low ground more of an
DBS
advantage because you can see Alpha 7
and a
have
Groza
those
as
little
well.
small bumps to work with. D plus have to
Wait,
run
like they win every fight.
And with their backs against Nextria, this could be Alpha 7's game.
They actually shred harder than anyone. These guys got umps. Look.
Knock there. And now
Revo's the only one that doesn't have a fucking tank gun.
coming up on top, and here they go behind.
Oh, and they knocked him behind.
Oh, they got third party? Oh my god, this is so good for A7.
Happening, and now comes Alpha 7 looking to clean them all up.
Yeah.
And so
here come the Groza Warriors.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh my god.
The making here for Alpha 7. Nades
Here
raining
come the
in,
Groza
being
Warriors.
hit
Yeah,
from
they were.
multiple sides.
Oh
and
shit, dude.
Alpha 7
K kind of got. K kind of shit on them. Wait, no.
The positions have been changed. D plus with somewhat of an advantage on the low ground, but the numbers in favor of Alpha 7. Here comes a play. K with the shotgun. He needs to make it count. He needs to make it count. And he does. 1v1.
No fucking way.
1v1. K. Can he do it? Gets the third.
Well, at least that's an A7.
He went so far hard for the thirst, bro. I would have gone for the win at that point.
In their hometown, and oh boy, what a finish! Did you see the player cam from Nextria when he got taken out?
Bro, they almost choked that A7.
I was looking at Alpha 7.
Yeah, 3-piece by that dude.
He slammed the desk with his fist. Frustration. You know he wanted that one there. If they had one player up, maybe they would have been able to do it. But no, sir. I mean, Alpha 7, when these guys see just one small opening, they are taking full advantage. And man, 2 chicken dinners here in their hometown. These guys got to be so stoked.
Yeah, I mean, you can see right there, Carrillo actually smiling this time around. I love that. I love seeing that. I like how they got the first chicken dinner, and he was still locked in. After that one, he was like, all right, okay, I'm feeling okay now.
Yes, they are. As we take a look here at the end, look at this, man. I mean, Alpha 7 took advantage, took out Nextria, and then it was up to K. Nice little DBS action in the CQC, but it was Mafioso with that Groza that finished things off. 7, I gotta hear it one time. I know you want to say it. Give it to me.
Do Brazil! Oh, man, it got sketchy, though. I'm not going to lie. It got very sketchy there at the end with K almost clutching it up. Mafioso, though, you were talking about the Groza not being the favorable weapon for when he was trying to shoot from very far away earlier. A little bit closer. That's all he needed. You can see everybody celebrating there. Shute keeps mentioning there. Carrillo knows what's up. Consistency, though. We've been asking for consistency of Alpha 7. Right off the bat, 3 matches played, 2 chicken dinners. You couldn't ask for anything better. We just need to continue to see this type of performances from them. But a big comeback. I mean, let's talk about D+, because D+ was able to make a huge comeback. Coming into this last match, they only had 2 points. Not like the D+ that we were thinking that was going to perform here. And this is now more of a D+ that we were expecting. Being able to get those items, being able to control those angles. But you know what? Let's jump into a quick interview.
Back here, and I'm happy to have Alpha 7 once again here in the main event because they are taking the breath of us. Thank you so much for being here. And first of all, I want to know what is the man feeling right now because it's your second chicken dinner. Muito obrigado por estar aqui. E agora eu quero entender qual que é o sentimento agora, porque vocês já conseguiram a segunda vitória de vocês no dia de hoje.
O sentimento é gratificante. A gente treinou muito para isso e a gente está preparado e vamos embora que só foi 3 partidas, então tem mais 2 dias ainda. Vamos embora.
They are very happy with the second winner right now, with the second chicken dinner, and they are very prepared for that. They have prepared themselves for this day, but it's only the first day, and they will come for tomorrow and also for Sunday. Agora vocês conseguiram definitivamente abrir uma vantagem na frente dos outros times. E eu quero entender como é que isso pode ser importante para vocês nas próximas partidas. They have opened such a big advantage ahead of the other teams, and we want to understand what is the meaning for them right now throughout the next matches.
Acho que a gente tem que manter o pé no chão, porque foi só 3 partidas, tem muito caminho pela frente ainda. Então a gente está tranquilo, a gente está confiante, vamos continuar e hashtag #Alpha7, vamos embora.
They will keep their confidence. They will talk with the team always after the matches, and they will also be prepared for the next matches and anything, and nobody will take their happiness right now. Thanks so much for the interview. Muito obrigado pela entrevista, and go Alpha 7. Vai Alpha 7.
Vai Alpha 6. Obrigado. That's what they were saying. See, I understood this time. Yes, I agree with you, Bombshell. Thank you so much for that translation. But this Alpha 7, I mean, they went from a non-favorable position, but the thing is that they played it out so well, Hodgix, because they just let everybody else fight. Usually when the team is down there, being able to get spotted by IHC, it's the complete opposite. They get eliminated fairly quick, but Alpha 7 slowing down their gameplay, waiting for the right moment to strike, and boy, did they find that right moment.
Oh, yes, they did, man. You look at the crowd, and all I see is a sea of orange and black. Even Carol Bombshell's wearing orange. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how else can you start the day? And they timed this just so well. I mean, they could have easily just played safe, just held their position, wait for that fight, and then try to do a fair fight at the end. But no, the second they saw just a little bit of an opening, full send, they take out Nextruya, and man, I wish we can get a replay of that player cam from that player from Nextruya after he got taken out. He was not happy.
Yeah, it was just such a well-rapper. It's such a good 2-2 split right there, too, because if the other players would have stayed together, we saw what happened there to Revo. We saw what happened to Carrillo. More than likely, the same thing would have happened there to McGrellin and Mafioso. Another thing that I do want to mention, man, that we saw in this last match, it's none other than Deathwolf's Guizhao.
Oh,
that 3v1 against Nova. Come on, son. I was hoping I would get a chance to see it again as we're going to be looking at the match ranking, but damn, we're not going to be seeing anybody from Nova here towards the top, and it's because Deathwolves ended up eliminating them.
I was about to say, how could I even forget that? That was such a crazy 1v3 from another Brazilian squad here. Zute, looking at this match ranking, right? What stood out to you?
Oh, well, looking at the second page, Falcons only getting 1 point right there. Vampire with 1 point. Nova with 1 point. So some of the heavy hitters finally, slowing down. just a little bit. Alpha 7, though, however, are going to
Jack, give me
continue
a
to
second
keep the
doing
pressure up.
something real quick.
I don't see them slowing down, and I'm pretty sure the crowd at home is not going to see them wanting to slow down anytime soon if they're going to continue to perform like that. And a team that we do need to see a bit of a wake-up call, it's going to have to be none other than Team Falcons, because Team Falcons, I mean, if I'm doing the math right, they really haven't been getting that many placement points. We know that the eliminations
tell me, bro. I had them in first place, dude.
I had Team Falcons after 3 matches to at least be within the top 5. We'll get
I mean, it's only 3 matches, guys. Only 3 matches.
But if my math is right, they're nowhere near that top 5, Jukes.
Yeah, Team Falcons are having a little bit of a rough start here, and it's going to be tough, especially considering
only 3 matches.
Monster squad.
Let me see first day.
Alpha 7 just on fire. And I'll tell you what, there's some teams that, you know, drop under pressure, and there's some that just can't be stopped. Alpha 7's one of them, and man, Z Wolf, look at that. 8 eliminations in this game. That is insane.
I was with Sute in regards to I was just so focused there watching those highlights that I didn't get a chance to see which was the player from next Ria that ended up smacking the desk.
Yeah.
I wonder if this might have been it. Why? I wonder if it might have been Seawolf after being able to put up this kind of numbers too.
Towards the late game, we saw, you know, we're calling out, you know, next Ria coming in here working with a lot of eliminations. They had 8. This guy has 8. If my math is mathing, that means
that's right.
Yeah, he had all of them.
That's
I mean,
right.
If anything deserves a table smack, it'd be putting the team on your back and almost clutching it out and getting the chicken dinner as a 2-man squad. Z Wolf. This MVP, these MVP stats don't tell the whole story, man.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah, because weren't we like kind of like joking about him when Death Wolves took out majority of his squad so early on those Blues? Yeah, we were. So then he just kind of like just came out with just another player and just said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and do all the work myself. What a play.
Next Ria ended up with 12 eliminations. So for him to still be able to get 8 out of those 12, I mean, I wouldn't have a disc. We wouldn't have this right now if that was me. Although I don't think I will be able to break it because, you know, not that strong. But now let's talk about a little bit about Nova, because Nova, back-to-back games there, not being able to put up the performances that we saw, the consistency that we were expecting out of Nova, right? We saw the flashes of greatness there at the start in Sandhawk, but right now it's not what we were expecting to see as we look at the overall standing. And you can see Nova massive fall off all the way down to 7th place, but a big jump up there. Alpha 7 in first place.
Nova, bro.
And even more jumps us.
If only they had won that. They got 1v3, dude.
That would have been chill.
7 positions, man. 7
They would've been
position
vibing.
jump is insane. And another team that had a big jump is none other than IHC, Zute. You wanted to see them make it happen. They sure did.
The Mount Everest goats themselves. Imagine if they had 4.
Dude, what's going on with Smoke, bro? 2 points?
If they had 4, they could have had a chicken and maybe 20 eliminations. Like I'm just throwing it out there. But man, leaderboards.
It's also the tier 2 ones, like the worst ones. You know what I mean?
I personally gave them, you know, a lot of flack for not doing much towards the late game. But hey,
they aren't used to playing against these amount of good teams, I guess.
Points, some consistency points.
But A7 is. A7 knows how to play in high elo, you know.
Last place. Now they're almost on the front page, so get a little.
But they've only played in diamond lobbies, bro. But you know, A7 is challenger.
Confident in being more proactive.
Yeah, and Sue, I hear you talking there about the slums not having good performances. I mean, this is the halfway point of day 1, right? For any of those teams that are towards the bottom of that leaderboard, I got a chance to see high fives. All that trash talking during the interviews, during those videos. I mean, we've been able to see them get some eliminations on Team Falcons, but we really haven't been able to see much in regards to placement points. And then you go over to some of the other teams that are towards the bottom. Zebra Masters. I feel like Zebra Masters has had good plays, but just their timing is off on certain situations.
All right, chat. Do y'all think A7 is going to win the tournament from now? Like, you can tell me if you think they're going to win it now. Do you think they're winning it after this start? Or do you think they'll fall off a little bit in like day 3, you know?
And then now Smoke Gaming, that is 2 times now in Erangel. We were talking about teams kind of hot dropping. Smoke Gaming, you have lost players right away from the get-go to reject twice in a row, Sute. Please give us a change.
Yeah, I mean they're fighting over farm too, which is like it's not that crazy of a spot. If it was Pachinki, it'd make a little bit more sense. You know, dead center, good loot, fast rotations. But over farm, like, it's not worth fighting over. I think they should realize by now with just one more Erangel left today.
They're literally fighting with pistols, Jukes.
They're fighting with knives,
With knives?
Dude.
Not even
Literally with
pistols.
knives. We saw them just going like, leave us alone, please. Now, I mean, I think if you're Smoke Gaming after that one, you gotta leave. Like, I know it sucks. I know that's not what you planned for, but you have no choice, right? You gotta leave, find something else, and just make it happen.
Yeah, and then for Reject, right, we've been able to see them being able to get all of their points, all their 13 points come from just eliminations. They need to find at least some placement points. If you're getting this much eliminations, imagine what they could do if this team can find themselves in a top 5 situation. You know you can frag out. Why not start getting those placement points? And who knows, maybe a chicken dinner.
Holy shit, dude, this chair is so fucking
like we've seen some of the other
uncomfortable,
teams
bro.
Skyrocket, even though they didn't get the chicken dinner next week.
You get a new chair, dude. I've had this one for way too long.
Just now, there was a 4.7 magnitude earthquake that occurred in New York City.
A little bit more of those placement points. The LMs will start coming.
What the fuck?
It's gonna be tough though. It's
Wait,
not
that's
as
wild.
easy
That's
as
actually
it might sound because everybody
I
is
bet that
trying
shit's all over Twitter
to
right
do
now.
what you just said, and so you know there's gonna be a lot more
Let's
clashes
scroll Twitter real quick.
to be had, Jukes.
Yeah, I think that just Wolf though getting so many points, it's gonna just help their overall mental game. You know, that's what it really takes. It's like you said, Seven, right? When it comes to Reject, that's why I was so stressing. I want to see one
or just
good
look up
late
earthquake
game performance.
in
If they can
trending.
get that under their belt,
I think
then they'll know what it feels like, and they can kind of continue that.
Oh, somebody got it on camera.
I mean, you can see the frustration. I mean, just
Wait, send me the link.
because I mean, I would also be pissed if I got 8 eliminations, have a good high ground, and lose that match. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel good, but hopefully that motivates them, right? Not demotivates them.
Dude, I felt that earthquake all the way over here. My sister, wait, what the fuck? You did?
I saw it go down, and I was like, "You're a lot stronger than I am."
Wait, send me the link on Discord.
Calm down there, buddy.
Hey,
Don't be smacking that desk.
Dude, that's wild, Melody.
I'm about to break some IKEA. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Wait, was it just now? Like, how long ago was it?
It might end up being Boom Esports.
30 minutes ago?
I was hyping them up. I was saying winners of PMSL, they might be able to do some of this crazy stuff. They might be able to just surprise a lot of people here in day one. And so far, man, currently sitting in 13th place with only a total of 8 points. Not what we wanted to see there out of the Indonesian team.
It's you mentioned halfway points. It's not halfway in the tournament, but halfway into a day. That's when you need to start turning things around. Because if you don't turn things around now, you're going into the second day starting with a very negative mindset. So for all the teams on the second page right now, they need to really start showing up, or we might just not see them show up ever.
Yeah, I was looking at IHC right there. Finally, we got a chance to see what they were capable of. You guys kept mentioning too during the cast. Imagine if they would have had just those 4 players. I think IHC would have actually taken the fight to D+ a little bit sooner and not waited so long. And it was actually D+ that decided to start the engagement, and it kind of backfired a little bit for them until other teams got involved. I think it took, what was it, Jukes? I think it was like 3 teams total, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It took them to destroy IHC.
I mean, I was straight up telling Zute when we were casting it, I was like, I've never seen a team dominate Everest like that, ever. I mean, it's so insane. I mean, we've seen teams, hold Everest, fight as a full squad, one team at a time. These guys were like literally taking entire squads.
Like 10:30, my place was shaking, and I thought someone crashed into the building.
Not just suppressive,
bro. What?
It was destructive. All right, suppressive
That's
is
wild.
when you fire shots and they don't peek you. Destructive is what IHC was. They were firing shots, getting the knocks, and getting the point confirmations. Just all like 360 degrees around.
Where? New York City.
IHC really showed us like
What was the biggest earthquake ever?
What it's like to hold Mount Everest, and that was with 3 players with a 4-man team right at their backs too.
Yeah, when we talk about the PMGO so far, Everest finishes too. A team that comes to mind, at least that we got a chance to see during the prelims, was Team Falcons. I thought Team
I know
Falcons
that
might
there
be able to
was,
do something, especially with that Everest. But when I saw their position, I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be tough." And then on top of that, I believe we saw them getting into fights.
I know that there
with
was an
Smoke Gaming
earthquake,
as
so
well.
like
It just
so
ended
an
up
earthquake's
backfiring. I mean,
magnitude
Team Falcons.
it's like
we've been
1 to
another
10.
team. Like there's just
So,
so
like,
many good teams right
a
now in the PMGO. And you're
4.7
currently looking at
was
one
like
too that I'm sure
an
they're gonna end
average
up responding
earthquake, right?
here anytime soon. Nova Esports, but going back to
like,
Team Falcons,
I've heard like in
not
United
sure
States,
what they were
like in,
thinking there within
or
that
not
fight. I
United
thought they were
States, I
maybe
think
gonna
in,
end up
like,
pushing Everest a little bit
in
more
Asia, I've
and
heard
trying
of,
to
like,
challenge some of those teams, even if they were towards the bottom of Everest.
Magnitude
Hard to
earthquakes,
pump
like
it up. Yeah,
3
Team
years
Falcons
ago,
currently
but I
sitting in
don't know
11th
the
place
biggest
with
one
14
that's ever
points.
happened.
They're definitely going to have to.
There was one
happen
in
here
1960
because you
in
got,
Alaska
Karia, Alpha
where
Silver
131
already
people
with a
died.
20-point difference. Look at that. Watching it live and on mobile.
It was
Hey,
7.4.
How's the tourney so far?
Mobile gaming
Can't
action
watch
right
because
there.
at work, rip.
You know what that man said? He said,
A7
even though I can
won
feel
2
the
out of
atmosphere,
2
even
out of
though
4
I can feel
games.
the crowd,
Karia's
I
won
still
1.
want to hear those
and
casters.
That was
I
3
still
games.
wanna
3
hear
games so
what
far.
they're saying because
what it
they're
is.
going to be able to inform me a little bit more of the madness
3
that's
games.
going on
Random
here so far
Karia's
in
won.
the PMGO.
A7 won the first one.
If you're
Random Karia won
listening,
the second one, and
shout
A7
outs to
just
you,
won the
man.
third one.
Let's go.
If you have your
Nova
earbuds
just
in
got
or something,
1v3'd by
yeah,
a
I mean, I
T2
think
Brazilian
that shows
player,
how much he
and
loves, PUBG Mobile Esports. He can't get enough of it. He's got to watch it, in person and
what
on
else is happening?
Double supporting. Okay.
ST
I like
or
it.
Falcons is
Hey,
kind of like
next
choking
time
right now.
we'll be there.
Yes, indeed. He's getting pumped up. Maybe he's in the comment section, right? Doing some nice little in-game IGLing, saying, hey, they should have done this differently as we get into another Aragale match.
As we have some of the teams there from the prelims, we have Team Liquid Furia. That's where the players that were on your screen.
Well,
And you mentioned it, Hot Jukes. We are going to be going into this final Aragale of day number
Hey, Shab, I bet I dropped my wallet on Polish.
I was going to say day number 2, but I need
Drop
to slow
my PP.
down. I'm enjoying this a little bit way too much, Tute.
Yeah, I mean, with the pacing of the action, it feels like we're well into like day 2, halfway, right? So many teams just really showing up clutch moments.
Dude, imagine like the most banger your mama joke was like after an earthquake. It was like, oh, sorry,
This
your
does
mama
not
get
look
out of
like a
bed.
day 1 to me, 7. This looks like day 2. This looks like a day 3 where everyone is showing us what they got. And man, to see this happening so early into the tournament, I can't wait to see how the story is going to unfold.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that, and I think maybe that's why I was thinking about day 2, because the decision making does seem
Is
on
his
point
mic
for
like a
lot of
little
teams.
bit better? Like,
on day 1, we see some more hot dropping. We see a
I'm
little
just
bit
used to listening to it.
unsure of what some of the other teams are wanting to do, but everybody seems
Damn,
pretty
I'm just
set
used
on
to
what
it
they want
now.
to do. Everybody, it's ready for this PMGO
Yeah.
main event.
All right, good.
And if this
Good, I can
continues
enjoy
on
it
like
more.
this, listen,
I
we're
can
not gonna
enjoy-
end up with any voice on the last day. We are gonna be so we're gonna be whispering like this because we're just gonna be on the top of our lungs, screaming at everything that's gonna be happening, especially with the madness that we've been able to see now with this playing path here. I can't wait to see what this circle is gonna be. We got a chance to see some military base
Dude, I'm surprised Liquid and Furia didn't make it.
I would love to get another melee finish.
Yeah, military base would be nice. This is a good circle too. We might see some madness in Milta.
Vampires
Those
dying
Milta
to
finishes with all
ROW
those
right
different
now.
compounds does really provide some good entertainment. So we'll get a very southeastern circle, right where the plane path pretty much ends. And no hot drops anymore for Smoke. Yeah, they're leaving that farm area. And very good decision out of them. Rejects will be able to loot in peace. We see on the west side, Vampires does have one player knocked already. He looks very separated too. I don't know if they'll be able to get that revive.
I think it was there to Royals of War. We'll have to wait and see on the replay if we do end up getting one.
Wolves
But
is
yeah,
not
with this,
T2
I
in
want to see
Brazil,
which
Valic.
teams are going to start rotating very quickly. We have seen teams getting caught in rotation, especially with certain teams
I don't know.
anticipating them. I can think off the top of my head already. Team Falcons, high fives. I mean, we saw what happened with them earlier as well. Team Falcons is currently going to be in
I've
there.
never
How
heard of
long
them,
are they going
so
to
I
want to
just,
stay
like-
there too? Because if you stay there very, very
I just,
long,
like,
depending on which
assumed.
their circle ends
They're
up
like
going,
bottom T1,
you're
I'm
gonna
pretty
have
sure.
Boom Esports. I mean, Boom Esports, we know what they're capable of. They
This is the
currently
first
haven't
time
had
I've
the
ever heard
best
of
start, but this
Deathwolf,
is
so
now
I
the
just
second half.
assumed,
For some of these teams, for some of these players, after that
Or
second half
96,
mark,
I don't
they're
know.
trying to switch it around. They're trying to turn it around and make it a much, much better day. And that's one team, Boom Esports, looking to do that. And if you can, for some reason, end up camping Team Falcons whenever they do end up leaving that military
What's with
island,
the ROW
oh,
and
man,
VP
you
beef?
couldn't
Do
ask
they
for
have
anything
beef?
better.
Boom really needs to show us a boom right now because we haven't heard much from them whatsoever. Way down in the rankings right there.
I told y'all Boom was ass.
15th. So we'll see what Boom has in store. I mean, this is a favorable zone for them too. It's pretty much they have prime.
I thought SMK and Zebra Masters was going to do better than this, honestly.
They'll have the next location wide open for them as well. So we'll see what Boom can do. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the map right now. Who else has a favorable spot in this circle? S2G on the east side, looting up Shelter and Prison. This is a good circle for them too. And Rejects, we might see Rejects come into the late game now too, because they could just pick a spot and hunker down now.
You heard me talking about it. I want to see some placement points out of that team. We know that the eliminations, they can put them up as they've been able to do in the first 3 matches, but I want to start seeing those placement points. And earlier, we got a chance to just briefly see S2G taking some shots to Smoke Gaming. Smoke Gaming, I wonder which plan they're on. Usually they say, you know, plan A, we're going to be landing farm. Plan B, we're going to be landing a little bit west of farm. And then plan C, which plan are they on? Maybe they're on plan F at the moment because they were running around like a chicken without their heads. Meanwhile, SCG knows exactly what they're going to be doing as Regnum Karya. Regnum Karya just taking their time, looting up everything that Rosshawk has to offer. And you were mentioning Boom Esports not really having to do much with the circle. I agree with you. I mean, at this point, they're going to have just so much time to be able to loot up, to be able to position themselves. And hopefully, the main thing, it comes down to positioning themselves in a great spot. Because if for some reason, we have seen it happen before, you could have 2 teams crashing on you and you don't want to be caught distracted.
Definitely not. Especially near center zone, right? That's when things get really hectic if another team's rotating by and you get third partied. So they'll have to really lock things in. Next, Ruya, the first team to actually make a rotation on their way in. Looking at the map right now, they're driving.
Why the fuck did my series just try to come up?
By the team of Rejects. Rejects still finishing up their split loot around farm. Next, Ruya definitely a little bit faster as, you know, they dropped off the plane before the likes of Rejects. And it looks like next Ruya will be taking up a position just north of the Rejects team you see right here on screen. We'll see where they end up. Right now, they're on the west side of Shelter on the hill. You know, right next to that road that divides the circle in half. And Rejects now finally done looting, and they're gonna make their first rotation into the zone too.
And Rejects looking another team that's gonna be looking to set themselves up, as we were just saying. They want those placement points. I'm gonna be looking at some of the other rotations too, as we do see Rejects here now finally getting into a much better position that we saw earlier. We see Alpha 7, at least from the map that we're able to see, and to kind of illustrate to all the viewers of which some of the other teams are rotating. Alpha 7 finally deciding to push there out of Georgeport, and they're going to be looking towards going north of Jasnaya, so a very wide rotation. But keep in mind, this team, Alpha 7, is usually familiar if they do end up getting to Lipovka. Lipovka used to be one of their dropping spots, at least last year, so they will be very familiar with all that terrain. And looking at the highlight here of Reject, not sure what that's going to be. What's going on here? Okay, they're just spotting somebody. They're getting some information. Are they wanting to go for this push? No. Do exactly what ISC and D+ were doing earlier. Just become good neighbors for the moment.
Yeah, it's also that the replay, you know, show his swift lean peeks. You know, that quick scope in, lean peeking left and right. I think the broadcast team heard, you know, is shouting out Rejects' mechanical skills. Definitely came into spades when they were doing those hot drops. But even then, you know, you see it right there. You don't just scope in and stay still and spot something out. You gotta jiggle left and right, even if you're just, you know, not under any pressure. You gotta keep those fingers warm. As another replay, or is this a replay? Shit, no, is this? No, I think this is live. It's happening. It's happening right now, 7.
It's live.
This is not a replay.
Just cuts?
Zebra Master on that rotation, and a lot of teams all rotating it now. Pretty much 4, 5 teams not rotating. That's it.
Is that a fine? That's a
rotating
fine, brother.
No,
oh, your money's gone, brother.
That's a fine, brother. You're not allowed to cuss as a caster, brother.
That's it. Decapitate him, brother.
Certain situations where they could definitely end up getting points, but just the decision.
All you hear is just Zutec choking in the background, and then the Zutec clone comes in.
Mentioning earlier, Nova
it's over for him, chat.
His bite gets better.
Wouldn't be mistaken if that
his bite gets better.
That we got a chance to see there.
Slightly different voice.
High Fives there at the top.
The clone couldn't perfectly do it.
Keep an eye on them in case for some reason High Fives decides to get a little bit spicy and sends it to them. But at this moment, It would be insane if we do end up seeing that. Usually they end up
Dude,
being
one
good neighbors.
dead.
They end up sticking
Pretty...
around until the later circles when they are
Where's
forced
that
to
shit?
fight each other.
Dude.
And 7, I love this first zone. It's because you can have so many different power positions right next to multitudes of other teams.
He's rusty,
and everyone's
dude.
just gonna be forced to become neighbors due to like the elevation differences, the coverage differences. I mean, look at these hillsides.
A7
and as
fighting
I say, friendly
S2G.
neighbors, Alpha 7. Well, they are not that, as they just take down 2 members of S2G just like that. Alpha 7 keeping the pressure on the lobby.
Saying 7 said, you know what? Everybody else be good neighbors.
Oh, look at
right
that
now,
zone.
we're gonna take control of this area, and yes, look at that zone. That's what I was wondering. So many teams
Jesus
were putting
Christ,
themselves
this
towards
zone
the
is
middle. You see at
wild.
the north, nobody was there, and now this is gonna be an absolute madness.
That's a
Trying to
fuck zone.
rotate in for IHC. I'm intrigued to see what IHC is gonna be doing, as they're gonna have a tough rotation. Maybe they could end up going all
How
the way
tall
to
am I?
wrap around there
I'm
in
like
the north.
6'3",
Let teams fight it out. We'll have
6'4".
to wait and see. As Death Wolves, I mean, Death Wolves is still a military base too. Some of these teams are just gonna have such a tough rotation.
Yeah, as an ex-competitive player, this is probably the zone I hate the most in Erangel. Like, these subsequent shifts are the worst because you have no scouting information to work with.
Yep.
Right down the middle is this giant mountaintop that you can't see over, so you're just gonna have to drive through blind.
Oh yeah,
and hope you
Zute's
don't get
mic just got
shot.
fixed.
But as you drive through, there's wizard towers here, wizard towers there, there's ridges there,
Yep,
ridges
the
here.
clone
There
came
could be a
in.
four-man
The clone
team
came
at
in after he
any
said
point,
shit,
so
chat.
it's just one of those rotations.
got
Chat, the
where you
clone
just
came in
gotta
with the better
juggle
mic. Valic
and
might
hope
have called
you
it,
do
bro.
your best. And a lot
Zute
of
is
these
dead,
teams, you can
guys.
see right
Zute
here.
is dead.
Yeah,
It's no
starting
longer him,
by,
boys.
That's Rejects right there getting shot at. I think Rejects have found, some ridge lines to work with. And they do indeed, but everyone else is still kind of
Probably,
moving in and about
GG,
this area.
Zute.
Yeah, and something else to remember with
nice
this
while
area,
you
at
were
least that we
here.
have seen in the past too. Yes, there is a lot of trees that can provide cover for you, but if you are driving around and
Chat.
you're driving over one of those ridges and you get stuck,
It's over.
it's pretty much bye-bye for you. We usually get teams eliminated so quickly.
I gotta go
if
to
we
this
do end
funeral
up
now.
crashing in situations like this, but right now you were mentioning Reject being able to position themselves in a good spot alongside Boom as well, and Death Wolves finally making it across the bridge, trying to find a good spot. A lot of these teams able to find a location and not having to fight, not wanting to fight if they don't have to. We're talking about good neighbors. Boy, this is the epitome of that, as a lot of these teams are just waiting to slow it down a bit, and Smoke Gaming, this is what I want to see out of this team. How is this team going to react? A bunch of misfits, a bunch of veteran players too out of Brazil. They've been here before in regards to maybe they haven't started off a tournament really, really well, but it's a completely different story here. This is a global event. Everything is on your, all the eyes are on you. The pressure is going to be on you as well. And can those veteran players that decided to band together come out and clutch it up and start changing their day here today? It's going to be a big ask for them, Sute.
Definitely so. And with only 2 points so far, they're going to need to put up a big one here. And this is not an easy zone for any of these teams. No matter where the circle goes at this point, unless if it falls right on top of you, there's going to be so much terrain, so many sight lines to work through. Definitely one of the most difficult circles here, as Iol gets taken out of his car by none other, of course, Paraboy, the long-range god, ripping him out of the vehicle. Iol will be able to get revived as some return fire out of the likes of IHC working well, knocking Paraboy in the next circle. I did not see this one coming. 7. Hard to the north, where there is almost no cover versus that south side that had all the cover in the world. Oh, man. I think this is a first for me, seeing the way these circles have shifted.
Yeah, if you hated that earlier circle, you're definitely going to hate this one, as now we're looking at IHC just taking the fight here to Nova Esports.
Wow.
And boy, they are taking good care of them, as
Damn,
now
Nova's
it's only
dead. It's
Order
only
being
Order
alive
up.
there for Nova Esports. Is he going to be able to survive? And at this point, I don't even know. He's more than likely going to end up backing away from this fight and just saying, sorry, guys, I'm not going to be able to pick you up. I'm going to have to let you be, as I want to secure at least some points. They don't want to have to back-to-back bad games there, as Paraboy and the rest of the squad, except for Order, ends up getting eliminated. Good push here by IC. IC saw an opening. I think we ended up seeing Demo OG was the player that ended up getting a beautiful off angle on them and ended up surprising them. Now we go over to Death Wolves. I was wondering how this push was going to be from Death Wolves, as they were coming from South Military Island, and right now, so far, it's not looking on the favor, as one of the players is knocked, but they are being able to trade there with Smoke Gaming.
Yeah, barely holding on right now. Smoke Gaming down to 2 players. We'll see if they're going to try and, be aggressive now. As, when you're down to 2 players in a zone like this, chances are you're not making into the next circles for placement point. So I do like...
Shit, I might have put Nova too high on the leaderboard.
To secure the potential elimination points instead. They already got 1 knock. Looking to confirm that point. He's going to drive right by, get that quick point. Yep, hop in the car and jet out of there because the return fire is underway. Looking to regroup back with his team, but both of these teams down to just...
Yeah, Nova is not doing that good, dude. 41% of y'all said they're going to get in first place.
You can tell why he was a little bit risky. Taking those risks for
they are first place.
That they can get because so far this match they have 2 points. The only problem is that only 2 players are
I'm gonna go get some water.
alive, and boy, we're just gonna continue to see crazy rotations, crazy fights.
Be back,
and I can't wait to see which teams are gonna be standing there when we get even to the stage 5, when we get to circle 6. No. Madness is gonna be going on as we are also seeing Zebra Masters taking the fight to IHC. Not sure where that is currently happening, but Zebra Masters is gonna be able to eliminate some of the IHC players. And here we go. We're going to be switching over to it. As Zebra Masters, only 1 player of theirs is knocked, but they were able to take care there of IHC, at least some of the players, and they're going to have to worry because Vampire Esports is trying to third-party this.
Yeah, IHC biting a bit more than they could chew right there, taking a fight with Nova, and then right into Zebra. Finally, they get a little bit disoriented as a team, and a couple of their members do go down. Of course, IHC still putting up a fight as they do knock 1 of the players, and Vampire may third-party this as a circle once again goes north again. And this whole time, it's actually been favoring 1 team and 1 team only with all these northern shifts. That is Alpha 7 sitting in now the God compound in a zone like this.
If there was ever a chance for Alpha 7 to get that back-to-back chicken dinner, 3 wins so far out of 4 matches, this would be, especially with the circles that they're currently getting, and we know the position, as you just mentioned, that they've been able to get in the past. Vampire Esports does end up third-partying this fight. They're going to be taking care there of that Zebra Masters player, and they're going to be looking to reposition themselves because they only have 3 players. They need to be careful. Zebra Masters ends up getting eliminated. IHC only 2 player alive now. It's going to be Godless and Rogue trying to reposition themselves and play it safe. Play it slow. Slow your roll down. Try to cover your angles because there's going to be so much third partying going on. We see on the elimination feed to Reject a bunch of other players from High Fives getting knocked. Madness going on. Madness going to ensue. As now we're going to be switching over here to Rolls of War and Regnum Karya. Regnum Karya trying to defend it. They're going to be coming in. It's going to be just 1 player of Rolls of War here. I mean... Sorry, Next Ruya. I was thinking about Regnum Karya for some reason, but it's actually going to be Next Ruya. 1 player alive. He's going to be throwing a nade in there. If that's going to be able to connect, he's going to knock 1 player. Switch it to the shotgun. Can he connect? He's missing some shots. He's going to switch to his other gun, the Scarl, and he's able to connect there, saving his life.
What the fuck did I just watch?
He needs to be careful. He needs to watch out for those angles because he could end up third partying, getting third party as well.
Yeah, that got a little bit awkward. Both players missing the shots, dancing left and right, trying to pull out the next weapon, but Next Ruya will come out on top, only losing 1 player, but they lost probably their biggest player so far for today. That is in the form of Z Wolf. But as a 3-man with the edge of zone, they could still work out a couple more points, looking to gatekeep now potentially the Vampire team that's knocking on their doorstep. And we do have Boom still with 4 players, 3 elims coming in from that southern side, working from uphill, downhill. You see one of their players driving by the Next Ruya players.
You can see Frenzy there trying to scout, but he needs to be careful because he's going to get picked off that buggy. That is going to be tough, and he was none other than Falcons. We haven't really been able to see much there out of Falcons. They're wanting to showcase their skills now. They're wanting to remind the people that we are here. We are here. We are a menace to reckon with. So be careful if you do end up passing us. I see everybody currently alive, and we've been talking about it. Team Falcons currently with 4 eliminations. They're going to be hopping out of this car, setting those smokes down, and seeing which teams are close by so they can start raining down some fire on them. Next, Ruya is going to be aware that Team Falcons is very close to them, and they're going to end up repositioning as more smokes, more grenades come over from Team Falcons.
You can see how proactive Falcons is. They come in, drop down smokes immediately, hear the audio cues of Next Ruya backing up a little bit, and before a word is even said, they get in their vehicles and move up once again, getting more and more ground. Falcons moving together as a unit. very cohesive, but the work's not done yet, as Nextruya did split up a little bit to provide some multitudes of angles of pressure onto the Falcons, trying to trap Falcons in, and it looks like it's working so far.
It definitely is working, and as we were seeing this fight, we're wondering what was going to happen with Vampire Esports. Well, guess what? Vampire Esports decided to go west, and right now it's working out wonders for them because they do have 2 players alive. We were also wondering what happened to Boom. Boom ended up getting eliminated by Alpha 7, so a lot of madness going on there. Meanwhile, Silas from Regnum Karya has 3 eliminations, but let's go over to Nextria Kind. We know what they're going to be going up against. They're going to be going up against Team Falcons. Team Falcons are going to be able to pick up that player that was knocked, and Nextruya is going to have to back off a little bit more now because there's only just 2 players. So those off angles that they were trying to get Sute didn't work out as well as they would have wanted them to.
I think that's the best they could do, though, in a 3v4. You got to risk it a little bit, but of course, Falcons, such a strong top-tier team. If they have the numbers advantage and if you let them work together as a team, it's not going to bode well, as one of them does get knocked, but Falcons probably get that revive and look to finish this fight out. They're going to need a really good nade out next Ruya. But, the good nade instead is from the... Icy! Icy gets one, but another return nade. He's got to go in at this point. He's the last member up. He's got to make the hero play. And, no, too late. The nades from Falcons, too strong.
Icy said, I hear you, Sute. I hear you hyping that man up. You know what? Let me just shut down that hype real quick because I would like to reset. I would like to continue to challenge this, and I would like to continue to collect these points. And they did just that. It was looking good, though, there for Nextruya. The off angle that one of the players did have, it ended up absolutely confusing Team Falcons. And now Team Falcons, remember, Vampire Esports, they knew which teams were going to be fighting here. They're going to be able to relocate themselves. Newsy is going to be taking off some shots to Team Falcons. Action is going to get eliminated.
Wow.
And here comes the push from Team Falcons now onto Vampire Esports. A lot of third party in here going on. And Vampire Esports reacted to that so well because, remember, it seemed like they were going to continue to go on the west and maybe go for a weird wraparound, but they heard all this fight and they said, we could possibly get some points here. And they end up working on their way, but now it's going to be a 3v2.
That 1 point steal from Mafioso, way downrange, you can see there in the distance, was actually might have been pivotal. Because the only team that I would say could really challenge Alpha 7 would be the Falcons as a 4-man, but now they're down to 3. So that was a big pickup for the likes of Alpha 7. And it also slows the Falcons down enough to the point where maybe Vampires can even win a 2v3 against them.
Vampires could. The only problem is that Reject is on the horizon. Reject now wanted to see if they could possibly get into the action. I think they realized that this might be a bad spot. So you know what? Let's end up backing up out of this. And the circle is going to be closing in. These teams are going to end up figuring out if they can continue on this fight or if they're going to end up backing up. As they'll close in about 18 seconds.
About to win another game.
Top looking to see if maybe Rejects was going to be trying to flank around them. Rejects still not sure. Yeah. I know they hear those vehicles.
Hey, Falcons doing better, chat. See? Falcons will catch back up. And they win it.
Next circle is going to be like, as it's going to be closing in about now. Who's it going to favor? Is it going to continue to favor their Alpha 7? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Alpha 7 is still going to be in the zone, and these two teams are still going to barely be in the zone with Vampire Esports having at least one.
The Giant Shoe is 6 minutes ahead. The game finished there. Yeah, well, don't spoil for us.
These circles. They may be sharing the zone in the next zone, but they know there can only be one up here. And Vampire with that opening knock, Newsy's getting close.
The Mongolian teams are fighting their way back up to the top.
But no, he's going to keep going.
4th and 5th
he's
right
not
now.
scared. The DBS in hand. He finds the second. Now a 1v1
Let
situation. Schweppes versus Icy. Icy with the nades. But Rejects with the timely third party. Icy will pop up. Might get both of them in the back, so UMP in hand. Icy 1v2. Rejects is good, though. Rejects will finish that out. And Rejects making the decisive decision to take take this high ground.
Dude, the IHC and Falcons are consistent teams, bro. Give them time, give them time.
Able to surprise these players as they were focusing.
They think they're coming in clutch.
Vampire Esports currently with 4 eliminations, and Reject now with 3 eliminations, shooting at the boxes. Okay, I mean, this is the first time you guys see each other, if I'm not mistaken, but to start doing that right now, relax. Okay, relax a little bit. That was I was not expecting that there out of Reject, Sute.
I mean, I think that's just a way for Rejects to hype themselves up, right? Keep up their mental. Just like anytime you eliminate anybody, just shoot their box and be like, I'm better. And honestly, Rejects with such a poor start on Sandhawk, I mean, that confidence, it's working. They're putting up the points. They're getting into the late game. And Valiccc has been a team that has always struggled on a global stage. So maybe what they really need is that confidence to just keep them going and shooting loot boxes. Hey, if that's what works, that's what works.
You sold me. Yes, if that's what works, go for it. I won't be surprised anymore. Now I know what to expect there from Valiccc. As we do have IC. IC was able to finish off the last player there from
We need A7 to win
Esports,
this tournament, though.
as Valiccc does end up backing up. And meanwhile, I'm also trying to keep an eye on what some of the other teams are doing.
If
because we have
A7
had a
win this
couple
tournament,
teams trying to
it's
push
amazing
towards Alpha 7, and
for
Alpha 7 just
Brazil,
keep
Latam,
getting
and NA
angles to
teams.
being able to defend
So we need A7
that
to win
area,
this
that
tournament.
compound where they currently are perfectly, and on top of that, being aware of where all the other fights are
true.
going on. As you can see, those shots
Because
are going to be coming in from Alpha 7. So Valiccc having to
winning
hit the floor,
region,
keep on throwing those smoke grenades
their
and hoping that
PMSL
they stay
gets
alive
an
a little bit
extra
longer and
slot
hoping that
for the
Alpha
World
7
Cup.
stops shooting at them,
So
because
there'll
Regnum
be,
Karya
instead of
is
4
also
teams
going to
going
have
to the
eyes
World
on
Cup
them.
from PMSL Americas, there'll be
And
5
that
teams.
is Regnum Karya that gets the knock right there.
If
Zoom A7.
And no smoke. The smoke wearing out. Ragey actually going up. Maybe he thought the smoke would last a little bit longer. Definitely don't blame him for trying to get that revive, because having 2 players up there would be pivotal if they want to make it further into this match. Now, their fate really just decides or depends on where the circle shifts. I don't think Doilo will be able to get revive. You can see right here Regioso with no smoke, so he's not going to be able to provide any smokes. And Regnum just eyes locked dead onto the rejects, denying that revive, really wanting to confirm the point as well. And oh, somehow he has crawled over. I don't know how. It looked like they had everyone's eyes trained on that tree, but they will get the revive.
They got so lucky right there. Regnum Karya decided, you know what, we're just going to stop shooting at you guys. We're going to start focusing
Bro,
on
there's
something else.
actually
And he
no
was
way
able to make that crawl to
A7
his
is gonna
teammate.
win another
And they
game.
are going to be able to get that reset right there for Valiccc, as now they have 2 players up. And we're going to be switching over to this fight. This is what I've been wanting to see. I mean, if there was, we mentioned it earlier too. As soon as you saw it, you said if there was ever a time for Alpha 7 to win, I mean, this is it.
Horrible.
They got so blessed with the circles, and they continue to get blessed. But the good thing that I'm enjoying out of Alpha 7 here is that they're continuing to be proactive. They're continuing
Red
to take the
miso
fights
rice
to other people.
ramen
They're
noodle
continuing
soup.
to be aware of where everybody is
Ew, that
rotating
sounds
and making sure they
disgusting.
make their lives a little bit more difficult, as they are trying to make their lives a little bit more difficult here to Regnum Karya. You
This
see
is
the shot
absolute
there coming
trash.
down from Carrillo, but hopefully they don't get.
I'm
a little
never
bit
getting
too
this one
tunnel
again,
vision
dude. Holy
with
shit.
what's going on there?
This is what happens when you try to do things, chat. Don't try to do things.
Are you like? Are you one of
No.
those people that are still gonna
Because
get
I
it?
see still
Okay.
alive. and we do
I'm
have
throwing
other
this away.
players still
I'm about to
alive
go
as well.
make the other
I think,
suit,
though, at
dude.
this point,
Ah.
everybody else in the lobby realizes that's probably
Don't
a
try to do
4-man
things, chat.
squad
Stick
at
to
the
what you know.
compound. We're basically just fighting for second.
Trying to do
place
things
at
is
this
bad.
point. We see shots raining back, but even if they get a knock, I mean, no one. You
Oh,
can't
it's
push
disgusting.
this. You just can't. You cross out into the open, allowing for every other team to shoot at you.
Bro, I love
crash
getting
into the
miso soap when I
compound,
go to
so
restaurants,
shooting
bro.
at you,
It's so
and then
good, but
immediately
like,
get met,
why do I think
against
those are gonna be
Alpha
good here?
7. Yeah, I think Alpha 7's
And ramen noodles
God
form, you
complex
fucking
here is
weirdo.
pretty much impenetrable, and everyone else.
I'm
is
special
gonna
ed,
look
chat.
to get elimination
I'm
points
doing that
onto
again.
each other and fight for that second place spot now.
That's exactly what they were going to be
Who
doing.
won't
Something
winning?
I wanted to
A7.
mention, I mean,
This team
if
right
there
here.
was ever a time
They're
to
America's
see
team.
how confident Alpha 7 is, we got a chance to see it just now. Revo, even though he wasn't full health, I think he had about maybe 25 left. He was still ego peeking them. He was saying, Regnum Karya, I mean, peek me.
Sky, come
I'm
VC
okay,
with
I'm
us.
comfortable
Watch with
where
us.
I'm currently at.
I can stream it
And
in
this is
Discord.
why, as Mafioso is now going to be taking on some shots there to Regnum Karya, being able to knock those players. And I wonder if this is the chance for some of the other teams behind them to possibly try to get a better angle on Alpha 7 and try to third party this fight. While 77K in this little broken shack right here, trying to stay alive. Rejects trying to figure out what they're going to be doing. And honestly, this is just, as you were mentioning, it is just such a tough spot for all of the other teams. They just need to hope they get the timing
Alpha
right.
7
and the
has
Alpha
a
7
fucking
forgets about them and they
43%
focus fully on
win
Regnum Karya. But it's easier said than
rate
done.
right now.
As Alpha 7, you can see
Let's
Mafioso
win
there,
chance
now
to win
being
this
able to
game.
spot some of the players from IHC.
They're actually gonna
and
win
soon,
3
more than likely
games
gonna be
of
spotting some of the
4.
players from
Or
Reject as
3.
well.
They're gonna win 3 matches in 4
Regioso
games.
just made
That's insane.
Hail
Invite,
Mary.
um,
Look at where he is right now.
Move to the other server,
He
Valley.
ran on
All right.
foot
To the hub.
from the open where Duelo is down to that little divot past Mafioso's eyes. So, I mean, that puts him in a great spot. That might even be the spot to get him a... Wait, no. Every team is in this next zone already.
Yep.
It's going to go to stage 9. and all the other teams basically will be on the edge of the zone, meaning I think they all kind of have to go in almost at the same time against the likes of Alpha 7. So your guess is as good as mine as for who's going to get second place. As for who's getting first, I have a strong belief that it is going to be Alpha 7, yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. I was looking at. I continue.
Oh my God,
You
Reggie
never know.
shit
Ray
on
Joseph, you were
Marglin.
talking about the magical push that he was able to do earlier. Well, guess what? He makes McGrillen sit down, and that's going to be a bit of a tough pickup there for Alpha 7, as now they're not going to be able to cover all their angles. Now is the time for everybody else that's been trying to get a little bit closer, get center of the circle to reposition and cover their backs too, as Alpha 7 now has to focus on that pickup, needs to stop looking at stuff. But meanwhile, Rebel staying his eyes focused, his eyes are locked in on what some of the other teams were going to be doing, on what IHC was going to be doing, as he was able to knock one of the players. McGrillen does end up getting picked up, and with that amazing knock there by Rejoso, it opens up the door to Reject to now end up surprising a little bit more of Alpha 7. The only problem for Reject here is look where IHC is located.
I mean, I think IHC shouldn't be their biggest concern because Alpha 7's going to push out first into Rejects potentially. IHC is going to be just crossfired from Alpha 7 and the likes of Regnum Curry on the north side. So this is an all-out brawl now as the circle is closing in. That's a big knock. That's good for the likes of Rejects. Now Alpha 7 don't have a full four-man pushing into them. And Rejects will survive with one. IHC still alive.
Holy
Godless
shit,
on
bro.
the backside. He knows a Rejects member is somewhere in this field. And we're down to 3 teams. Godless jumping up and down, trying to peek over the top of the smoke. Regioso just trying to survive and get that second place. As Alpha 7, well, they're in no rush. They get that reset. They're back up to 4.
There's no way Alpha 7 loses.
4, and they know that Regioso is going to be close by. They know that player, the last player from IHC, is going to be keeping an eye out too. Here we go, Carrillo with that Groza on hand. Can he end up fighting Regioso? A lot of smokes going through. Regioso, if he keeps playing it like this, he could end up surprising them even more. But the good thing for Alpha 7 is that they've been able to spot him.
He sees him?
As Carrillo ends up knocking him. Here we go, Alpha 7 now trying to go for the back-to-back 3 wins.
This is who NA has to play against?
McGrillen gets knocked by Godless. And here comes the other push.
Fuck, good luck, guys.
Have Rebel there in front of them. Here come the shots. Is he going to be able to clutch up? It
was he has to play against these guys.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Why does NA ever make it to Worlds? Because we have to go against Brazil, bro. Like,
we go against the best.
shit.
We go against the best fucking region in our international stage to get to fight to go to globals. Like,
I mean,
I didn't even see that guy spectator POV, bro. Holy fuck.
Some sort of Alpha 7 apparel.
They won 3 games in 4 matches.
This is
Holy
it. This is their
shit.
chance.
They're
Wait,
75 win rate.
75? Fuck.
75% win rate in the battle royale is fucking insane.
Wait, so what is this? Wait, so like, is this regionals or?
Like, I don't mean
this is Worlds.
Holy fuck.
This is first Worlds.
This is Worlds Finals.
This big of a lead early on into the tournament.
Where's Nova?
But they've had that first
Getting
race
shit
before
right
the tournament has
Fuck.
finished.
A7 are running the show right now, bro.
This is only day 1. This is still extremely early over the course of the 3 days.
You don't want to be the bearer of bad news? Well, guess what? I'll be a bit of a historian because you are absolutely
Jesus
right. Alpha
Christ,
7 has
bro.
never had a start like
So like,
this.
there's no way that they lose at this point. How many games is
To
that?
the point that they're able to get 3
18.
games in just 4
18?
matches. But they have had the
Yeah.
lead before, and they have
Jesus.
conceded the lead too in the day 3 whenever it matters the most. So we'll see if they can actually keep up with this top
This is day 1.
performances. They just need to be consistent. And the good thing though here is that they were blessed by the circle. They need to.
First Seven is not the best team in the world.
What
Fuck
just
you,
happened in the
fucking
last
DJ
match.
Call
But not
BP,
only
the
that,
good
they
team
took
when they won
full
3 games
advantage
in
of
the
it,
first
and
day
they
of
ended
the
up
guy.
with 12 eliminations.
Dude, A7, they're cooking everyone, bro.
Yes,
Trust
they
me.
did, but it's time to go to an interview. Let's take it on over to the main stage.
Jesus, man. That's it. They're like easy top 3 right now.
Em São Paulo, eu tô aqui com o Mafioso que tá sendo saudado por toda a torcida brasileira presente aqui na Arca. Muito feliz depois desse quarto mapa.
There's no way they're not top 3 by the end of this tournament.
Queria te perguntar
They're gonna have too big of a lead.
que vocês chegam aqui no campeonato.
No, they don't win it.
Tem concretizado cada vez mais.
No, they can. No, there's still a lot of games left, but they're easy top 3 now. I feel like.
No, yeah, they could.
We've already won like a third of the games.
No, Regnum Kari is pretty good this game. So they'll still be like they'll only be like 10 points ahead of Regnum Kari.
No, they got like a 30-40 point cushion now. So like they can definitely lose that cushion, and other teams can catch up. But I don't think they're dropping below like top 3. They're too consistent to drop below the top 3.
Que são campeões mundiais, assim, coisa que você já fez no ano passado, vocês foram muito bem no Mundial do ano passado. Como é que você se sente aqui, principalmente enfrentando a IHC nesse fim desse último mapa?
All I know
eu me sinto honrado a saber que
if they win this tournament, if they win this tournament,
esses times aí que são os melhores do mundo.
They definitely
Mas a
get
gente
some
também
push,
treina
bro.
muito para isso. E
Yo.
não vamos ficar com medo deles, vamos para cima.
You're not wrong, but.
I guess how do they feel about basically
Valic, bro, you should come play Valorant, bro. We'll have like a fresh start, you know.
Hey, you wanna play Valorant after this is over, Sky?
Yeah, sure, I'm
Let's
done.
go. I bet.
Oh wait,
You teach me how to play the game.
You guys are silver?
Yeah.
I guess I'm silver. I still have my place.
We'll see. We'll see.
Alright, bet. You hard carry us out.
You weren't hard carrying me in Overwatch. Not bad. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
That was, yeah. Don't disrespect like that. We have the bots. I had the bots. I streamed it all. Don't make me go back in the bots.
A gente tá jogando ali, tá sempre escutando eles aplaudindo nós. Quando a gente mata alguém, a gente consegue escutar no fone. E eu sinto muito honrado em fazer parte desse time.
Bro, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. The only reason I don't wait till I'm 18 and go and play COD-M or something, right? It's like
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna force myself to play Valorant.
Because even
So that way I
these
can get ready for
fucking
Valorant.
Brazilians in COD-M too. Have you seen them?
Yeah,
They're like
because
they're on phone. They're aiming with their index finger. It's we can't compete.
You play Warzone 06? No, I didn't like Warzone Mobile.
Index finger. I aim with my index finger.
Tô aqui no meio da torcida da
No, but you use gyro. It's different.
O pessoal tá enlouquecido. Eu tô aqui com essas duas lindas que são
Like
CEO
just
da
full.
Alpha
Every
Center,
single
com a
movement's
Feta,
done with
com a
index.
Bianca,
It's like
meninas que trabalham incrível
Yo,
que
the
vocês
girl
vão
on the
fazendo
left.
junto com a organização.
Damn!
Gente, eu tô muito rouca. Hoje ainda é o primeiro dia, então vou tentar me esforçar pra falar
The
aqui
girl on
com
the
vocês.
left, far
Mas
left.
é um prazer
She's
Why does
so
she
bad.
sound like that though?
com toda essa torcida
They're
linda da
Brazilian.
Alpha
They're speaking
7.
Portuguese, bro.
Várias pessoas.
but
The
she
girl on the
sounds-
right
she
used
sounds
to
like
follow me on
distressed.
Instagram until my Instagram got banned.
Why'd your Instagram get banned, 6?
They got mass reported or something. Oh, so the exact wording it used was impersonation of person.
What?
And it
Wait,
said,
really?
Yeah, and I was impersonating Brandon Cole Patterson, which is myself. And I said in my ID and all that shit, my password ID, and it wouldn't let me get unbanned.
Damn.
It's just
That's kind of fucked.
So like, you know, I got banned for being me.
I thought somebody launched an attack on you.
They botted it, bot spam, bro.
Yep.
They got me, brother. They got me.
Like, see, like you'll never see North America do this. No one's chanting for us.
We don't got lands.
Cause we
Real.
fucking suck.
We don't got an established team.
And every world's in like a different region. It's
Hey,
never
lock
like NA.
lock in, Valic. It's
And
time.
boy, oh boy, even
Trust
though
me,
I
trust
have
me.
no
I swear to
idea
God.
what was just said, I can just feel the passion. I
if we
can
get
just
this
feel the
fucking
happiness.
award.
I wouldn't be surprised if come tomorrow, if Alpha 7 continues
Dropping
on
out
this
of
trend,
school?
we're gonna have some samba dancers. It's gonna turn into a carnival, Hot Jukes.
Hot damn, at the end of this, we're gonna hear an interview.
Alright,
from
Scott,
every
which
single
character am I
one
playing?
of
What's the
Alpha
character that
players.
requires like the
Just
least
to
gun skill
save,
with most
I mean,
brain?
you can just hear the interviews, right? The
Raise.
crowd.
I don't even know if I say
No,
just,
Phoenix.
just
Phoenix
no
is
least.
play.
If we go
Phoenix
least
is
gun
easy.
skill,
Phoenix is easy.
I think we throw you on like an initiator. Let's get you on Silva or something.
Yeah, you
If
get
you're
yeah,
an
don't
Silva?
we're
fan
or
owner, I
you
mean,
can play
these
like a
guys are
cipher.
just
He can play in the
on
back.
Yeah,
You
no,
have
you can.
cams.
Yeah, you can
And
play
as much as
Cypher.
we are hyping them up, I mean,
Cypher's fire.
Yeah,
You get to
said it
lurk on
earlier,
Cypher
yeah.
basically.
This
You're not
team
gonna be
has
playing a
done well
duelist.
before,
You're
but they need to
No.
make sure when
Not
it
in
comes
PC
down to
or
it, when it
mobile,
comes
brother.
down to day 3, they
But
continue
I don't
to
know.
I feel like
outperform
I
you're
just
good
wanna-
at
That's gonna be
Cypher.
the
I
big
want to play
difference.
Cypher, like,
whoever whoever everyone will play on mobile.
All right, basically your duelist is in PUBG who you would drop the M4 to, right? I think.
Not just the players. We're interviewing.
Right. That's
And I would take and I would take the scar.
So basically, basically when you have like coops or something, that's your duelist because you're dropping him the M4.
Is your main fragger.
Yeah.
And then your initiator is the guy that
the building at this
just
point.
Is throwing well, I mean, is throwing util to support your fragger.
No.
It's like the smoke guy has more of the smokes.
Well, no, then there's actual like controller who throws smokes. Like there's someone who's designated, literally just has smokes. Usually Omen, who has the most busted blind in the game.
Time to win it. I mean,
he just has like this big ass blind he can like throw through walls and shit.
Territory. We said it from the beginning. Alpha 7 on home turf.
You'll see,
this
bro.
This is when they need to get it done. But look at the point standings. They're not.
I think China's been playing Valic for like 2 years, like in secret.
Yeah, I thought they'd be further ahead, but they're not.
Let me do the math real quick. 16 points. 16 points separate each other from first and second place.
Crazy thing to say.
See, I'm with you, City. I felt like I would expect a lot more, especially with what they've been able to do. But that's crazy. Props to Regnum Karya for being able to put up.
We're a sniper in mobile. I'm cooking people, dude.
With only one chicken dinner.
Both of y'all. I'm about to get
bro, you're gonna
op. Both of y'all's mouths. I swear.
I'm definitely just spamming that every single game in rank.
You're gonna get the entire country of Brazil. Right? Come on. I mean, this is a legendary start. I mean, this is what they've been waiting for, right? They've been waiting to get
I'm gonna be cooking people with the gyro.
I think they already have the watch on their wrist. At this point, it's just 2 more days to just put that clasp on, right? I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start. I will say it is scary that they have 3 chicken dinners and it's still this close. But man, I mean, there's still a lot more action left to go. It's really up to see how they finish.
And the crazy part too is that some of the other stuff that we didn't get a chance to see because we were just so focused there on Alpha 7 and how they finish off this fight, right? Even during the match ranking, I ended up seeing Team Falcons. I think they
what character can I off on PC?
Point. If Team Falcons Rebel,
you can go
MVP,
Chamber, Jet, you can even Reyna up. Those are all like duelist roles. I mean,
the ego peaks that you were given
in like actual team play though, you can op on anything, but just in ranked and shit, you don't want to really like op on a character you don't have a way to get out.
They're going to start shooting up that leaderboard as well. And on top of that, if Regnum Karya can continue consistent, like with the way that they've been doing, Alpha 7, I mean, they're going to have to stay even more consistent. They're going to have to continue to get this fights because Alpha 7 one match that they actually
I'm the lead support man, so like, fuck it, I can Sage.
Regnum Karya, on the other hand,
we got
they've been able to get points no matter what.
Alright,
sure they put up the
Sage, you just getting the heal every time.
I got to agree with all those points. And another couple things I want to throw in. IHC.
I'll spam Sage, dude. I can get the pockets from the E-boys and shit.
They were down to 2 players pretty early on.
No, you would
the
be the
west
one
side.
giving the
Nova.
pocket.
They took a really aggressive fight against
that's what I said.
They got 1 knock onto Paraboy.
You said you're getting the pocket from E-boys.
No, I said I'm giving you that.
Order had to run away. They got into another fight and went down to 2, but they secured a 2nd place finish.
Bro, this guy on the left, he played one of the R6 Mobile Invitationals. He was carrying the fuck out of Monarch.
So they are not out of the woods by any means yet.
Adam played the Invitational. Dude, he had like 10 kills. Monarch had like 2. It was funny as fuck. We were just feeding him though. We were just feeding him.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Alpha 7 did have a tough rotation.
I gotta find the VOD.
It was good to see how quickly they rotated out of George. And remember, that's something that we were mentioning, how quickly they were able to rotate. Because that's a team that last year, they would get a little bit too comfortable. They would rather be taking fights in the blue zone. So to see that big change now from Alpha 7, this is the new Alpha 7. The roster is different. McGrillen is in here now. So, I mean, anything could happen here. The only thing is,
Valic, did you guys like play on the phone that they're using?
I'm the biggest Alpha 7 fan
out
there, but I guess I'm just pinching myself. I'm trying to tell myself, calm down a little bit, lower your hopes, buddy. You have been disappointed before, and you don't want to get those hopes up and then get super hyped up, and then boom, crashes and explodes.
I'll tell you what, the
chat is
just all Alpha 7. As a matter of fact, Harshad.
What do you mean they're dog shit?
Alpha 7 is doing so good.
They're dog shit for PUBG Mobile. Like in PUBG Mobile, it does. They're
not optimized.
Not optimized at all. Yeah.
Oh shit.
The iPhones are way better than everything else.
You know what? I'll give it to them. That's fair. I feel like.
That's why like all the PUBG Mobile people have like the iPhones and not any Androids.
I'll give that to them. Vampire, don't be mentioning Vampire though. You know what's gonna happen. Vampire is gonna possibly start showing up again. I mean, the thing is that we have so many good teams that so far now haven't been able to perform. Now for Nova, I was getting a little bit scared there after those 2 matches in a row that were bad. And then once again, Nova not being able to put up those points there in that last match, Hot Juice. I'm not going to say we're going to hit the panic button. It's not why esports after all, right? They're not going to be changing anything. They're going to be sticking to what they do. But at what point do we like get a little bit, you know?
You know, I was looking at the people. The people were talking about Nova. They were starting to ask questions. You know, like, is this the same Nova? You know, that we've seen before. I seen some people say,
"Is it the same Nova?"
That Nova. This is the same Nova, but this is a totally different, you know, play style. Different.
It is
teams,
like
different. You know, meta.
their hard carries are still on the team. They just lost their IGL and they turned one of their hard carries into the IGL.
Paraboy or no Paraboy?
Orders
fucking
IGL and
once this team starts firing on all cylinders, I mean, we could see
Wait,
performance from
they
there.
lost Jimmy.
Paraboy didn't play 2023 at all.
Questions about
Nova.
Nova.
He played.
Different Nova.
He missed the last split that qualifies them to Worlds, so that's why they weren't in Worlds.
And their IGL, the one that kind of
like
formed
the
the entirety of the way Nova plays,
games.
Jimmy, right? He's no longer part of the roster, so. And I can see why they replaced Jimmy, because Jukes mentioned it. It's like a different meta nowadays. It's not like the meta of old. It's a bit more aggressive, and you have to take more fights. And Jimmy's playstyle was a bit more, like overall his IGL style is a bit more, you know, rotation oriented, and that just won't cut it. But still, when you take out the IGL that's been IGLing your team for like 4+ years, it is going to hamper the way you guys play, and it's going to take some time to kind of remesh everything together. And we see that right now, I think, with Nova.
Yeah, that's exactly what we could be seeing too. They could be getting adjusted to the heat of Brazil. But make sure, you know, if you're able to, get your hands on that Realme 12 Pro Plus. It elevates your photography experience with 120 zoom, 20 times zoom. That's right, support zoom. And not only that, performance in game.
How to be a portrait master.
Stones kind of looks sick though, you can't lie. It's kind of dope.
The commercials always look fire.
Yeah, the commercials always look fire. Then you touch the phone and it's a fucking plastic piece of shit.
No, but like how on the back you can like turn the cameras to zoom. I'm just talking to like every day. That's kind of sick.
It's also fucking useless. You can just zoom on the phone.
You're right.
Yeah, you just fucking
but it's fucking cool, okay?
Dude, I literally told my chat this the other day.
It's not practical at all.
It's not practical, but it's dope.
Phones are gonna get to the point where the whole back of the phone is gonna be one big ass camera.
IHC, we saw what they were able to do there. Suits that you were mentioning.
We're going back to a brick phone, dude. It's just like a mega camera in it.
Now 2 scenarios back to back for
I don't even
IHC.
use my
what
camera
could
that
happen
often, bro.
if you actually had all those 4 players alive? And I'm hoping that at some point for IHC, we will end up getting that answer.
God, put the camera on someone else, though.
With 2, and they dropped
down.
just
won the game.
3 out of 4
Hey, I won
games.
2 those motherfuckers. I won 2 fucking Mafioso and Carrillo
But
in
just
America's
imagine a
last split.
scenario where they rack up those
Hey, like 4 years ago, I won before them.
keep all 4 into the late game. That's not just a chicken
Bro, they're
potential for them.
so
That
hard
is a
to kill.
chicken
It's insane.
and a lot. Probably a record amount for this
Back in my
tournament
day,
in particular coming out of IHC.
I made
So
those
we'll
guys
see
my
if that happens.
bitches.
Another team that we saw during the teams to watch, Hot Jukes. Team
Silas
Falcons,
is
you heard
actually
me
hard
talking about there
carrying this
earlier.
team
They
right now,
just
bro.
need to have those placement points. I mean,
This guy right here.
Yeah,
Silas.
he's cracked.
23
He won
points,
Worlds
and out of those
2
23
years ago.
points, only 5 are from placement point. And the next one after that 4th place has 10 placement points in the next 3. So we need
He's
to
fucking
see
MVP right now.
continue with the
He's the
elimination,
whiz.
but let me see those placement points as we are looking at the elimination leaders.
Yeah.
No,
Silas
hell.
leading the charge right there. I mean, Regnum Karya are definitely a team you got to watch your eye on.
Yeah,
I'm not too
Z-Wolf
worried
had
about
8 kills in
Falcons
1
yet,
game,
considering those placement
by the
points.
way.
I
And so
think
he's
they
had
just
0
gotta
the
win that right game,
all
right?
3 of the other games.
Perfect
1
place
hit
where they get
wonder,
the
bro.
zone and they get the
This
obvious
guy
plays, just like an
sucks.
Alpha 7 did in that last game. I
I'm
think
not
if
gonna
the
lie,
Team
8
Falcons
kills
get
in
in
one
that
fucking
position,
game in this
we're gonna
global
see him get a
tournament.
chicken dinner with a
That's
ton
kinda
of points. It
impressive.
just hasn't happened yet. So
Yeah, it is.
I'm happy
And
to
then he
see
dropped
teams that
zeros.
even though they're
Donuts,
not
3
getting
more
those
games in.
crazy pop-off games, they're still getting consistent points regardless.
No
For
consistency.
next 3, I'm looking at T-Wolf. Am I right, boys? Didn't he get those 8 eliminations in just 1 match? So you're telling me all those eliminations only...
Dude,
came
chat,
from
holy
1
shit,
point?
my game knowledge is insane.
Hawk or Ariel? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm talking about before they're talking about, dude. I would be goated to
It
casting.
just goes to show, if one player could pop off that hard in 1 game, imagine, you know, the team popping off. So Regnum Karya, definitely a team to be wary about. And we saw in the point spread, right? Alpha 7 has 3 chicken dinners, and Regnum Karya is not even that far behind. So this team has been putting in work, and special shout outs to Silas right now, leading that team with the 12 elimination points and just doing great work for the team.
Yeah, 12 elimination points out of the 26 that team has. And if we go by what Regnum Karya was able to do in the prelims, even though this is a completely different lobby with higher quality teams out there, keep in mind,
do you think Warzone was on the Apex New State route?
In Miramar, and they
I think Warzone's just very badly optimized.
Were able to back it up with eliminations as well. So even though we are so hyped out, we are in such a high that Alpha 7 does have those 3 wins. Like we were mentioning, they're pretty much so close that all Regnum Karya needs to do is for Alpha 7 to have one bad game. Regnum Karya gets a chicken dinner, and even though Alpha 7 does have those 3 chicken dinners, they will more than likely end up passing them there on the overall.
Oh man, it's totally possible at this point. You can just start seeing the pressure start to ramp up as we're gonna start heading into the Miramar. Okay, we haven't talked about so much about this map change. What do you think's gonna happen here?
Well, based on the way the games have been playing out, with just how well the top teams are playing.
Top needs to start performing, bro.
It is. I think it's going to be a little bit more circle reliant. And when I say that, I mean like even if
Trojans
you're
on
the
his
best
desk
team in the world on a map like Miramar, you get one little bad shift, and you have to fight into another top tier team. That top tier team is going to win it. And I feel like all the top tier teams are just performing at max capacity right now. So it's going to come down to a little bit more of rotations and circles, I think, than ever before in other previous tournaments.
Talking about max capacity, talking about some surprises as well. This team, Rose of War, I mean, we have seen them take the fight there to some of the top teams as well and being able to come out on top. But currently, when we end up looking at the overall, they're just sitting in 11th place. So it's not good enough that they are able to win some fights here and there, as we saw them pridefully just showing that Mexican flag. And this is what they're fighting for. Not only just the money. Look how
I wonder who takes the trophy home.
That trophy looks like. I wish we were there. I wish I could take a picture with it. But you know what?
This is their gaming house.
Speaking of beautiful,
that's right. Don't they have a house and a chef?
That we all look
Someone
good
say
today,
that.
Pretty sure like
A7.
They all live together.
Pretty sure like 90% of these teams all live together.
A7 has a fucking compound where like the owners, their managers, all live together.
Team are doing exactly what they need to do.
We don't have that. We don't got that nay.
There's a WoW map
chicken dinner here in
Alpha
match
7's
5 in the first
in
Miramar of this main event Pmgo
fucking
24 Brazil. Boy, if Regnum Karya
Bunch of fucking warrior daddies.
Oh my god, Pubg.
There's only been 4 matches in Pmgo finals,
I think it's gonna
and
have to
A7's
start
won 3 of them.
happening.
GG. Alright, goodbye, guys. Yeah, I don't even know watch no more.
Can't wait to go against them in Americas, huh?
Things up
so fun.
Big time and
Nah, but America's is harder, so they ain't gonna do that good.
I know
Wait, what?
America's is harder, bro. There's fucking
America's is harder than this?
No. No, it's not.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of Brazilian teams in this tournament that didn't even make it to the finals, that did not qualify to this, because they placed bad. So like, this is way harder than Americans. This is very competitive, but like, it's
you
not.
got Royals of War here, so.
Yeah, they somehow got it here. They've made it over NGX though, so they're better than NGX. Like,
well, NGX has
wait,
3,
NGX, isn't that
and ROW does not have 3.
Again.
Yeah, they didn't qualify by 5 points.
So we'll see.
Notice how all of these teams does not have Freak in their roster. That's how they made it.
This is gonna get crazy. IHC seem to be pretty close to another team.
I'm taking a massive dookie right now.
Yeah, and I really hope that reject with what you were talking about there. I hope that they don't end up
Yep.
dropping, because that last match, whenever they didn't end up getting any hot drops, they got to focus a little bit more on the circle, on the zone, as we do end up seeing here the circle going towards the southeast of the map. I'm hoping.
Dude, what is with DK fighting off drop every single game, bro?
Hey, this is troll now.
Points, 3 eliminations. That's what you want to
Nah.
see. We were talking about this. IHC is gonna have
Who the
D+E
fuck
a
is
very, very
Rogue?
close block.
No, this Rogue
And
guy's
this
about to
could
get
be
fucked.
another hot drop.
Alex gonna play today.
Yeah, we saw what happened with them
I
earlier.
hear him.
Nova Esports. Nova was able to do very.
There's some
very quick
fucking
work
sawed
of
off.
them.
It's chilling.
I'm sure.
Oh, it is.
Gonna be looking to make
Wait,
a
hold
difference.
up. Wait.
so easy.
Flip of the century?
Quite reject, but it's going to be against one of the top teams in the
Who the
world.
fuck are these players?
As they were the top team in the
if
world
Alpha 7 does good this match,
looking to put
such a big
another belt around their waist. It's going to be tough. The Alpha 7 starting out so strong, but it ain't over yet. There's still 2 more days left to get played, folks. So make sure you set your alarms bright and early.
Dude, DK picked up randoms, dude. Who the fuck is Sky and Rico, man?
Yeah, they dropped.
You can see Nobu just has
two of their members.
Just has that regular pistol shotgun right there.
They dropped
It's pretty good.
Demo OG back there. I
got
a chance to see an M249. So if for some reason something does end up happening here, he's gonna have a great spot. Meanwhile, also ended up having just a Mac, and now what? Guess what? We're talking about the consistency. They're currently gonna be getting to a fight here with Death Wolves. They're gonna be able to knock one player, but we are jumping into this fight, and Regnum Karya is already down 1 player. They're going to make sure that they don't lose any more. This player doesn't have any armor, no helmet, nothing to his name.
And he going against the...
Can he time this right? Very close by. Can he push out and actually
jump up?
Get that motherfucker. And he's going to keep on chasing. What a madman this guy is.
He's got to be careful. If they find a shotgun, he's
going to get...
He's trying to knife him.
Yo, what?
Here comes
wait, this shit's WQM.
Trying to be able to find some angles here. Just doing nothing but suppress a fire.
Wait, this guy's overheating.
Wait.
This guy overheat.
Now here comes the shotgun with that vector.
Of course, Death Wolf has all the guns.
Bro,
8 bullets.
Fight for a little bit longer. And that
wait, 12 bullets. They don't got ammo, dude.
Well, bro, they've been fighting this one
have any ammo
fucking
for him. On top of that, he only had 8 bullets there on the vector. That
wait,
oh my God! I think he was able to pick up some ammo there.
Wait.
As he's gonna be able to knock on some. He's gonna be able to convert some of these eliminations, and now he just needs to worry about 1 player left. Of Devils.
He booking it. He booking it.
Wait, PUBG's kind of hype. PUBG's kind of hype.
Points for his team needs to get a better angle here, and he's gonna back off.
Like, I'm telling you, when the fights are fighting, dude, it's good. But like, it's just so boring when there's nothing happening.
So, man, they were really hurt, but after so long, yeah, now he has to go for the run. So regardless, it's gonna be a huge L for the Death Wolves. And 3 eliminations, all up for 1 player here.
Loxy pretty cracked, dude.
And that was crazy too, because when we jump into this fight, Regnum Karya was down.
Just like, what was that tourney he out Frank Coops? Like Coops, fucking only him and Loxy were like doing something that tourney.
That much ammo, so they have to
forget what it was.
I forgot what that was. It was
players pre-fired, get ready for
no.
They're fucking Turkish.
But they had to be a little bit more tactical.
It was the like the 20K tournament, right, or something like that.
I don't know, but like there was a gap between Loxy, Coops, and then the rest.
We're gonna look up Coops chat.
I mean, he's been running. He's been kind of keep it a little true to his name. He scurried straight away and is just gonna try to get some placement points for his team.
Get it right, boy. His name is
Regional Clash. NBA versus Europe.
Yeah, that one.
And now the plus Kia is gonna be able to get the upper hand on IHC. Now they're gonna be making it here into a 4v3. You can see the plus Kia. Maybe they were just looking to not run into the issue that some of the other teams were just able to run in with Regnum Karya and Death Wolves. Wanting to have enough
probably did. I wouldn't trust Nick either, dude. I kick him out too.
This could be the tournament
dude, Nathaniel, dude, please, dude.
Here, 3 players.
Because his wife, are you racist, Sandra?
Yeah, gonna be going into his building, but
no.
Rogue, he does have a shotgun to his name.
Yes.
That wasn't a very convincing now.
So let's see.
Like, he said no.
Yeah, I think he's a racist.
He said no.
Even if I were to be one of those, Nathaniel is white.
But he's all by himself. If the Kia are smart, they can put
he's
together.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
Bro, this
You're racist, bro. It's been like 5 minutes.
Hardly even a fight, bro.
This Rogue guy just needs to run the fuck back, dude. Like, fuck.
Demo OG does have the M249.
Dude, no, he's literally been solo versus like these 3 people the whole game.
Inside the building, and guess what? Rogue doesn't want to wait. Rogue wants to get the fight.
Alright, let's see his mechanics.
He currently
This guy's
has
going for a clip.
armor, so I would just try to use that TPP to my advantage and wait on that little spot.
And this Osal guy has not moved.
Plus Kia debating on what they want to do here. You can see Osal there trying to get the off angle with the submachine gun, which is going to be quite tough. But
how do you miss that?
Push. Is he going to be able to knock him? He's not going to be able to knock him. He's going to get finished.
Machine lagging a lot again. It'll lag for like 1 minute, and then it'll go back to perfectly normal flow in another hour, so it's fine.
That was the
It's
right
something
play
with YouTube.
Yeah, they got the initial finish on one player, and then they noticed that Rogue was isolated. Hey, send the whole squad, take him out, and then now you're in a 4v2 situation. IHC is still split up, so now D+Kia, all they have to do is get to one of the buildings and run up it, and then it'll just be a 4v1.
On my side, it says excellent connection and everything, so there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, it is a 4v1. I was wondering where the fourth player was, but he is on the back side here. The only problem is it's going to be a little bit difficult to get to that building safely with all those broken walls and gates right in front of them. But it does look like IHC decides to group up here in the situation.
And IHC making the smart move right there as they are grouping up like you mentioned. This is probably maybe the turn of events that you wanted to see. Them OG was able to get some shots there on one of the players from D+Kia when he was running around. Meanwhile, I wonder if there's any utility here, because if K can throw a grenade right in the top.
Oh, no.
Oh,
what are you doing? Hey, that's a troll.
IHC was able to knock one of the players too. Demo OG with that M249. The only problem is he doesn't have that much seals after this one. He's gonna start looking for some, because it's just gonna make it tougher and tougher. And I think they might just be able to reset right here with that player, unless he decides to possibly sacrifice him. No. Go for that reset. That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I think D+Kia just, hey, take the time. Yeah, it's still stage 1. You can eat some blue zone. I know you want to prioritize circle, but just get these finishes. Don't make mistakes. Don't even lose a single player. Here they come, sending all 4 now. The problem is that Demo, I only saw him have 44 shots left in that M249. Oh, this is bad though. The next circle goes even further south. They got to get this finish quickly.
Do you think it's 2v4?
And here comes
Holy
D+Kia.
shit.
There's 1, there's 2.
Uh-oh.
IHC doing a great
There's
job
3.
shutting
It's
them
just K.
down, and things are falling apart for D+Kia.
What could happen if IHC had all their players alive? That's pretty much what we keep on saying. Well, guess what? They don't need all their players. They just need 2 players to be able to clutch up and start getting eliminations, start getting those points.
Oh my God,
Oh,
they did it.
wait. You don't think it's... Okay, so they knew he had M249, right?
2v4 them. 2v4 them.
You don't think it's kind of troll for them to walk up those stairs?
Able to
There's no other way to get up to him, so...
Disgusting.
Yeah, he had to go up the stairs, and they want to clear him. They can't just leave him.
On top of Everest, I think it was in match number 2.
That's actually
just straight up handling so many squads by themselves on top of Everest.
Damn.
And it just goes to show one little
not my
mistake
goats.
At this level,
no.
Even if it's just 2v4, they're gonna take you out.
Taylor and Renji are always getting fucked.
Wait, they're hitting the drive-by.
They currently have 2 players here, as the other ones are behind them, trying to see if maybe they can provide some cover for their teams. Right up on that building, Rolls of War. We were talking about them just now, saying that they've been able to take the fight there to some of the other players. But guess what? We're also seeing on the elimination feed for that fight between
money in the fucking bank
and D+Kia. They're just so far away. This blue zone is gonna start taking it. They don't really have that many heals. But let's focus here on rejects. You gotta be able to spot one player there from Rolls of War. He's not gonna be able to connect, as that player was on fire. He needs to be careful, as one of the players does end up getting knocked there from rejects. Rolls of War
still alive.
Tonka with the right angle right there for the window. Rejects trying to make the point a little bit too late, as Royals War is just taking
chat, my stream's just fucking up, so we're gonna raid Valic. We're gonna all go to Valic, okay?
Sending them back to the lobby. Royals
Hey, I know that Valic guy.
And they should be able to lose it.
Don't take me there, man.
I'm taking you, dude.
No.
Just fucking shit on rejects, bro.
Early fights, and it had to
a
little bit. But they just it was bound to just go the opposite way eventually, and that happened to be the situation here. Now Nova, these guys really can play well in Miramar.
Fucking
Matter of fact, all their
one of the
matches,
death rules, remember? 1v3 Nova in one of the Urango games.
That's
he
really
killed
tough.
fucking Paraboy, Dream, and
I don't know.
Order. And
What
that
do you
shit
think?
was crazy.
I think Sandhawk today.
Yeah. Who was it?
The guy with like the long,
is one of their strong suits,
long,
they
like
love,
curly
kind
hair.
of playing these splits.
Yeah, that good shout.
Yeah,
he's pretty fucking good.
I don't think the splits really work so well anymore. But Zute said, that if any team could still manage to, really, make it work, it is them. As this next zone, goes dead center onto one heck of a squad.
Vampire Esports. We were talking about them.
That is so brutal.
Not only Vampire Esports. Look who is going to be to the west of them that are also going to be inside that zone.
What's that, brother?
Dog, why would you say?
Brother, what the fuck you mean by that, brother?
Brother, I'm going to go. Just close out
brother.
Brother, he's fucking my brother. Points, but 59 points is nice.
What?
Dude, Honcho, what the fuck did you wear?
White people,
Alright, I'm gonna
man.
go get disgusting miso soup.
Nah, ain't no way Carrillo just fucking knows.
If you saw that,
Nah,
crowd
it's attacking,
being
dude.
happy,
But he does.
I don't know what they're gonna be doing.
Well, this
whenever
guy
we
should
end
know
up
where
showing
it's now.
Ooh, it's gonna get crazy, that's for sure.
Yo!
Like I said, we'll have an interview with every single one of the players.
Jesus
Christ. Oh
GG.
my goodness.
Actual drive-by.
Dominating the final player of the Death Wolves. You can just hear the crowd.
Wait, seriously, how
going
did he
nuts
know?
Every single elimination they get.
They're cracked.
And that crowd is gonna keep them.
The Admiral just give him some fucking extra.
They could hear him every single time they get an elimination. They could hear the crowd in the background, and boy,
wait. Are you guys not on Adderall? Is that what's wrong with NA?
I think so.
You have heard that crowd.
You guys aren't on Adderall?
Does that make, especially considering that Alpha 7 are the hometown heroes?
I will say it makes a big difference depending on the kind of person you are and player that you are. For some people, they just can't handle pressure. So sometimes that crowd actually makes things harder, right? When he gets the other.
Hey, we're not allowed to take Adderall?
And then he was chill with it the fucking next split.
Yeah, and then he was like, shit, my team's ass. I gotta go back to the kids that were fucking taking Adderall.
Dude, that shit's a game changer for real. Hop on.
The last one, barely losing it out.
You need a prescription.
They
were taking that shit just raw,
I think for a team like
right,
Alpha
but
7,
like,
the
you
crowd
can get a
just
prescription
hypes
easy
it
as
up
fuck.
more and more and more.
I do have a whole family of doctors back in Mexico.
Oh, whoa, what just happened there?
They feel like they're just right
They
there.
shot her in Mexico.
Right there next
well,
Ruya,
there it goes.
as they're going to end up eliminating Regnum Karya, and this is the opening that some of those teams needed, and the opening that Alpha 7 needed as well, because if Alpha 7 ends up with a great match here, boy, that gap is going to be building and building. And the crazy part, too, is that there's only 2 players alive from
man.
Yes, they're going to continue to do
It's just the Mexican doctors be selling fake ADHD prescriptions.
I'll tell you what,
we don't gotta buy shit, man. No go for doctors.
One thing I want to see in future days, future games, is for them not to let off the gas. You know, I don't want to see Alpha 7 switch to passive once they have that lead, because that's how aggression is what works best for them, right?
Yep.
The fact that they don't make any second thoughts, any second decisions, and I hate to see when teams do that. They get a big lead, and then they're thinking, oh, let's just shake it up. All we gotta do is get 5 points. And then we see them get passed up on the leaderboard. So
man,
you
got me there.
IHC has 2 players up. 5 eliminations.
That's insane, man. That's insane. You know what? They ended up getting 4 eliminations earlier from these.
Yeah, Sky, we in those 20 games or what, dude? We in there?
Which is just
okay, I don't play those shits. This is so late.
Why, bro? Do you not see what's going on the screen? You need to lock in, bro. All of us, North America as a whole.
It don't matter how much we lock in. They take an Adderall, man. It's over.
But if you
we gotta take the next thing up from Adderall.
Continue to get this point. Next year, giving you some options.
Oh, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm down.
Yeah, man. In regards to Alpha 7, how you were talking about that team playing a little bit different. You know what? We'll go back to this because Royals of War is now taking the fight. They didn't get enough.
I'm fat. I can't do all that.
They won more. They're going to be taking the fight over to Nova.
Maybe it's like $2 bro.
I think almost
what about half a line a game?
No, you would need to do more.
Man, fuck it.
Now it's not looking good in Miramar either.
Oh, here we go. A7's dying. Thank God. Here we go.
Just don't want us to release this crowd.
No, we actually need.
We should do heroin instead.
We need
okay.
Return shot huge, and now we're gonna switch to that fight. Here we go.
Why do we need that?
Because that Alpha 7 currently with 2 players knocked, but Boom is nearby. Boom is a team that
Let's go.
Ew, he whiffed.
Oh, and PMSL Americas will have another PMGC slot.
As Boom says, no, Alpha 7 slow.
Oh, for like the World Cup, Pubg's in that, right?
And for the teams that were looking to make that change, for the teams that were looking to what a better time to
so I'm guessing they in there too, no? If they win?
In second place, out in the lobby, waiting for the next match.
I mean, especially for a team like Boom, right, in 13th place to get 4 eliminations on the top squad, that's going to be huge. Overall mental, help you bounce back. Yeah, it's at the end of the day, but if you can get a good game here and a good game in the next Miramar, that'll
What's
definitely
the
put you in a
prize
good
pool on the
position
World Cup?
going into tomorrow.
What's it
You
looking
can see
like?
the look on the
3 million?
faces of the crowd, right? Once
Oh,
they saw Alpha
3
7
million?
go
What the
down.
fuck?
Not too happy, but there's still a lot of Brazil
Ooh,
squad
I
here.
didn't know that.
I'm over here giggling because I just
That
saw
sounds
what
like
popped up
only
on
$1
the
million
screen,
for the
and
winner,
that's right,
man.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh well, I guess I only
Demo
take
OG
250K.
continuing to get
Well, after
eliminations.
taxes.
I don't know
Man,
what he was
oh
doing.
man, I guess I only take
Eliminated
30K
as Demo
then.
was the last,
Pretty
one
much.
of the only two last players standing. But they end
Wait,
up
no,
getting
it's Saudi
eliminated.
Arabia.
They still end up
No,
with
it has to be
6
more
Does
than
that
3
mean-
million.
That is
It's
solid
more.
for that team,
Does that mean
considering
I'll have
that
to pay
they're
cash?
Rainbow World Cup 234, $3 million prize pool.
Thing is that
That's
when you have
it.
a bad game, you want to still put up something.
That's
and
pretty
I would
fucking
say
high.
like 6 to 8
This
points.
tournament we're watching
Because
right
then
now
once you
is
get
only
that
500,000.
good, circle, good
Winner
map,
gets 100K.
you pop off, you go crazy,
the
you get that
Saudis,
20-point
though.
game. That'll put you in position for first place. So
They're
great way
hosting
for
like a
IHC
ton of other
to win
games
everything
Yeah, you have to
too.
goes
understand
wrong.
this is
True.
just
Oh
the
wait, no,
World
true.
Cup.
Yeah,
We
they're
also
doing like
have
20 games.
Beautiful. 6
We also have,
We're
elimination
not-
points.
We're not the
Wow,
only
look at
fucking
that.
Wait, no,
game.
yeah, wait, no, they're
Opportunity
doing like
for a
20
lot of
games for the
teams
World
to start,
Cup. I
gaining
guess.
on this leaderboard.
Yeah, not only Boom, I mean, these are
Oh,
teams
Robs,
looking at
what
now.
the flip,
High Fives,
dude?
they're in 15th place with those 9 points. This is now how they were looking.
Why
to
is
start
camera
off
so
their main
blurry?
event alongside Smoke. I think I saw Smoke by earlier. It might be them that's currently taking shots on them. High Fives needs to be careful here because they are gonna be just barely on this on the edge of this circle. Team Falcons having such a high ground. They're gonna be able to take shots on anybody that gives them the chance to do it. And now,
Yo, fucking
now we're gonna
Parable
have
is
a bit
just
of a
like
switch up
fucking
here, as we are gonna be
Yay.
seeing a little bit more
What's
towards
called
those
Sky.
It's like yay, bro.
Yeah,
and keep
it
in
was
mind, Vampire
boom.
Esports will
Parable
have
fall
some
off?
point position
Yeah,
this
no
better, unless
DP,
they get someone,
no
which
good
would be
Parable.
crazy.
No, I don't think you realize how crazy of a fall off Ye had though. Best player in the world could not even be able to like go positive in challengers.
This could be their comeback.
He got dropped
Yeah.
off his challengers roster.
I think that's Paraboy right now, dog. Like that's Paraboy.
Very quickly.
No, it would
I
be
mean,
like
no, but this is
Paraguay
the
not
World
being able
Finals.
to compete in North America. That's what it would be like.
They got RNG blessed in that tournament, bro.
Ye went
Bomb
from the
night.
strongest region to probably like the weakest
Beyond
region,
that,
and
but
he
guess what?
can't
Royal
play
to
in there.
War earlier, they were able to take care of rejects.
He
They were
dodged
able to
tournaments
make
for a
sure
whole
they-
year.
They harmed
Dude, man.
Nova Esports.
Dude,
and
man.
They took 2 of their players as well. Nova having to just run away with that split that they've been
what do you mean
working
he
on,
dodged
and it just
tournaments? He
hasn't
just
been
didn't
working
wanna
out for him.
play 'em?
We've been talking
Ye
about it
just
too, like,
he
are
wouldn't
they
like
gonna continue
whatever
to do that?
tournament there was.
Honestly,
He
I
just
don't see
once he
Nova
joined Bleed, just like
stopping
this
with the
Asian
gameplay.
team,
Usually
he
those
just wouldn't
teams, the
play.
Chinese teams stick
for,
to
like,
the
a whole
gameplay,
year.
no matter how it ends up going. At some point, it'll start clicking for them. So
He
they
can't
might
pay it
just
back,
wait
so it
for
don't
that.
matter.
For Royals of War, wanting to take on
Get your
fight
money
to
up, now
anybody.
your money
And
up.
guess what? A fight that I
Ye is
wanted to
definitely
see
getting
that we're
dropped.
possibly finally gonna get.
After next split.
Getting pushed by Team Falcons in Team Falcons. We're talking about splits. Look at this split right now.
You can't
by
just drop
Team
a player off
Falcons.
Oh,
one.
that's a big one right now. Vampire holding the
No, I
edge of
literally
the
don't even think
zone,
he's an active
and
player
they have
anymore.
Icy up close, and
Damn.
the problem is the timing of this, because this next zone is starting to close.
Bro, can they go
and
back to the
they're gonna wanna
fucking
be able
fight
to
that's
get a
happening
little
right
bit of
now?
breathing room here, just in case it does
Thank
hard
you.
shift to
Yeah,
Los Leones.
Ye
Meanwhile,
hasn't
Swept
won
gets an
a
initial knock.
tournament
Icy
game
is lit to heck,
or a
and
tournament
Tony
map
K
in
gets that
over
knock.
500
You see
days.
next Rhea getting in the mix
Damn.
now. I mean, there's just third parties
That's a lot
all
of
over the
days.
place.
Next, you're saying you want to take that fight you forgot about us.
It's
Well,
like
let me remind
the
you
amount of
right here,
time that
team's gonna end up
Wancho
getting
has
top
been
there
out of
by Schweppes.
Americas.
Schweppes is going to turn around and see
Man.
if he can possibly spot some of the other players from Team Falcons.
I ain't
Team
that good.
Falcons
What the
wanted to put
fuck?
a little push here. I think they were a little bit too split, and it's starting to show as
Just to
High
show
Five
you what
is
it's looking
close
like.
by. The nemesis, the
Dude, it's been over
kryptonite
1,000
of
days
big
since
Team
I've been at a
Falcons.
LAN
Very
tournament.
close, and I'm sure Team
Look at the
Falcons is
chat,
not
bro.
looking
That
forward
is
to this.
crazy.
Action does end up getting eliminated, and so far, out of this
The monkey
fight,
shot?
Vampire Esports has gotten the better of it. The only problem with Vampire Esports
God
is that they do end
damn.
up
Dude, that's
losing
gonna be
a
me
lot.
in Valorant, bro. I can't wait, dude.
Don't say that shit.
Put in work with that
What do
Nah.
you mean? That's gonna be me in Valorant, bro. I'm gonna be a washed up shitter on a tier 2 team, but I'm gonna be so clouded or some shit somehow that I'm gonna be like in tier 1.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna be a bum.
Like a tier 1 content creator.
I can't hit my
Tier 1
shots on
content
mobile,
creator.
so you're chilling.
Get some breathing room.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
chill,
he,
care.
so
And
he
he's not gonna be stopping
won Worlds
any
in
time
Cloud9,
soon,
then went to
and
DS,
just is
DS
gonna be
disguised
top
as
the
shit.
No, he
No,
definitely
he
did not
sucked in
win a
Cloud9
World.
He's gonna be
too,
able to pick
but that's
up
just when he was like
IC
when
that
he
was
still
not
wasn't
in
horrible.
crawling.
He
A
got
team
dropped
that
off
is
Cloud9.
looking
He
to add some
won
more
with
points. A team
Optic.
that I personally want to
Oh.
see more out of
like in 2022.
Damn, he didn't do shit for CSG.
I'll just link you this whole thing.
I mean, GSG was
This guy.
Let's
hear me out.
Even
Wikipedia.
right now, they're gonna be
Guys, since I'm not streaming, hear me out. We go play Valic.
Yeah, especially Nova. They're a two-man right now, just holding some buildings, some oversight. So
And Wancho plays with us too.
I thought we were waiting for Valic. Wait, we can't have
the hell?
people. Wait, this is conflicting. Valic was here first.
Dude.
In case that zone decides to go
Alright,
No, it's okay,
now
bro.
he's
Six
not
is
here,
like this,
fuck.
bro. Six has fucking mood swings, and he wants to be a little bitch.
Oh
What the
shit.
fuck, man?
Oh shit.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey, I can agree because back in 2022 in
Oh, fuck.
PMGO, North America, day two, no, not even day two, actually, no, day negative
You
50.
got this. You got this, Mancho. Let it out. Go.
It's fucking wild, boy. It's like these women broke my heart.
People made it
I'm
sound.
out.
People made it sound like Sixless was like Hitler or something. PUBG.
Oh, right.
Kinda
I don't
crazy.
think we can say that name on live.
They're able to reset right away.
That's a
what's
good
wrong?
comparison people would make though.
Doing in smoke gaming at the moment, slowing down.
He fucked me over on my
because they don't wanna
prime.
be
He's
exposed
pretty much
once
that
they go over
guy.
that ridge. And they want to start focusing a little bit more on Rex.
He worse than
Next
that guy.
Next three is
Damn.
going to give him a chance there to get some knocks.
I'm just
and
gonna watch
possibly
this.
turn
I'm not
them
watching last
into
game.
some elimination points.
Nino has a really disgusting
Yeah,
angle.
I gotta find a silver account.
When does Enigma Galaxy play?
They really needed them in case this next
PMSL.
zone decides to go anywhere.
Man. Shut up right now. All right, bye.
Taking out those vehicles alone has crippled Nexria big time. Rose of War on a
Yo,
tear.
Scott.
The Mexicanos coming in hard.
What's up, brother?
With 8
Get a Frank,
eliminations
brother.
so far. This could be their big bounce back game that they needed.
What'd you say, brother?
Brother, eat a Frank, brother. Like,
Everybody's a top team here
Okay.
in this lineup, but boy, to take the fights with
not more than a pen, let me tell you.
Looking at this,
right now,
37.
Jesus Christ,
Damn,
dude.
you have more than 10.
Smoke decided to back off a little bit
37?
more. Try to focus on
Yes,
next three. See
I
if
gotta
they
find
could
one that's
maybe end
silver.
up finishing some of those other
Okay.
players.
You're gonna
Still
spend the
alive.
rest of your
Can
life
Can
boosting
I
me, dog.
have one of your diamond accounts, brother?
Sometimes I hate
Brother,
and love.
Let me
Freedom
in
and
a
right
sending,
now,
brother.
what I'm seeing
I'm
here,
in sending
I
stuck in gold. I
absolutely
swear to
love it, as
fucking
Vampire
God.
Esports
Here, you can
currently
use
has
this one.
3
Just
players
don't
alive.
change the password on
They're on
it.
that other side of the map.
No, don't worry,
7
brother. I will never
eliminations,
change
too,
the
so there's
password.
Oh, brother, he was just thinking about doing that, bro. Yo, ROW 8 kills.
This one has like really nice skins on it too. But
Let's go, brother.
Waiting to find out where
There you
this
go.
next zone's gonna go.
Dude,
So
yeah,
teams hopefully
wait,
have their
ROW
vehicles ready
could
to go,
get
except for
clinch into
Nexria
the
'cause they
top
got blown up.
4.
Next Ria is just
Yeah, like,
holding
just,
the
the
zone
clincher.
because
Try
if it
the-
does,
try
they'll
the-
be in a
try the
great
sign in
spot.
right
If
now.
it goes
Just make sure
away,
it
they're
works.
done for.
And if it starts going
Insane.
even
Like,
more to the
literally,
urban,
it's
all
like
of this
any
teams are
machine
just gonna
like
be
8
hurting.
minutes.
As you've seen, Team Falcons, even though they
This is
were
zone
trying to make
6.
pushes, even though
That'd
they
be
were
zone
trying to get into
Have you
fights,
told
they
Sky
end
your
up getting
sensitivity about it?
eliminated with a big old donut.
Oh,
With
God.
big O
Insane.
0.9.
No, it's not even. No,
Team
it's not
Falcons
that
was
high
looking
anymore.
to do,
It's not that high
considering
anymore.
that team
What
has
is
been
it now?
consistent when it comes to the PMGO
0.25.
prelims
That's not
in
high.
regards to Miramar.
What
Oh,
fucking
what
DPI?
DPI?
Expecting this to go.
800?
And
200?
now for STG,
Oh, that's standard.
Not the
I'm
bad,
on.
actually.
I'm on
Boom.
0.1
Meanwhile,
1600.
we have a high-fives player that's going to be very close by as the circle.
No,
well,
yeah,
guys,
and
my
my goodness, does
sensitivity
it close
used to
in an
be
interesting
Bruh.
It sure does.
Like,
it gives a
not
huge
0.2.
advantage.
Like
Oh,
two
S2G.
straight up.
S2G has been
And
chilling
it's
in
like,
this warehouse
dude,
for a
my
hot minute,
sensitivity works,
and
dude,
they're not having to
okay?
worry about
Like,
anybody.
Dude,
I just
mean,
need to
I
buy
was-
an Odin every
Is that
round.
we see
Yeah,
some
yeah, I
teams
just had to
come
buy a
on to
Nodin.
that
My
right
shit was
side of them
chill.
right here, just kind of leapfrog in between the little coverage there. That could be
But-
problematic. So we'll see
That's
what
just
yeah.
center
how this all ends
zone.
up. Meanwhile, you got Nova up on top,
Along with
Yeah.
Boom,
just still
RW, in
putting in
zone
Wait,
some
what?
work from downtown.
What DPI are you
With
on?
only 2 players
800.
left.
Hey, Hondo.
And
What sense are you
Paragon
on?
still alive. I mean, you
0.25.
talked about it earlier. We saw what
0.25?
Paragon was able to
Alright,
do
I'll
with
do
the launch
0.25
up.
too.
You
I'm
might
on
not
same
be able to
sense as you.
confirm that
Oh my god, this
information,
guy's Trish the
No.
copier,
but
dude.
some of
I'm
these
copying you,
decisions,
dog.
some of these fights
What's
are
it?
harder for
Go
some
What's your
Alright,
scope
man.
sensitivity
the
multiplier? What's your
opportunities that
scope
they are,
sensitivity
I'm
multiplier?
sure they're gonna be looking
Let's
to
have
get
that
some points.
one.
Nova usually,
One?
as
Okay.
we get a chance here to talk about some of these teams, Nova usually does start very slow on day ones, at least from what I've seen in the past.
Hey man, don't
and they
ask us,
pick it
man.
up.
Ask
It's
the
like they take their
fucking the
time
Valorant guy.
on the first day
Yeah,
to
for real.
study
Sky
this team
plays this
and
game
amp it up.
way
I
more
wonder
than
if
me
that's
and
exactly
Juancho.
what's
I
going
don't know
on
why
with
Alright,
you're
Sky, what's your sense?
I'm on .1, 1600 DPI. But I switch between like that or like .08.
Continue to play the way they
But it's
have,
usually like
right?
just
If they
0.1.
continue to soak up a bunch of points,
1.1,
huge. But they did
1600
go out
DPI?
early here.
No,
Vampire,
0.1, 1600 DPI.
War, Next Ria was
Oh,
in the
0.1.
mix, but they just went out.
Alright,
so we
bet.
can see some of these teams,
Do
especially Vampire and Wolves of War, if they get a
1.1.
good finish here. finally start to compete at that top level.
Cookie, it's a jerk cookie.
So
Who is Paraboy nading right now? No KPs. Dude, he's so washed. It's
we were
over.
just talking about it. I think he might have been able to hear something because he's going to be throwing nades and he needs to be careful not to be too exposed there.
No, I gotta take it back.
Tough push here. Luckily for him, he still has a little bit of the ridge, but I don't think this ridge.
Brother, he just shut me the fuck up, brother. Goddamn.
But I don't think it's going to be for Paraboy. Paraboy's going to be taking some shots there on Zebra Masters, and he's going to end up sending it to the lobby. But the thing is that there's another player right below him that's going to know that he's going to be up there, and they're going to be waiting for him to just jump down.
Oh yeah, they're not making it off this hill here. So right now you can see Paraboy.
Nice, Paraboy. Watch, dude.
To get as many points as they can as possible. The zone
Getting all, dude.
centers
It's over,
on
dude.
He
dies?
Here. They haven't had a single elimination.
Brother, what the fuck, brother?
Paraboy gets knocked. Long, I think, has to just not even worry about him.
What the
Try to get
fuck,
some
brother?
points on the board.
And he dies the last place.
Because you know that, yeah, you're not making it down this mountainside.
Yeah, and that's what I was worried about there, where Paraboy
all these
was.
teams
None
are
of that
fucking
was
good.
in
All
the
these
zone,
matters
and it
what
was
place
going to
they
be
in.
tough for him to be able to even move. Longskirt does have a little bit of time to work with, so he's going to see if he can maybe collect any points from any of the teams that are going to be fighting here. Smoke Gaming taking more of a southwest angle here.
I don't fucking know.
Bro just has a beam on him, dog. Like, what can you say?
They lost Tony K earlier
What's
in
the
the fight
beamer?
that they had with Falcons and a bunch of other teams.
The beam.
Okay.
Possibly be able to hold out Smoke. I don't think
Yeah,
Smoke is
the
gonna
what?
wanna
Finish it
fight
for me,
him,
Quattro?
but with everything here,
Say your own stream. Own Valic
Can I
stream
say
right
it? Can I say
all I
it?
know is that
You can
SCG
say
gonna
it,
be
go
looking
for
good,
it,
and that
Sky.
is it for Nova.
No,
All
I
he
just
did
got,
was
I
jump
just
one
got it where I
elimination
can be
point.
monetized.
Yeah, I don't really like this
No.
from Smoke. I would have liked to see him
Just hit
kind of
1K
circumvent and
subs,
just
bro.
battle
Don't
it out
do
with
that
Royals of
shit.
War.
Dude, you're $2
You know,
for
especially since they're in last
2,000
place, they
views.
just
Not gonna make a
desperately need
difference
points.
if
They
he
don't wanna
says it.
do any risks,
Bro, I have
and that is a
87,000
risky
views.
play. So they're just gonna hold it
Motherfucker,
out. The problem
those
is that
those
their
are the views
window
you
is
got
open.
before you're
Not much
monetized.
that
No,
they
I
can do
I
from
no, I
there.
thought you were talking about like total.
We'll see what they have to create some
This
smoke
fucking
walls,
guy.
drive up, and
Yeah,
try and
well,
crash.
you can't monetize those.
Fuck,
Yeah.
well,
Look at the
obviously.
fight, how he's gonna be
I can
doing.
just put
Boom,
ads on
still
the video
alive.
now.
Boom, looking to get those points. They already have
Yeah, but who's
5
gonna be like, let me
eliminations.
see
They
one of
have
Valic's
all
old
their players
videos.
standing, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
no, like my
And
NBA,
Royals of War, we
Infinite
saw what they
videos
were
still
able to
get,
do
like,
earlier
really
to
good
Noah.
views
We saw
daily.
what they were able to reject.
Oh,
They're wanting
yeah,
to take this fight
noise.
here to a champion, a PMGC
last
champion
month.
in S2G, and S2G throwing nades. Meanwhile, on the other side, Vampires
Damn, can they like
only shooting at each other.
make it
trying
where
to
I
make
can't hear
sure
the
they make
fucking
the
crowd?
rotations a little bit easier, but SGG.
I like
has
hearing the
just
crowd, bro.
such a great
I mean,
hold
I
off
like
here
hearing the
that
crowd
it's
like
gonna be so
cheering,
tough to
not
push in this team
at the whole 24/7.
unless Royals of War just
Like when
starts
they make a
throwing
good play,
as many grenades
that's
as
good.
possible, but even
But like,
then, Juice,
goddamn.
S2G is so set right now with all the angles that it's gonna be so difficult.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
only place
Rivas.
that it's really weak from is this angle here. I was surprised to see what Rivas was even going for. I think he just had to send it from that angle and try to
Damn,
find
they
out
got.
SPG. I mean, I'm surprised. Yeah, we're not seeing any kind of.
They got.
utility
They
in
got.
drone
They got.
here, and because of that, we see S2G able to finally take out Royals of War.
See
This
you
side is
later.
now
Well,
clear.
Chat, I'm in my
S2G
stream.
only
I
gotta
just
worry
want to
about a
see if
couple
the
angles
fucking
now.
top
With
leaderboards would
SGG,
like
while this
fluctuate,
fight
but
was going on,
all the
Vampires
top teams
Esports
are
did
dead.
end up
So
getting eliminated.
I'll catch
So
you
now
all
This
tomorrow.
guy's
only